museum in Iceland, and this guy has every animal and bug penis in this museum, but he felt the museum is not complete without a human penis. So he was looking for somebody who would donate their penis when they passed.
I'm Boomer Esiason.
We're your official station to talk Yankees and Mets. WFAN, WFAN FM, WFAN FM HD1 New York, and Odyssey Sports Station.
Welcome to Evan and Tiki on a Tuesday in New York City. And it's not just a Tuesday in New York City. It is a day simply known as Opening Day Eve.
Evan Roberts. Tiki Barber. It's Evan and Tiki on WFAN, The Fan, 101.9 FM, and always live on the free Odyssey app.
Opening Day Eve. Have you ever heard of it, Tiki?
I have not, but since there's an eve to everything that we talk about on this show, I guess it's par for the course.
Par for the course. It's Opening Day Eve for the New York Yankee fans. It's Opening Day Eve for the Met fans. We will get to it. I also did a lot of studying yesterday. I needed to uncover the truth. And I have. Was Aaron Judge booed at a Yankee spring training game? I have the proof on if it happened or it didn't happen. Plus, it's been 24 hours, and I hate to inform you, we have a new WFAN controversy. We have a new one. This is brand new. It's fresh. Two main personalities at WFAN have a major issue with each other over a very important subject. We will get to that a little bit later on, as well as the latest on the Jets and the Giants. But the New York Yankees have a message for you. I don't know if you're aware of this message. I'm not sure if everybody in the audience is aware of it, but this is the most important thing that Brian Cashman and Aaron Boone need to tell you before opening day, okay? They want you to know, no matter what you think, no matter what you see people post on social media, that no matter what Derek Jeter says, no matter what A-Rod says, no matter what Sean Morash says, stop claiming that the lineup isn't created by Aaron Boone, because it is.
Shut up, Tubby.
There's a whole article in The Athletic. Chris Kirshner, who's excellent, got interviews with Boone, with Cashman, and it is like a 10-page report telling you, proving to you, saying in the kindest words, shut up, you idiots, Aaron Boone makes the lineup. So, Tiki,
yes,
before anything else can be said about the 2026 baseball season, Brian Cashman and Aaron Boone need you to understand that Booney makes the lineup.
They're so sensitive. So sensitive. It's so pointless. Because even if he didn't, and they win, who cares?
Well,
I mean, I'm being honest.
There's a lot of people that care.
I know a lot of people care.
Yes.
And I know it's really comes down to the even Sean mentions this half the time with the Jason Dominguez stuff, which is not an issue because obviously he got pushed down into the minor leagues. But still, like, you feel like Aaron Boone can't be that dumb to not do XYZ, whatever it is you wish that he would do. So it must be someone else. It's almost like you're excusing Aaron Boone, but at the same time criticizing Aaron Boone. And so to me, this is like nothing. I don't know why anyone cares about this, because ultimately the Yankees are consistently good. They're consistently in the postseason. Why do we care who makes a lineup? Even if it should be the manager, because that's what he's paid to do. Does it matter if he gets input from other people?
No. It's a really fair point, because I think there are a lot of people out there, and you're obviously representing them with this opinion, who say, I don't care how we got there.
Yes.
I just care what it looks like. So if you have a problem with the New York Yankee lineup on a Wednesday night in May, to you, you're going to say, I don't care who did it.
Right.
I don't like this. I don't like that Jason Dominguez is sitting. Obviously, that's not going to be the case at the beginning of the year because he's in the minor leagues. Or I don't like that Cody Bellinger's batting third. Or whatever you have an issue with, your point is simply, I just have an issue with it. I don't care who makes the lineup. But I happen to agree with Brian Cashman and Aaron Boone, as much as I mock how much they need to tell you this, how important it is for you to understand. I've been defending this, and this isn't defending them. I want to make that clear because I still may not like lineup decisions, but I've been defending this idea against many others, including Sean. And obviously, we'll hear from Sean.
Why don't you go and ask Sean Morash?
I will. Give me a second. Let me give my opinion first. Aaron Boone makes the lineup. He always has made the lineup. And it bothered me last year when Derek Jeter and A-Rod used their bully pulpit to say that he doesn't make decisions in the middle of games because it's not true. It's not based on anything. And so I guess what I'm fascinated by is for guys like you, Sean, why do you continue to think this? Like, why is this
Because
a
the
need?
Jeters and the A-Rods of the world say this.
So it's their fault?
So, but the question addition to this is this mean that there's some sort of disconnect between Jeter and the Yankees?
Yes. Well, in this case,
is
there
it
is.
real?
No, I don't think there's like a rivalry
Like
or
if
anything.
Derek Jeter shows up, are they kind of giving him the cold shoulder? Like, hey, Cap, just like turning their back on him?
No, I think he's just wrong. Like, I think we have a very good relationship. We disagree on things. I mean, one of them is tanking in the NBA. Doesn't mean I'm going to give you the cold shoulder, even if you're so wrong about something. You're wrong about two things, Tiki, and I think you're brilliant. You're wrong about tanking in the NBA and aliens. Now, okay.
Are we doing this in the open?
I know. I was just making a comment.
He's wrong. You're wrong about me being wrong.
Okay.
By the way,
Fair enough.
because I agree with you. I just don't agree with you.
All right. We'll table that to another day. Maybe February of 2027.
Exactly.
But no, I don't think there's like a rivalry. It's just that when Derek Jeter said that at the end of the postseason,
Oh, I remember.
it amplifies a wrong opinion. It is a wrong opinion. And yes, I think it's a little overboard for Cashman and Boone to basically say, all right, let's put together this feature with Chris Kirshner proving that Aaron Boone makes the lineup.
Yeah.
I thought it was fascinating. I enjoyed reading it. And if you have The Athletic, I advise you to. Again, I think Chris is a great reporter.
Free article today, by the way. You don't even need to have the Athletic.
That's. By the way, what does that tell you?
Is this the why are the Yankees running it back article?
No.
Oh,
No.
there's another one.
That's a different one. It's about how the lineup is made. You say, I don't care, just tell me the lineup. Some people want to know how the sausage is made. The problem is there's enough people like Sean and others in our audience who aren't going to believe this and say, no, Brian Cashman makes the lineup. So why do you think that despite Brian saying you're wrong, Boone saying you're wrong, basically everybody saying you're wrong, and then passionately telling you you're wrong? Why?
All right, so it's Tuesday, March 24th, which means 2 months into the year, Evan has reached the 27th time he hasn't clearly interpreted or understood what any Yankee fan is saying. Evan, you just proved the point, and Aaron Boone and Brian Cashman proved the point. I read through the Chris Kirshner piece, and I couldn't be more pissed off for two reasons. Number one, forget whether he doesn't, whatever, with Cashman and Boone. Why do they care about outside perception? That needs to be number one. There should not be some long diatribe where you're feeding Chris Kirshner quotes because you want to squash this. Brian Cashman's been the general manager of this team going back to when I was basically a kid playing Little League. It's been that long. You should be above caring what outside perception is. And I have a major issue now that Aaron Boone and Brian Cashman continue and have proved evident that they care about what's said on this station, what fans have said. They shouldn't care. They should be focused on the task. That's number one. But number two, who in their right mind thinks that Brian Cashman takes Scotch tape and puts a lineup on the dugout? Did anybody actually say that? Did anybody say that?
No. That's not the implication.
And if you read the Chris Kirshner piece, that is the implication they're trying to get out, that physically Brian Cashman makes the lineup. What they said in there, and if you read through the quotes, is exactly what Yankee fans mean.
What? Explain it.
Before every series, Brad Ausmus and Brian Cashman get together and they go through the pitching matchups, the series as a whole, what pitchers are going to come through, the lefty-righty splits, all of that. That is what Yankee fans mean. Gut managing is out the window. So,
Sean.
no. Can I finish? No. I'm finishing now.
What?
It's Evan and Tiki with Sean Morris. The with is
Why don't you go
talking
and
now.
ask Sean Morash?
Because this is what you do. You interrupt me, and then I never get to the full point, and then you go, well, this is what you mean.
Right. By the way, hell of an open, Sean.
Thank you, bro. I mean, I'm the best. I mean, if only the computer worked. Okay. Dude.
He forgot his point.
No, here's the point. The point is, what we mean by the general manager and the organization makes the lineup is they overfeed them with all this information. And things like we talked about in the offseason, Jason Dominguez is hot, stick with him on a hot streak, go out the window. So when we say Brian Cashman makes the lineup, it doesn't mean Brian Cashman writes out 1 through 9 and tapes it. It means the organization comes together and they feed a bunch of information and they go based on information.
But
is how they make the lineup.
Isn't that good?
No, it's not.
Isn't the more you know, the more data that you have, the more points of reflection that you can use to make a decision in every walk of life, that's a good thing. So why is it not a good thing for making a Yankees lineup?
Okay, now
ultimately, Aaron Boone is still writing the names and putting and taping it on the board, correct?
Correct, but this is where the fork in the road comes. The fork in the road comes. That information does help you, Tiki.
Yes.
But it is the sole information they use. So when Aaron Boone's the one filling out the lineup, Aaron Boone doesn't even realize Aaron Boone, isn't even filling out the lineup anymore. Like, he's not doing what a classic manager would do, which would be, I'm going to use this information. It's going to help. Yes, this series is all, like, I get all that. But there's no riding a hot hand. There's no, like, hey, this guy's been hitting seventh for a couple weeks. He's hot. Let me bump him up. And that is how you end up with 150 different lineups in a 162-game season, because it's just a receipt spitting out information constantly. So we say these idiots don't even realize what we mean when we say Brian Cashman makes the lineup. What we mean is you're so analytically, organizationally driven. By the way, what happened last year, too? We're the least analytical team in our division. And yet, there's a whole piece where they're admitting how much analytics goes into making the lineup, and then it's all Aaron Boone.
Because
they can't even keep track of their own lies anymore.
Because
I don't think they're lies. That's a little harsh.
It's not a lie if you believe it.
there are so many things you said in that diatribe that you're wrong about.
No, I'm factually right. I read the article.
I'm trying to figure out where to start. So
Okay.
I guess I'll start with the analytics part. Most other teams use even more information and have more of a hands-on approach from the front office than as was described by Brian Cashman and Aaron Boone. If you're literally going to sit here and whine and bitch about Aaron Boone caring if someone's a lefty or a righty and looking at the matchups against a starting pitcher and a bullpen, and you're saying, that's too much information, then, dude, I don't know what's wrong with you. Like, you really just want to blindly not look at anything when you build a lineup?
Do you think you should blindly look at that and then stop, like, playing hot hands?
No. And I'm not suggesting...
Because they do that.
I'm not suggesting that you should. Now, they didn't say that, even though we did our study to find out that they did at times with Jason Dominguez.
Why would they say that? They were unaware they were doing it because they're so locked in analytics.
No, but I think it's not... Can we just not use the word analytics?
What would you like to use? Numbers?
Information.
Okay. Information, analytics, potato.
No, it's not. I'll tell you why. Because analytics is a buzzword that pisses people off irrationally. It does. Half of what you said, Tony La Russa did. Half of what you said, managers in the 60s did. Half of what you said is not new. I'm sorry. Like, the idea that Aaron Boone looks at a bullpen and says, let me analyze my lineup based on the arms that may come in the 5th and 6th inning. Stop acting like that was invented in 2022.
Bro, you're
That's
wrong.
been going on for a million years,
You're
bro.
wrong.
How am I wrong?
Because I could tell you, Evan, unlike you, who still at 42 years old fills out a scorebook, and God bless you that you do.
Why am I being attacked?
Listen to me, because this is the point. Every kid that grew up in the 90s, the 80s, the 70s, hell, remember Sal and BT when they flipped the baseball cards and they knew everybody? You know why they knew that? Because we all had the photographic memory of you knew. This guy was the leadoff hitter for the Cardinals.
Was that
this guy hit
smart?
Number 2. Okay, you can
Was
argue
that
what's
smart?
smart or whatever. But guess what? In the 90s, when the Yankees were winning World Series, and you knew Knobloch hit first, Jeter hit
Excuse
second.
me. In 1996, you knew who everybody was going to play. It was a platoon team. It was a platoon team. Was it
Bring up
Cecil
the one.
Fielder? Was he
Okay, they
playing?
acquired
Was it
Cecil
Charlie
Fielder at the
Hayes?
deadline,
That doesn't
Hayes
matter.
and Box, but everybody else you knew. And then from
Stop
98,
it.
the 98 Yankees, you knew the lineup 1 through 9 as opposed to off days.
86
They
Mets?
change it every day.
86 Mets? They weren't a platoon team?
Give me a couple examples
No,
here.
I'm giving you New York baseball teams that we know that are
98
iconic to
Yankees.
us.
Look at the 98 Yankee lineup. You think they had 150 different lineups? What are we talking about, Evans? Don't give me the La Russa. Go scratch your ass with that.
No, but it's true. I could scratch my ass all day. It's absolutely true. Like, it's information. And you guys, and you're the president of it, so I'm glad you're screaming like a lunatic. You represent an irrational thought. It is irrational to be upset by using information to build a lineup. Am I right, Teak?
No, I mean, you're not wrong. Neither is Sean. Sean's frustrated because it doesn't feel like it used to, and because the Yankees haven't had ultimate success with all of these varied lineups. They've had tons of success because they're always in the postseason. Hell, 2 seasons ago, they were in the World Series. So the success is there. The ultimate success is not there. And as a result, you got to blame something. How about you blame the fact that it's just freaking hard to win a championship? How about you blame the fact that the LA Dodgers are overspending anyone in the history of sports? And that's not even a hyperbole. Maybe it is for the Saudi teams, but you know what I mean. Like, it feels like the Yankees are having shortcomings, but it's only because other teams have caught up to do what they used to do. And so this isn't about a lineup per se. This isn't about Aaron Boone's management style or the over-analytics. This is just the reality of sport in 2026. It's hard to win. ultimately.
Well, you bring up the Dodgers, so let me give you a piece of information. I know we don't like information. Sometimes we just need to be like, oh, he's good, he's bad. The New York Yankees had 133 different lineups last year.
Yes.
The Dodgers had 140.
Of course.
Oh,
Of course. But
I can't believe it.
But in defense of the Yankees in this argument, the Dodgers also dealt with a ton of injuries.
Yeah, and the Yankees had 5,000 different leadoff hitters, and they moved Judge between 2 and 3 constantly. I mean, the Yankees they also made a trade at the trade deadline that greatly affected their lineup when they acquired Ryan McMahon and even Jose Caballero.
Right.
So I'm sorry, I don't buy that. I don't. Now, who makes the lineups? I know that there's a lack of trust. I mean, Sean basically said it. He called these guys liars, like they're a bunch of liars. Sometimes it's very tough to know when someone's telling the truth, but I'd like to play you an audio clip from this radio station and this show. You don't have it?
The computer is blacked out.
I'll play it from my freaking phone.
Cap, if you're listening, I've texted you.
Because you don't want to play it. That's the problem. Sean doesn't want to play the clip I have, but you're damn right I'm going to play it. It's Brian Cashman.
Oh.
And it's Brian Cashman talking to you, Sean. It's Brian Cashman talking to me. It's Brian Cashman talking to the world. And we just made it very simple. Hey, Brian, Derek Jeter and A-Rod are claiming you're really the manager. They're claiming you're the one who makes all the decisions. What do you have to say about that? So I cut a peek. Brian talks for a long time. So
Of course. That's his way of not answering other additional questions.
That's true. He did answer this one.
Yes.
So here's Brian Cashman addressing it head on. And obviously it's up to you if you guys want to call him a liar. I happen to believe him, but here you go.
None of that's accurate. At the end of the day, you put Joe Torre on a deposition, you put Joe Girardi under a deposition, or you put Aaron Boone under a deposition. I've never picked a lineup. We've never picked a lineup. We don't tell them who to play. We don't tell them who to pitch. None of that's accurate. At the end of the day, you put Joe Torre on a deposition,
So
Yes.
I love when he goes to put Joe Torre on a deposition.
Right.
I believe him.
Why are we going to court for this?
Because here's why. And this, I guess, is the other angle that some Yankee fans have. They're very passionate at telling you that this isn't true. Like, it bothers Brian Cashman and Aaron Boone that beginning tomorrow night, when that lineup comes out, there are going to be people calling Sports Talk Radio our radio station. We are the flagship station for the New York Yankees. We're the voice of New York sports. And I don't mean that like we are. You are. The people are. We're the people's radio station. And I say this out of respect to Yankee fans. Most people are going to say, Brian Cashman in the front office made the lineup and they used too much information. And it pisses them off.
Right.
And so when Sean and others say, oh, this means they must be lying because they're so sensitive about it, they're sensitive because they're angry that people continue to believe stuff that they deem as not true.
I just think the bigger issue or question you should be asking is not who's making the lineup and Cashman does this or that and the other. If you want to argue about this situation, argue whether or not it's worthwhile to have that much information. Is it really beneficial to be overanalyzing things in a sport like baseball, where the numbers will tell you how good a player is or how he matches up against someone else, but it's also baseball. Like, anything can happen. You can hit 150 against a lefty. Say you're just a bad matchup, lefty, but on that given day, you just happen to be dialed in. So the nature of baseball makes it hard to be so definitive on whether or not analytics works or doesn't work, because there's just a randomness to the game.
I have a tool that I am afraid if I tell Tiki about, and if I place it in the hands of Tiki Barber, I think he'll be done for the rest of the day. Because there is something that if I show Tiki Barber, he will go down the biggest of rabbit holes.
There goes Tiki.
What is this?
I have a tool. It is a website. It's called baseballmusings.com.
Baseball musings.
Yeah, Baseball Musings. And they have something called a lineup tool.
Uh-oh.
And if you put in 9 names and you put certain stats, they will use analytics to tell you the best lineup with those stats. And it's going to, I'm telling you right now, if you put it in, Put it this way. I'm going to warn you, Tiki.
Yes.
If you put the Yankees and the Mets info in.
Is this the lineup analysis thing?
Yes. Don't give the results yet, but I'm going to warn you. If you put it in, you're not going to like what you see. All of you may not like what you see. So we'll play with that tool coming up. Plus, we'll get your phone calls, 888-808-1019. Let's be first on the conversation that may dominate most baseball days after the Yankees lose, which is Brian Cashman made the lineup. Aaron Boone's an idiot. Too much information.
Depends on what the lineup looks like tomorrow.
That is true.
Let's not lose sight of the fact that Cashman also has to be made aware when any star player's sitting, too. But, he doesn't have any input.
Yeah, more on that, because Brian Cashman is aware when a star player sits, and I think there's great reasons for it. We'll address it coming up. Our friends at Town Fair Tire remind you that at Town Fair Tire, you always get the guaranteed lowest price on name brand tires from Connecticut to Maine. Nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody.
If you're looking to level up your wardrobe, check out Collars & Co. You might have seen them on Shark Tank where they landed a deal with Mark Cuban. They're the team behind the dress collar polo that sold over 1 million shirts, and now they've launched the Maverick Performance Blazer. And this thing is legit. Sharp, lightweight, and completely wrinkle-resistant, making it perfect for travel. You just pack it up and it comes out looking fresh. Plus, you get smart features like security zip pockets, a sunglasses loop, and an optional pocket square. So hit up my guys over at collarsandco.com. Use code Tiki for 20% off. That's at collarsandco.com.
And this portion of the program is sponsored by Amazon Hub Delivery. The portion of the program is also sponsored by Ray Katina, Mercedes-Benz of Edison.
Hey, business owners, it's Tiki Barber. Are you looking to earn extra money? Of course you are. When your business partners with Amazon Hub Delivery, you simply drop off packages to Amazon customers in your neighborhood. Get started at amazon.com/hub delivery.
Mercedes-Benz of Edison is more than a dealership. They're a luxury destination where exceptional vehicles meet exceptional people. It's why Cars.com named Mercedes-Benz of Edison the top Mercedes-Benz dealer in the U.S. for 2025. Discover yours at RayCatinaEdison.com.
Holy moly!
The Yankees go west to start the 2026 season with one mission: capture another World Series championship.
Victory for the New York Yankees. What a catch by Bellinger, coming in a screaming, sinking line drive.
The journey toward the Canyon of Heroes begins in San Francisco as Captain America and the Bombers face the Giants by the Bay. 8:05 tomorrow night.
And that's the ball game.
On your exclusive home for New York Yankees baseball. 1019 FM WFAN.
Hey guys, let's get real for a second. When it comes to performance, good enough isn't good enough. And that's exactly why Blue Chew just raised the bar. Blue Chew Gold tablets go further than others, combining 2 proven ingredients for circulation plus apomorphine and oxytocin to enhance arousal, desire, and connection from the inside out. Get started today at BlueChew.com. And now we've got a special deal for our listeners. Get 10% off the first month of Blue Chew Gold with promo code WFAN. Visit BlueChew.com for more details and important safety information.
Todd, I've come to Ramsey Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram to make a declaration of deals on all Jeeps at Ramsey.
And during the Declaration of Deals sales event happening now, you can save big on a new 2025 Jeep Grand Cherokee El Laredo X 4x4.
Lease for $199 a month for 24 months or purchase with 0% APR financing for 60 months.
And no monthly payment for 90 days.
Check out the new 2026 Jeep Wrangler 4-Door Sport S 4x4 for just $289 a month for 36 months.
Or purchase and get 0% APR for 36 months and no monthly payments for 90 days.
The Declaration of Deals sales event at Ramsey Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram.
Exceptional people, exceptional deals.
Call 833-853-2969 for details. $2,500 down plus tax, title, registration, and fees. 0 security deposit. BIN number S8737680. 0% APR at $1667 per $1,000 financed. BIN number TW238472. 0% APR at $2778 per $1,000 financed. Deferred payment for qualified buyers through Stellantis Financial. Interest accrues from date of purchase. Offers end 3/31/26.
Pizza's here.
Oh, great. I'd love some, but I'm worried about my stomach issues.
If you're worried about having diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain,
constipation or loose, oily stools, it may not just be stomach issues. It could be a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and talk to your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
Indeed presents hires you can't afford to get wrong, like a staff accountant at the height of tax season.
Congrats, looks like the company owes, $50 in taxes. How about that?
That seems low. Why only 50?
Why do you care so much? It's not your money.
This is the job for sponsored jobs. This is what happens when you don't sponsor your job on Indeed. Next time, get matched with quality candidates with Indeed sponsored jobs. Visit Indeed.com/hire now and sponsor your job today.
I need a little range, step to the range, come on, meet me at the
Introducing the new Chick-fil-A Jalapeno Ranch Club Sandwich. With that juicy Chick-fil-A chicken on a buttermilk ranch bun, jalapeno ranch sauce, and pickled jalapenos, it's a little ranch with a lot of kick. The new Chick-fil-A Jalapeno Ranch Club with original spicy or grilled filet. Available for a limited time only. Order ahead on the Chick-fil-A app.
Hi, this is John Starks. At John Starks Kia, we don't play games. No gimmicks, no tricks, no hidden fees, no surprises, and no money down. Lease a new 26 Kia Sportage for just $299 a month with zero due at signing. Or get 0% APR up to 48 months. What we say is what it is, period. See you at John Starks Kia in Queens.
36-month lease excludes tax, title, and MV fees. No security deposit required. 10,000 miles per year. Must finance through Kia Finance America. $20.83 per month per 1,000 finance. Upon approved credit on select models. Expires March 31st.
I'm a 100% kind of guy, so I got Verizon Fios. It's 100% fiber internet because I do everything at 100%.
What game should we watch?
100% of them.
She hits a
Penalty kick.
out of the park!
From way downtown for a
Beautiful shot onto the green.
You either have 100% fiber internet or you don't. Get Verizon Fios. It's super fast and reliable with ultra low lag. It's 100% or nothing. Call 1-833-VERIZON to switch today.
Running a business means wearing multiple hats. So if you're like me, you probably started out using your personal phone, taking client calls and texts nonstop. As my business grew, I needed something smarter. That's when I switched to Quo, the #1 business phone system. Quo works right on your phone or computer. No carrying 2 phones, no clunky landline, just one easy app you can try for free. Your team can share one number and handle calls and texts together like a shared inbox. Any teammate can jump into the conversation, so customers get faster responses. And Quo's AI assistant summarizes your calls and responds to customers 24/7, so you never miss a lead or opportunity. All this starts at just $15 a month. That's basically 2 coffees. You can even keep your current business phone number. Find out why 90,000 businesses trust Quo. No missed calls, no missed customers. Try Quo for free at quo.com/sports. That's quo.com/sports to try Quo free. QUO.com/SPORTS.
Your official station to talk Yankees. The Fan, 101.9 FM and always live on the free Odyssey app. Download it today.
Before we get to your phone calls, as Yankee fans are already set to complain about who makes the lineup, what the lineup should look like on the eve of opening day, I was playing with my toy. That's the Baseball Musings lineup toy. Since Sean thinks the Yankees only rely on analytics, I wonder what you would think if they relied on this website and its tool to create the optimal lineup. And basically, they take the stats of the players and they tell you, using mathematics, the most runs they would score with this lineup. And I warned you, you're not going to like what you hear, but it's going to prove something I have been saying for multiple years. So tell me if you'd be good with this if Aaron Boone announced the starting lineup tomorrow night in San Francisco, featured, as I've tried to tell you, Aaron Judge leading off. Told you.
Well,
Told you.
I don't mind that.
I tried to tell you.
I mean, it makes sense. The reasoning that you always give to why Aaron Judge should lead off is simply because he's going to get an extra at bat.
He's going to get
potentially.
He's going to get the most plate appearances, and if they decide to walk him, great. I got the leadoff man on. My chances of scoring are higher. Dodgers do it with Shohei Ohtani, but here's the rest of the lineup. I'm not sure Sean will like it very much. Judge leading off. Stop me when you're like really pissed. Okay, I think Judge leading off you could accept even if you disagree with it.
Again, they only have 3 right-handed bats, so Boone can't possibly do that.
That's true. He likes splitting up the righties and the lefties. Tell me what you think of this lineup. Aaron Judge leading off. Cody Bellinger batting second. Trent Grisham batting third.
Okay.
We're still good. Jazz Chisholm clean up. Ben Rice 5. Giancarlo 6. Wells 7. McMahon 8. Caballero 9. You like that lineup?
I'm actually not, I don't mind that lineup.
Optimized. Now, for the Met fans
it's not
out there.
bad. If as long as you can get over Judge leading off, that's not a bad lineup.
The Grisham batting third thing, I can't go with.
Why?
He's already hitting leadoff.
Why? Because I just don't.
Because of his history or because of... I mean, last year he had a fantastic season.
I know.
His OPS was over 800 for the first time in his career.
I'm not benching him off of a bad spring training by any stretch. I just don't know if I want him in the middle of the order. I just don't feel comfortable with that.
I mean, it's middle, but not really. It's kind of
batting third.
It's still top, kind of.
You're guaranteed a first inning at bat. You guarantee first inning at bats to your best hitters. Do you think Trent Grisham is one of their 3 best hitters?
He's going to lead off, though. So you do have an issue with the lineup.
Yeah, I wouldn't build it that way. By the way, me saying I believe Aaron Boone makes the lineup and using information is good doesn't mean I blindly agree with it. Dopey lineup, Sean.
Okay.
When have I said I love the Yankee lineup?
But
I haven't
Evan,
said that.
You're using a website that's going to use information that's telling you Trent Grisham should hit in the top 3 spots in the order.
It's also telling you that Aaron Judge should lead off. But here's the real my real favorite part. I put the Mets in. You guys want to guess who the leadoff hitter
Juan
is?
Soto.
It's definitely Juan
So
Soto.
the website cheat code is best player hits leadoff. We figured it out.
Yes.
By the way, what's wrong with that?
Well, I think it's probably on base, right?
Yeah, I think getting on base and having pop is, a good thing. They reward you for that.
Juan Soto.
I would leave Soto off. Their lineup, listen to this Met lineup. Tell me if there's anything wrong with
Soto
it.
doesn't want to lead off. That's the issue.
I asked Mendy about that. He said he'll do anything for the team.
Really?
Including moving to left field. Yeah. Soto, Lindor, Bichette, Polanco, Simeon, Robert Jr., Alvarez, Beatty, Benj. It's not bad.
No.
I'd flip Alvarez and Beatty and we're good to go. That's what I would do. Bang! See? Sometimes information is good. Sometimes the information leads you down the right direction. But I'll make you this long-term prediction because we're not there yet. I don't think Aaron Boone is there yet. I don't think Carlos Mendoza is there yet. But they will get there. They will get there soon enough. The best hitters will eventually become the leadoff hitter. Like, we've already moved to where the best hitter bats second, and we've accepted that. Most people have. We will live in a world eventually when managers understand that your best hitter should be a leadoff hitter. It's the way it's always should have been, but sometimes change takes time.
Yeah. I just don't know if it's coming anytime soon to the Bronx.
5 years.
5 years?
Yeah, I give it 5 years, which means Judge may not be your best player in 5 years.
Yeah.
So you know what I'm trying to tell you is George Lombard Jr. is going to be your leadoff hitter in 5 years. Sean's shaking his head like, sounds good to me.
At this point, he better be.
All right, let's get to your calls. 888-808-1019. I assume everybody agrees with me, so we'll start it off with Randy in Brooklyn. Hey, Randy.
Evan, Tiki, good morning. I love you guys. Evan, I got to tell you, you drive me crazy at times, but you're the same guy that I would sit and have a beer and a hot dog and talk baseball all day.
Nice.
With that being said, you're flip-flopping.
How's
if
that?
you take the human wait, let me just finish. If you take the human aspect out of it, okay, I do agree with you, knowledge is power. But how can you let analytics dictate how your team is going to run all the time? What do you need a manager? What do you need a head coach for?
Because they need to
It makes no
interpret.
sense.
Because they need to interpret information. Are you saying that a lineup and decisions should just be made based on what then? If you're not using information.
Well, no, I agree with the information, but you're hiring your manager. Would you take a Bill Belichick and a Parcells and put them all in one coach or manager in baseball, and would you let analytics run your team, or would you let that phenomenal manager run your team? You need both. You need knowledge.
Yeah, but I think you're taking the conversation and you're screwing around with it. Do you not think Bill Belichick and Bill Parcells used information? They interpreted it really well, and they made great decisions. And also, coaching in the NFL is far different, so I don't want to necessarily say it's apples to apples.
Right, because so much is dependent upon what a defense is going to do.
No doubt.
I think you're kind of missing the point, though, Evan. I think we're all in agreement you use information. What we're saying is there is no balance when it comes to the Yankees.
You're wrong.
It's just information.
No, that's
Belichick
not
and
true.
Parcells would
That's
be
not-
information plus leaning on their gut. There's no gut instinct with the Yankees.
What makes you say that? What makes you think the Yankees use more information or analytics, the curse word, than every other team in baseball, other than you just feeling
Again,
that way?
that is not what I said. Other teams may do the same thing. I'm not worried about those teams. I think they're doing it wrong as well. What I'm saying is, a perfect example, we went over, I guess we're going to lean on this because this became the story because Boone answered it, the Dominguez thing from last year. When a guy is riding hot and you're building momentum, just because the next day says, well, the starting pitcher does this and that, sometimes you got to lean on the hot and let them break through. Because guess what? Analytics are also. I'm sorry. Information is also based on in this spot is if you just strictly rely on the information of guys in the past, you don't allow them to kind of change the story on information if you never use your gut either.
Yeah, I think the Dominguez thing is a little bit different. And here's my conclusion I've come with Jason Dominguez. And maybe you guys have come to this conclusion a while ago. I don't think they believe in him.
No,
I just don't think they think he's any good.
I agree with you. I think they're waiting to see if somebody's going to come make an offer, and he's likely going to get traded.
I kind of agree with you.
Then they don't believe in Spencer Jones either because he did more than enough last year.
No, hold on. And this is what I want to get to.
We haven't seen Spencer Jones.
Exactly.
But he still feels prospecty. The Martian isn't prospecty anymore.
Okay,
he should have made it already.
But
and he has it.
We had a pretty big window last year when Aaron Judge got hurt, got put on the IL to see Spencer Jones, and they elected not to.
Well, here's what I'd say about Spencer Jones, guys, and obviously performance in AAA is going to matter. So I'm projecting what these guys are going to do in the minor leagues. If there's an injury in the outfield or Trent Grisham is hitting 155, the first call isn't going to be to Dominguez. I think it's going to be to Spencer Jones.
Feels like it.
And I think a big part of it is defense.
Yeah.
And I think that's a big part of why they don't like the player. So I think that leads to a different discussion. Yes, we had fun with Aaron Boone claiming you said something wrong. I fact-checked him. But the reality is, and Boone's not going to say it and Cash isn't going to say it, I don't think they like the player. I think they've come to the conclusion that Jason Dominguez is not the Martian. He's not the guy they thought he was.
All right, so I did this, Evan. I did your baseball musings.
Yes, the lineup tool
with the guys who I'm projecting to be whatever first, second, third, etc. DH. Here's my lineup.
Yes,
best lineup. Jose Caballero.
Excuse me,
leading off.
What?
He's got to play shortstop.
I know why you did that. You probably just included his Yankee numbers, which was a small sample size.
Yes.
He can't lead off.
It doesn't matter.
Right,
this is what I got. I did last year's numbers from all the guys that I think are going to play it this year.
Right. And keep in mind, Caballero was only here for like 5 minutes.
Exactly. Aaron Judge, which is normal.
Yeah.
Trent Grisham is consistently at third.
Jeez.
Same with yours. Same with mine. For the top 4 or 5 lineups is Trent Grisham batting third. Giancarlo Stanton cleaning up, Ben Rice, Jazz Chisholm in the 6 hole, Cody Bellinger, Austin Wells, Ryan McMahon.
Yeah, I can't get past Caballero 1 and Grisham 3. One thing that
this is a fun little tool.
I told you these tools are fun. One thing that was said in the Chris Kirshner piece in The Athletic, which I thought was interesting, and Sean has a problem with, but I totally understand, is that when Aaron Boone makes a lineup decision, especially one that involves a veteran player. And the example they used was last year in the postseason, they sat Jazz Chisholm against Garrett Crochet, as you recall, and Ahmed Rosario made the start. Boone, because it's a star-ish player sitting, will inform Brian Cashman, hey, I want to give you a heads up, I'm sitting Jazz Chisholm. And the reason Cashman wants to know is so that if he gets a call from an agent saying, why is my client not playing, he's not going to be blindsided. Or if Joel Sherman calls him up and says, Jazz Chisholm,
right,
he wants to be ready for it, which I completely understand. I don't know why one would be against that.
Yeah, it gives you the indication, though, that Aaron Boone is the one making the lineups. That's why that little piece of that story is inserted.
Oh, well, but do we think it's not true?
I mean, I'm gonna assume yes because he said it.
Yeah,
and it was reported. So I'm trusting the, I don't know, legitimacy of the reporting.
No, you're trusting that Aaron Boone isn't lying to you.
Yes.
And that's really what it comes down to. It comes down to you think he's a liar, you think he's telling you the truth.
Shut up, Tubby.
Do you have a problem with Boone telling Cashman and giving him a heads up that they're going to sit Jazz Chisholm in a playoff game?
I don't, but I also think that this is something, again, when Brian Cashman says, like, oh, you know, whatever, I need to get involved, ask Joe Torre. Joe Torre is not telling Brian Cashman that he's sitting Jazz Chisholm in a playoff game. You know what I mean?
That may, but sure. And I'm going to counter with, it's such a different era now. Like, I'm not sure that Cecil Fielder's agent was going to call up the general manager to complain about not starting in a playoff game, while in 2025, and this is not a knock on Jazz Chisholm, I think every player would be in this regard, it's just likelier that you're going to deal with maybe the blowback from an agent. So I don't know if it's the same apples to apples comp using Joe Torre from 30 years ago.
And I would counter that by saying I know that's different than making a lineup, but I think that's also the point that Yankee fans have made. It's not the same based on all the information and the general manager being involved. And I think Brian Cashman wants to have his cake and eat it too with how he's involved and how he's not. That's the point. It is different.
Let's go to Mark in Huntington, New York. What's up, Mark?
How's it going, guys? I'm coming down sort of firmly in the middle between you two.
That's all right.
I'm taking a stand here. I'm sure you guys know this, but I guess you have to kind of look at information, to me at least, is weighted. Some is more valuable than other information.
Right.
And also it's all about the context, when and where it's used, how it's used, and it has to be situational as well. And I think back, and I'm sure Evan will know what this is. A few years back, there was a game, either a playoff game or a World Series game, where a pitcher was pulled because of analytics.
Blake Snell, Tampa Bay Rays, 2020.
Yeah. That's the one. And you basically saw his teammates deflate. So somehow you have to work emotion and reading the room into the equation.
You're right, but that's also how Cash got that's how he got them there. Right?
Yes, Kevin Cash, by the way.
Kevin Cash, yes. That's how he got them there.
Yeah, Blake Snell didn't go deep into games. Like, his deepest performance that season was 5 2/3 innings. Like, the most pitches he threw, he had over 100 like 3 times. It wasn't something that he was doing very often.
So what were the circumstances of that World Series game?
Well, he pitched into the 6th inning. It was 5 it was basically what I hate to tell you this because I'm looking at the numbers. It was what he did in the regular season.
Okay, so but where was he?
It was the 6th inning. He had given up 1 run. He was at 5 1/3 innings, 2 hits, 1 run. The difference was his
how many pitches was
73. It was a low pitch count.
Yeah.
So that's
why it made it feel egregious.
What made it feel egregious? Here's what really made it feel egregious. We weren't watching the Rays all season. And so what's egregious is 73 pitches in a World Series game when he's locked in.
Yeah,
while Kevin Cash could have said, hey, dude, I do this all year. Now, no one's saying that's right that he did it all year because we've seen recently with Blake Snell, he could actually go deeper into games, as we've seen with the Dodgers. So they've treated him a little bit differently when he left Tampa Bay. But that was, and our last caller's right, that was like a huge deal. And I wasn't sitting there defending Kevin Cash by a stretch. It was just that we need to understand that this is what they did.
Right.
It was normal.
It was his process. It's not that you're knocking him as a feel manager or gut feel manager, but it was just his process. It's what they did for years. And it's what, I mean, he's still the manager down there.
No, I know. I think he's one of the longest tenured managers in all of baseball. But it's tough to get nuts when you do something all year. It gets you to the place where you're in the 6th game of the World Series. And now everyone else who hasn't watched you all year is expecting you to do something completely different.
Right.
Do you have an issue with the fact, because Aaron Boone made very clear in this piece, or it's alluded to, that he really wants to split up lefties and righties when he can? You made a sarcastic comment about it earlier, Sean. Is that really such a bad thing?
But what's his reasoning for it?
Well, I can give you a reasoning without even asking Aaron.
Go ahead.
Like, with the 3-batter minimum, you don't want to give a relief pitcher an easier lane when it comes into terms of when they come into a game.
But what if wherever you are in your lineup just hits both sides really well?
Then I would not care about it quite as much. I agree with you, because there are certain players who, like Cody Bellinger is a great example of. Cody Bellinger's numbers against lefties are very good.
Right.
So why would you be so crazy about needing to split him up when a lefty reliever comes in? You're kind of looking over saying, hey, Cody was actually better against lefties than righties. We're good to go. So I agree with you in a case like Bellinger, but for the most part, hitters tend to struggle when they're facing someone from the same hand side.
Of course.
And so what's wrong with that? And by the way, that's as old as time, too, that you would prefer to not have lefties all in a row.
No, I have less of an issue with that, but more back to like the roster building. Could we have used one more everyday righty this offseason?
Oh, so that's different. Now you're forming into the roster discussion with Brian Cashman.
Yes. They were pretty good. Which leads me back to, again, the point I've made forever. My issue continues to be Brian Cashman more than Aaron Boone.
Yeah, but that's a different argument. Brian Cashman building the roster and what he does during the offseason to build the right roster is far different than him being too handsy or the lineup being too reliant on analytics. That's not the same thing at all. So you're moving the goalpost, Sean.
No, it's not moving the goalpost because it's all connected. Because as part of this, Brian Cashman, you can't tell me he doesn't try to be the smartest man in the room. Like, you guys keep talking about Trent Grisham hitting 130 and being, like, sent down. You watch. Trent Grisham, if he does, and I actually hope he does.
He would not be sent down, by the way. He cannot be sent down.
You know what I mean?
meant benched. Yes.
Okay. My point is, this is where he will have the input on the lineup. He spent the money on Trent Grisham. This isn't the first time he spent money on a guy who will struggle. He ain't going to go, if he goes 3 weeks with sucking, they're not going to go, here's Spencer Jones. Brian Cashman, because he did this in the offseason, will talk to Aaron Boone, and they will let Trent Grisham go 8 weeks of sucking before they do that.
Well, it's a very fair question to ask, also trying to be fair. How long should Trent Grisham get before Aaron Boone says, I can't play you every day?
I mean, you QO'd him to be your center fielder.
Yeah, but you can't think about it that way because that's exactly what Sean's saying.
But they do it. This is Aaron Hicks.
Forget about what they've done and forget about what they do. Let's talk about what they should do. We're sitting around as baseball guys. Let's have a conversation instead of just assuming, well, they're not going to do it.
I mean, but he's also a veteran. And so how much of this is trusting a veteran to be a veteran and get out of it?
You can't do that when the year before that he hit 190 and the year before that he hit 198 and the year before that he hit 184.
But not last year.
But that's 1 year. I just gave you the last 3 years.
I understand that. But
so you're going to trust last year more than the last 3 years?
Last year is your only experience with him.
No, the year before that. Year before that he was here, played half the games, hit 190.
Yeah.
And oh, by the way, rode with Alex Verdugo while he sucked because you had to prove that you really wanted him and you were smart in trading for him. Rode the last 2 years with Anthony Volpe while he stunk.
I got to be honest. I didn't even know that I don't even remember Trent Grisham being on the team.
Most people forget.
You know why you don't remember, Tiki? Because they didn't, while they love him now, give him a chance while Verdugo stunk because they had to keep playing Verdugo.
Okay. You're very bitter. Can we try again?
Because
Let's just try.
I'm right. I'm bitter when I'm right and I get told I'm wrong.
Because he's giving the examples of why he feels this way.
Okay. Let's try this one more time. We'll be very peaceful. Let's say Trent Grisham, and I hate to be negative, but I think we have to have these discussions.
He could hit 300 this year.
He could hit 350. He could be amazing. I hope he does. I got nothing against Trent Grisham, especially to prove you guys wrong. Let's say
he's not hitting 350.
No, I know that. Let's say spring training continues and Trent really struggles.
Mm-hmm.
You're talking about a player who's a career 218 hitter. You're talking about a player that last year feels like an outlier season when you look at the rest of his career. So you're not talking about someone with a long track record where you say, hey, look, you got a long track record. I'm going to give you time. Jorge Polanco has a track record. The Mets are going to give him time, rightfully so. Cody Bellinger has a great track record, even though it's been up and down. You're going to give him time. Trent Grisham is not that guy. I don't care how much money he's making. And for the sake of this, we're talking about what we would do. How long would it take before you say, you know what? He's not hitting. I got 2 guys in the minor leagues who can bust onto the scene.
A month.
I completely agree with you. May 1st, right?
Yep.
May 1st.
May 1st.
Totally with on May 1st.
May the 1st be with you.
On May the 1st. And it's not about DFAing him. It's not because you're not going to do that. Not even saying you should. It's about saying you're no longer my everyday center fielder.
Right. That's a Friday.
That's a Friday?
Yes.
Who they play that day? We know that? I could look that up.
I just know it's a Friday.
It's a Friday. But that would be the day. It's a little bit more than a month because obviously the season starts a few days earlier than April 1st. Starts tomorrow, March 25th. I completely agree. I think for someone whose sample size in his career trends mostly as not good.
Average as a hitter.
I mean, you're being very kind.
And let's remember, while he had a great year, towards the end of September and then all of October, he stunk. We went back to his means, too.
Okay. If you want to include that, that is fair game for you.
While Jason Dominguez came up in the elimination day and ripped a double off the bench after not playing for 4 weeks.
So you're just mad that Cashman gave him a qualifying offer.
Yes.
I know, but he can't get. We're trying to have an intelligent conversation. You keep
especially
whining.
when you had 2 kids in the minor leagues that were willing and ready to fill that void. Why even QO?
You're stoking the fire, Tiki.
I'm just not. I'm explaining to you why Sean is so mad about this.
No, you're missing I know why he's mad. I respect it. I'm asking, hey, it's the day before opening day. Let's have a nice, calm conversation on when we would bench this man if he wasn't performing.
I think a month is right.
Okay.
Yes.
Tiki gave an answer. I gave an answer. You just spent 5 minutes bitching until you finally was like, a month is right.
I literally said it before the last segment. I said
No,
3
you
weeks,
didn't.
4 weeks, and then we got to pull the plug.
So May 1st is your date?
Yes.
Okay. I agree with you. And
actually, you know what? April 26th.
He's going to True Month. And here's what I would do for you. Even if we disagree about the way the sausage is made, even if we disagree on who makes the lineup, I promise you this, because you know you're not getting it from our fellow friend at 2 o'clock.
Suck it!
I mean, Craig may, but not the other guy.
Welcome to hell!
I will be your ally in using this microphone as a bully pulpit to demand that Trent Grisham sits and one of the kids come up. I'm with you.
Also feels dirty again because he's a Yankee and we want him to play well, but the point stands.
No. It's not that you're rooting for him.
You're hoping for him to have a similar season that he did a year ago.
Exactly. I want the money not to be wasted, but ultimately I don't want them to rely on the money as a reason why you continue to play him if he struggles.
Yeah, I think there's a middle ground that complicates it. Like if he's hitting 225 with a little bit of pop and a 732 OPS, like it's more in the middle in terms of what you do. But if he's just flat out bad, sometimes you have to ignore money. I mean, I give the Mets credit with Sean Manaea.
Right.
Sean Manaea makes $25 million a year. In fact, if you look at the entire Met rotation, I have to do some quick math on this. Sean Manaea almost makes more money than everybody combined. Like, It's not true, but it's sort of close. He makes the most, I'll tell you that, of anybody in that rotation. He makes more than Nolan McClain. He makes more than Clay Holmes. He makes more than Kodai Senga. And he certainly makes more than Freddie Peralta, who makes nothing. I think he makes like $8 million.
He is at 8.
$8 million. I mean, Sean Manaea makes triple the amount of the top two guys in the rotation. And so that's
nuts.
It's nuts, but it's
that's baseball, though, and it just is what it is.
But it's also smart that they are saying we're not going to let the salary determine that he's in the rotation.
No, you're right.
And if
I think he earned his way out of the rotation.
And if Trent Grisham earns his way out of being the everyday center fielder, I'll be your ally.
Yeah, I would also say this also, could we just say not just for Trent Grisham, if Austin Wells can't hit a lick this year and you want to catch Ben Rice and put Bellinger at first, I think there's other avenues here to get Spencer Jones and Dominguez up as well.
I understand. I get you. Let's go to the guy whose point is Evan is stupid. I look forward to that. You're very excited about that call, right?
Yeah, I'm labeling these fun today.
Mike's down in Miami. Mike, explain why I'm stupid.
Because you don't put Judge 1. Because you want to put, let's say, for example, you have Caballero, Bellinger, Judge, Rice, Stanton. You want to have Judge get on base when people are on base. You want Judge to hit a solo home run in the 8th inning when we are down, or the 2. No, you want him to hit a 2 or 3-run home run.
Why can't
you got Judge 1, you bat 2 or 3. That's what the analytics say. Your best power is you bat 2 or 3, not 1.
Why? I mean, the only time he's guaranteed to not come up with guys on base is in the first inning. After that, he could come up with guys on base every time.
Okay, but like when we had Soto and Judge, we like bat Soto 2 and Judge 3.
Why are you bringing up a guy that's not on your team? That's irrelevant. He's not on the team. If he was on the team, we'd have a different discussion on who's leading off. Keep this in mind. When you start a baseball game, let's use tomorrow night as an example. You're facing Logan Webb, one of the better pitchers in baseball. Smart guy. Very smart guy, that Logan Webb. In the top of the first inning, what if he pitches around Aaron Judge? What if he says, screw this, I'm not dealing with him?
Yeah.
You got the first guy on base with nobody out. You know your chances of scoring just increased by a lot?
As long as whoever's behind him actually can put bat on ball.
Well, what if there's 2 outs and nobody on when Judge is hitting third and the same thing happens?
Yeah, then at least he maybe can hit a home run.
Where do you have a better chance of scoring?
I mean,
I just beat you on that one.
You did, but probably it ultimately is Judge hitting home run.
I understand. And then the other thing that really, to me, takes the cake is that you're guaranteeing that guy is going to get more plate appearances because there are going to be games.
I mean, that's the one benefit.
That's a huge benefit.
But when you look at the back end of whoever this lineup's going to be for the Yankees, we don't know yet, but we'll assume it's Wells and Ryan McMahon. Like, their on-base percentage is under 300.
So maybe you're making a mistake batting them 9th. Maybe you're not thinking about it the right way. You know who should bat 9th?
Who?
Trent Grisham.
Oh, now you sound like Tommy.
When did Tommy say Trent Grisham should bat 9th?
But you want to spread everybody out.
I don't want to spread everybody out. I want the 9th place hitter to have a high on-base percentage. It's very different.
I agree.
I look at the 9th place hitter as like my secondary leadoff man because the guy coming up after the 9th place hitter, like I would put my weaker hitters at 6, 7, 8 or 6, 7.
6, 7.
I didn't even mean to do that. By the way, you know how many points St. John scored on Sunday?
67.
Yeah. Did kids make a big deal out of that?
You know what? I had to put my cruise control on coming home the other day? 67.
Do you know how tall Aaron Judge is?
6'7".
Here we go. No, I don't want to spread my lineup out. I like having my 9th place hitter with a high on-base percentage because then...
That's Trent. To your point, that's Trent Grisham.
But is that's not a crazy point?
Or Jose Caballero based on last season.
Yeah, it's a small sample size, but
course.
Point well taken. And I think the same way with the Mets, which is why, you know who I think should hit 9th for the Mets?
Who?
Carson Bench.
I like it.
Who's on the team, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes.
We'll take more of your calls next. Plus, we'll have a discussion on Carson Bench. What are the realistic expectations for a kid who's making his major league debut on opening day? And, oh, by the way, Carson, congratulations. You're going to make your major league debut and have your first major league at-bat against Paul Skeens.
This Fan Focus is sponsored by Chef IQ, precision cooking, effortless results, chefiq.com. What can only be described as the biggest disgraceful night for the Rangers at Madison Square Garden ever. The Blue Shirts mustered just 9 shots last night. Yes, 9 shots, the fewest in a game by an NHL team since 2003, and matching their franchise worst last accomplished in 1955. Their tank continues. And the tank of the Nets continues as they lost 134-99 in Portland last night. It's the Blazers' largest margin of victory in a game this year. So fun times for the rare Ranger and Net fan combos.
This is going to stun you, so I hope you're sitting down over there.
I'm sitting.
All right. Big Mac, very loyal coworker. He listens all the time. He's informed us that he will have a longer leash for Trent Grisham.
Suck it! Oh, will he? Shocking.
He said, I'm going to wait a little bit longer, but eventually I will call for the kids.
Welcome to hell! At the All-Star break.
Chris McGonigal. Ever wonder why Fanatics Sportsbook is America's fastest online growing sportsbook? Other sportsbooks, well, their rewards are just the same old, same old. But FanCash is the ultimate sports currency, and betting with Fanatics lets you stack FanCash. With Fanatics Sportsbook, you can get up to 10% fan cash back on your wagers. Win or lose, use your fan cash to unlock the world of Fanatics with unlimited profit boosts, exclusive merch, collectibles, and so much more. If you want value for bets, Fanatics will always have your back. And don't forget about fan cash draws. It's simple. Choose your draw and enter with fan cash for a shot at no sweat bets, casino credit, premium sports experiences, tickets, and more. Extraordinary prizes await. Did I also mention they're giving away millions in fan cash this year? With games like Fan Cash Drop. Tap in every Friday and see what all the fuss is about. Switch to a sportsbook that will always give you more to play with. Download the Fanatics Sportsbook app today. Winning hits different here. Must be 21 or over. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. New York residents call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369.
And this Odyssey Sports Minute is brought to you by Dr. Jay Shah at Samwell Institute for Pain Management. Visit SamwellPain.com.
This is an Odyssey Sports Minute.
The date for Travis Kelce is set. No, not that date. Although if you scroll through social media, it sounds like this June will be it for Kelce and Taylor Swift to finally tie the knot. I'm talking about Kelce's inevitable retirement with the announcement yesterday of a 3-year, $54 million extension that's really just a year at $12 million, built to be ripped up next June. The writing is on the wall. Year 14 in KC will be Kelce's last. I'm Chris Mack.
America, look around. Everywhere you go, prices are still high. Rates have been whipsawing markets, and the debt and spending don't exactly scream stability. If your retirement is mostly stocks and bonds, you may be taking a risk, more risk than you think. And when you're near retirement, a sharp drawdown at the wrong time can do real damage. Experts say diversifying with intention is the #1 secret account that all American smart money uses to hedge against instability. Its precious metals, silver, and gold is having a spectacular bull run. Would it not make sense to get in before the rocket takes off? Monetary Gold have been around since 2000, witnessing multiple economic setbacks. They have the experience to help tailor your portfolio to your needs. If you call now, they will cover up to a lifetime of your IRA fees on qualified accounts. Call Monetary Gold now at 877-NOW-GOLD. That's 877-NOW-GOLD. Performance may vary. You should always consult your financial and tax professional. That's 877-NOW-GOLD.
It's a fact. Town Fair Tire is the area's largest name brand discount tire dealer. It's a fact. Town Fair Tire sells Toyo tires for the guaranteed lowest price. Plus, Town Fair gives you more free services than any other tire dealer for the life of your Toyo tires. So, if you're looking for Toyo tires, nobody beats a Town Fair Tire deal. Nobody. And that, my friends, is a fact.
Name brands at discount prices. Town Fair Tire.
Where you learn matters. At Monmouth University, students study on a vibrant coastal campus with direct access to research, culture, and industry. From classrooms to competition, from creativity to career prep, Monmouth offers a vantage point shaped by location and purpose, blending a personalized learning experience with Division I pride and a rising national profile. Bigger thinking, more inspired. You amplified. Amplify your future at Monmouth University. Learn more at monmouth.edu/amplified.
Become a Yankees Universe Fan Club member today. Explorer and Rookie membership packages are now available. And every Yankees Universe member receives a membership card, 2 tickets to a 2026 Yankees home game, access to a members-only website, and more. Plus, rookie members receive an official New York Yankees t-shirt. And best of all, a portion of every membership supports Memorial Sloan Kettering Cancer Center, benefiting pediatric cancer research. Join Yankees Universe today. Visit Yankees.com/universe.
The all-new 2026 Mazda CX-5 is designed to give you balance of style, advanced technology, and craftsmanship in a family-friendly SUV that delivers exceptional value. Get more with the all-new 2026 Mazda CX-5, the smart choice. Visit your local Mazda dealer or MazdaUSA.com.
During Lowe's Pro Savings Days, the job works in your favor. My Lowe's Pro Rewards members buy more and save more on materials they rely on every day. Get up to 25% off select molding when you spend $1,000 or more, and up to 25% off Pergo Evercraft laminate flooring. Put Pro Savings Days to work for you. Members get more at Lowe's. Valid through 3/27. Selection varies by location. While supplies last. Loyalty program subject to terms and conditions. Visit the Pro Desk or Lowes.com/terms for more details. Subject to change.
Pump up the volume.
Business moves fast. Orders roll in, deadlines close in. When you ship with USPS Ground Advantage, you can keep up with confidence. Every package stays in our secure network from dock to door. And with nationwide reach, dependable tracking, and upfront affordable pricing, you get built-in peace of mind. You run the business. We run the routes. Visit USPS.com/Ground Advantage to learn more.
Come visit the engagement experts at London Jewelers at any one of their 6 locations.
Talk sports with Craig Carton and Chris McMonagle on The Carton Show. Afternoons from 2 to 7 on WFAN, WFAN FM, WFAN FM HD1 New York, and Odyssey Sports Station.
I was never panicking. I was never worried. But yesterday, right here on Evan and Tiki, we were discussing why the Mets hadn't announced that Carson Bench was making the team, since it seemed so obvious with the way he played, with his performance, and obviously the situation in right field. Soon after we signed off the air, Carlos Mendoza did make it official that Carson Bench has not only made the team, he, of course, is the opening day right fielder for the New York Mets. And there is something very wholesome, exciting.
Wholesome?
And wholesome. I'm using the word wholesome.
That's interesting.
He's a young man who's making his major league debut. And in a weird way, it's more exciting than the middle of June. And I'll tell you why. Because most of the time when big prospects come up, you name the guy. It happens in the middle of the season.
Right.
And we'll talk about it, and it's the focus of that day because there's 162 games. So for that game, it's like, oh, Jason Dominguez is making his major league debut, what have you.
Cam Schlittler, Nolan McLean.
Schlittler, Nolan McLean. Absolutely great examples. But opening day feels so natural. Like your major league debut is on opening day. A lot of guys don't get to do that. Aaron Judge didn't do it.
Anthony Volpe did.
And Pete Alonso did. Those are some of the, I shouldn't have said his name, but you know what I mean?
It's all good.
Okay.
You got to get over the Pete Alonso thing.
Well, I am over it.
Good.
I just am trying to not mention his name.
Why?
I don't know. You walk around mentioning ex-girlfriends' names? No. I don't do that. I forgot their names. And it's a long list.
No, you didn't.
What? I didn't forget their names?
No, you didn't.
I actually did.
Of them.
All of them? Not all of them. Most of them, yeah. I couldn't name it. If you asked me to name the names of, I wouldn't be able to do it. I'd be able to describe them.
Right.
But I wouldn't be able to do the names.
This is what happened.
Yeah. Now, with that said, I know Met fans will give the kid a great standing ovation on Thursday at Citi Field to get a welcome, a great welcome. What are realistic expectations for a guy who was drafted a little bit more than a year ago, who has not played consistently at AAA, and now he's being thrown right in the mix as the everyday right fielder? Because I want to be realistic about it.
I mean, is he destined to be a star?
The way I read about Carson Bench and even watching him in spring training is that he isn't great at anything, but he's really good at a lot of things.
Right.
Like,
so he's not gonna, Pete Alonso it. He's not coming up here and hitting 50-something home runs.
Correct.
He's gonna have good at bats, probably not a ton of extra base hits, but he's gonna be a solid defender and be useful in moments, but not clutch all the time because he's a rookie.
How about this example? A more athletic, more consistent, much better defensive version of Brandon Nimmo. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
I mean, if that's what he turns into, would we be happy?
Yeah, of course.
Doesn't have to be a superstar. And I don't think Brandon was a superstar, but like a really good everyday player.
Just a good baseball player.
Yes. Now, it's tough to like kind of project it, but I look at his minor league numbers, I look at his tools, and I'm like, this guy could be a 280, 22 home runs, 22 stolen bases, really good defense. That's not a bad player.
No, it's not a bad player. I think the challenge is that when you get young kids coming up like this and they feel like physically put together. And he's not Herculean. He's not Aaron Judge. But if he doesn't hit 20 home runs or bat at 280-ish, as you were just mentioning, it almost feels like a disappointment, even though that could be really good, consistent baseball play.
Well, it's such an interesting question. He was a first-round pick. And when you're a first-round pick, even in baseball, when we don't necessarily know about you, you come with huge expectations. Because I'll give you a great example. And I'm going to use this guy as a comp for Met fans. And it's going to make them sick, but they're not going to realize things until I say it.
Yeah.
What if he becomes Michael Conforto? Now, off the top of your head, Sean, as a Yankee fan, if I said Michael Conforto as a Met, are you like, what's your reaction?
I want better, but nice enough career.
Okay, I think that's well said. Because at the end of the day, listen to some of the years Michael Conforto had in the prime of his career, the middle of his career, 24 through age 26. 27 home runs, 280 average, 940 OPS, 243 average, 28 home runs, 797 OPS, and then 33 home runs, 92 RBIs, 856 OPS. And then 2020, I don't even know what to do with that. It was a really good year, but I don't know what to do with it.
It's the COVID year, so.
And then 2021, his last year with the Mets, he had a really bad year, like a huge drop-off. But most of his Met career, he was pretty good. And oh, by the way, he hit 2 home runs in a World Series game. Like, that's not a bad career. Yet if I told Met fans today Carson Bench is the next Michael Conforto, they would not be happy.
Only because of how it ended.
Exactly.
Because how it ended and then what he did afterwards. Because he goes to San Francisco, he doesn't get over 750, 760 OPS.
Hold on one second. I know this may take time. How long will it take you to pull up new team Who Dis? 30 seconds?
A minute.
Okay, a minute. The reason I ask that, the reason I bring that up is Michael Conforto's had it. No, don't touch the computer.
I just looked.
What do you mean you look?
It's too bad. I looked already.
You look. We'll do it with Sean.
Yes.
He's not looking. He's looking for new team Who Dis.
New team Who Dis.
New team Who Dis, Sean. Michael Conforto.
Diamondback.
Incorrect. I'll give you a second guess.
Think Windy City.
What the hell was that?
White Sox.
What are you doing?
I'm a fat moron.
You're wrong.
No, we talked Windy City. We talked Boston.
He wasn't going to think Boston.
Because of the politics of Chicago.
Yes.
Yeah, he's a Chicago Cub.
He's a Cub.
Yeah, you didn't know that, did you?
I didn't either until I literally just looked.
That's the beauty of new team.
Make the roster?
He did. He made the Cubs. New team Who Dis? Michael Conforto.
Wow, so you have Conforto and PCA. Maybe big numbers there.
I see what you did there. If he becomes Brandon Nimmo, we'd probably say that was a pretty good Met career.
Right.
It's just tough sometimes.
He was on the Dodgers last year.
Yes, he was on the Dodgers. And what team was he on before that?
The Giants.
You're looking.
No, I told you. It was the Giants.
That's right. Yeah, Conforto's become a journeyman. And oddly enough, in these destinations he's been in the last 3 years, he hasn't been good.
Right.
Like, he's really fallen off. So, I mean, you're right, Sean. It's kind of the way it ended and what his career turned into. Like, Brandon Nimmo had a longer, sustained career.
If he had left, had that bad year with the Mets, then gone same path, gone to San Francisco, gone to L.A., and been really good, been an 820 OPS guy, hit 20-something home runs, you'd remember him more for what he was good at. Now it feels, with the Mets, now it feels like this is just who he is.
Yeah, I also think, and this is a rarity, Michael Conforto was a very, very hyped prospect. Like, we heard of him as soon as he was drafted. He was drafted 10th overall in 2014, and much like Carson Bench, he got to the major leagues a year later.
Right.
In fact, when he got called up in 2015, he was considered like a savior because the Met lineup was struggling. Now, Bench isn't making the team as a savior, obviously. He's just making the team as a guy who earned it and is going to be a part of the mix, right? There's a lot of good players on this team, especially in the lineup. So that part is different, but what's similar is that they got here very, very quickly. And I think when you get here very quickly and you're a first-round pick, you have huge expectations. The expectations for this kid is to be an all-star caliber player. And if he's not, then we'll view him like Michael Conforto, which feels unfair, especially considering the years I gave you that he had.
Right.
Either way, I ask you this question, because I want to be fair about the negativity that sometimes you have to bring up just to be, ask the questions. About 20 minutes ago, and you could rewind on the Odyssey app, we had a discussion about Trent Grisham. Like, hey, how much time would you give him before you say, hey, let me call up one of the kids and not stick with Trent Grisham? Carson Bench is a rookie. He has not played consistently above AAA. How patient would you be with him if he's overwhelmed by Major League starting pitching?
Well, I mean, there's a couple of track records you can look at. One is the Jason Dominguez. This is just using local guys who are top of mind right now. The other one is Anthony Volpe, who got ultimate runway.
Right, just keep going.
He got runway until he can't physically do it anymore because he had surgery this offseason. So I think it's a happy medium between that. You don't give him the entire season to just figure this thing out, especially with the expectations, the way that they are right now for the Mets. So, I mean, it's more than a month, that's for sure, but it's probably not more than 2 months.
If on May 3rd he's hitting 180 with a 535 OPS, what would you do? There's a reason I ask that. Be careful. Tread lightly.
Let him play through.
Let him play.
You got to. He's your first round pick.
Okay. Tiki's like, well, who do you have up your sleeve? The guy I have up my sleeve was not a Yankee or a Met. He was Dustin Pedroia, who I think we all, as much as we may not like him, have respect for him. And he actually went on one Rookie of the Year. But I remember the first month of his rookie season, he was bad. And they stuck with him. And he not only turned it around, he ended up having a wonderful rookie season and won Rookie of the Year. So it's a fine line. I would give him, believe it or not, more time than I would give Grisham, kind of like what you said. I'd probably say June.
It's because Grisham's a vet.
Yeah.
Think about
on a 1-year deal.
But how old is Carson Bench?
23. Or 22. Let me double check that.
20, whatever it is, 22 or 23. He's still very young. He hasn't been on a major league team. He hasn't been on a major league journey.
23.
Journey, meaning the travel that you go through. It's just it's daunting to now all of a sudden be in the major leagues and do all the things that major leaguers do. And sometimes it takes some time to adjust. It's just hard.
No, I understand. I would give him more time. I'd give him probably till June 1st. And then, look, sometimes prospects get sent down. And it works better for them. Michael Conforto actually got sent down, even after he had 2 home runs in a World Series game a couple of years later. So I'm excited to see him. It's always cool when you have a young player that you've heard about, and he made the team, and he earned it. And hopefully it works out better than Volpe. I don't mean to be a jerk, but we sit here years later, and obviously I know your feeling, Sean, towards Anthony Volpe. It's not positive. And he was the last guy, at least in New York sports or New York baseball, that this was similar to, getting called up to start your career at the beginning of a season.
And Volpe was a 30th pick.
Yeah, I think Volpe's also a valuable lesson that sending a guy down if they're struggling is not the worst thing. It doesn't mean their career's over because they didn't just stick the whole time.
The one thing is, do you consider, like Volpe's rookie season was odd because you look at it now and his numbers aren't great. Buddy had 21 home runs. Buddy stole 24 bases. And he played really good defense, won a Gold Glove. He hit 209, like it wasn't amazing. But I think you probably were more okay with that first season as it was happening. I think you look back at it now, and it's like, boy, this guy's been a disappointment.
Well, because you weren't Volpe reliant that year. And I think when you get past your rookie year and then you start having bigger expectations to build on, that's when it becomes a problem. I think you live with that at 209, 20 homers and the great defense because you should be your 9th best player. He's your rookie.
Yeah.
And I think I would look at that way with Bench.
Then you look at his OPS plus, and he's 20% below league average.
Yeah. But again, I'm okay letting a rookie go through pains if he's my 9th best player with hopes of, you know what, you're going to come out of this and learn from this. It's when you don't by year 2 or 3 where you look back and go, man, this is horrible.
Yeah, you want to see growth. Anthony Volpe's OPS last season was the same as it was his rookie season. It was the same. His batting average was basically the same. He was hitting for more his home runs were basically the same. Actually, his offensive numbers were identical. It was the same.
Had a torpedo bat last year.
There's 2 big differences, though.
Right, 21 home runs in 19 last year.
Yeah. There's 2 big differences between year 1 and year 3. Number 1, it's year 3 and year 1, and you're expecting growth. And obviously, number 2 is the defense. His defense completely fell off after having a Gold Glove year in his rookie season. Let's get back to your calls, 888-808-1019. Tyler is in New Windsor. Good morning, Tyler.
Morning, guys. How are you?
All's good.
Good.
I just want to make the argument for, you guys talked about it before with Judge hitting leadoff and why it was not a terrible thing. I mean, if we remember, he did it in 22 for a while.
Yep.
Like 2 or 3 months?
Yeah.
He hit 350 plus with 13 home runs and 50 RBIs almost. And then this is kind of to appease everybody for this argument. You have him hit leadoff. Next is Bellinger for a guy who can hit lefty and righty splits are pretty much similar. And then you go third would be Ben Rice, who expected batting average last year was 258 to 290. You know, it's not a terrible thing if he hits leadoff, I don't believe.
No, it's not a terrible idea. It's that most people can't get past the idea of your best hitter leading off. We're still dealing with that right now when we talk about your best hitter batting second. Like, I hear it in the voices of some of our older listeners and older hosts. It's like, you know, when I was growing up, it was third or fourth. So I think it's more of a condition than it is reason.
Yeah, but I think the reason it feels so foreign for Aaron Judge to bat leadoff is because he hits 50-plus home runs a year.
What's wrong with that? Why can't you do that as a leadoff hitter?
It just feels like what you're saying is right. If he gets on base for whatever reason, teams want to walk him, or he has a great eye, so he does walk, or he gets a base hit, extras or whatever. You're in scoring position, but you now also have to depend on someone else to be consistently able to hit behind him.
Who leads off for the Dodgers? I mean, this is my checkmate on everybody.
Yeah, but Shohei Ohtani
What's the difference?
is backed up by Mookie Betts and Freddie Freeman.
Okay, Mookie Betts and Freddie Freeman are not who they used to be, especially Betts had a terrible year last year for his standards. Like, Freddie Freeman can still play.
Don't knock Mookie Betts.
He wasn't good last year.
He's going to have a big year this year.
I agree he's going to have a good year this year. I'm not even saying that, but I think the way we talk about the Dodgers is that, well, they can do it because they have a deeper lineup.
They do.
They do, but those guys aren't as good, or they weren't as good last year as they've been in the past. That's all I'm saying.
But, Evan, if we rejuggled the lineup the way analytically or informationally it'd be done, you're talking about Trent Grisham hitting in the middle of the Yankee lineup backing up. I'd still rather have Freddie Freeman declining at that point than Trent Grisham. You know what I mean?
No, and it's not even a knock on Freddie Freeman. It's mostly the two players after Ohtani or Mookie Betts and Freddie Freeman. And Mookie Betts last year was worse than, probably 3 or 4 offensive players on the Yankees. Ben Rice had a better offensive season than Mookie Betts last year.
Yeah, but
Cody Bellinger had a better offensive season last year.
It was a bad season.
I get it.
In his year 32 season.
And he had the
year
issues.
before, he was ridiculous.
I'm just saying last year.
Right.
You know, you guys are being too sensitive because you're drafting him. That's what's going on here.
I mean, we did.
Yeah, you guys put him on your fantasy team. Now you got to defend him.
Clown.
Yeah.
All bets are off here.
What does that mean? Oh, I got it. Come on. Bets are off here. Steve in Bayside. What's shaking, Steve?
What's up? Evan, did I hear you equate Pete Alonso with an ex-girlfriend?
Kind of, yeah. Yeah, except I dumped her.
Is there something you want to tell us?
No. What I'm saying is I don't walk around talking about exes because I'm over them. I'm in a better place now. Thank God I'm not with those people. And so Tiki's saying, well, you could say Pete Alonso's name. I'm like, no, he's an ex. I hope I'm in a better place. I know I'm in a better place with where I am in my love life. That's for damn sure. I don't know if I am with baseball, but I hope I am with baseball. Let's see what Jorge Polanco's doing in the middle of May, and then I'll tell you.
Well, Evan, there are no men on my fantasy team, as somebody famously once said.
Oh, yes. It's a wonderful line, and it's so true.
All right. Let's talk about the Yankees. People are, lining up to trade Jason Dominguez. Is sometimes even I hear Spencer Jones. I think these people are way off. Look at the Yankees, not just this year, but also in the future. Yeah, they just signed Cody Bellinger to 5 years, but it's effectively a 1-year contract because it's a high AAV and then an opt-out,
right.
And he's a Boris client.
Right.
So you have this time next year, you could have, God forbid, Aaron Judge has another problem with his flexor. You could have nobody in the outfield.
Yeah.
And as much as the Yankees have Dominguez and Spencer Jones in the farm, they really have nobody behind him. The one guy they had behind him, they just traded to the Marlins this year.
Yeah, I wouldn't
I don't see the Yankees trading either of these guys.
I wouldn't be in a rush to trade them, but my point on Dominguez is I think it's obvious with their actions. They just don't believe in him.
Yeah.
So
he's not getting, it doesn't feel like he's getting an actual chance.
Right.
Even though he was okay in spring, but last week we see him get sit down. So there's no room for him.
Yeah, I think, unfortunately, Jason Dominguez is probably viewed as a DH because of his struggles in the outfield.
Right.
And I don't want to kill him for losing one in the sun over the weekend because I was watching that Yankee spring training game, but he did lose one in the sun.
He did.
And that's not an excuse. And you still got to make the play. Mm-hmm. The only thing that helps him is Ahmed Rosario had the same play like an inning earlier. Fly ball to right field. He just lost it in the sun. I don't love trading people when their value is down. Mark Vientos is a great example on the Mets side. I've been arguing that on the Rico. I'm not really in the mood to trade him.
How about we trade with each other?
I've made that offer to you 17 times.
That's true.
I have offered Vientos for Dominguez
straight up
1,000,000 times.
Straight up at a cup of coffee.
But it now makes less sense for me. When I first brought it up, it was before they
How
made
come?
because they added Luis Robert Jr.
Oh, right.
They added an outfielder.
And Soto's playing left now.
And Soto's playing left and Ben just playing right. I guess where it would make sense is I would view Dominguez as my DH. Like I would bring him in and say, you're Vientos. That's what I would do.
But then again, that's how we would view Vientos.
So maybe it's a change of scenery spot.
Yeah.
All right, you guys want to make that trade? Are we still up for it? Vientos for Dominguez?
I don't mind it, to be honest with you. At least I know that Mark Vientos has hit 20 home runs in a short amount of time.
He's had more major league success, no
100%.
doubt. No doubt.
We just didn't see it last year.
I mean, I need Nolan McLean in the deal, too.
Oh, shut up over there.
How about Jonah Tong?
How did this spiral into something dumb? It's a fair trade offer. You just say no then if you don't want to make the trade.
No, I don't.
I hate rookies.
Okay.
I think
I do.
circumstances have changed.
I do. Straight up.
Yeah, you do it.
100%.
I think position-wise, he just makes more sense because of his ability to play first base and third base.
Yeah.
Right now, Dominguez is not only blocked by Grisham, I think he's blocked by Spencer Jones.
There's not a real spot for Jason Dominguez.
Yeah.
There could be a spot for Mark Vientos.
I wonder, are we
And
past...
what happened? What if Ryan McMahon, as an older player, just goes down? You need a third baseman.
Vientos is your third baseman?
Right.
Set to go.
Right.
That was the other thing in the
Ben
article.
Rice gets hurt or whatever. You got a first baseman.
They basically admitted that it's a platoon at third in that article, too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it should be. Ryan McMahon doesn't hit lefties. Why would it not be a platoon? Ahmed Rosario crushes left-handed pitching.
Which is what we talked about last year.
Yeah, I was screaming about that last year. Why is that like...
And they didn't do it.
They didn't. They did it with Jazz Chisholm that one game.
Because you're paying Ryan McMahon $16 million a year. And you
Yeah,
could
but it's a
platoon
sunk cost. It came with the trade. You don't worry about it.
Look, Sean's right, but the problem is with this conversation is I remember when they traded for him, right? And we were having a discussion, Ryan McMahon.
Yeah.
And I remember what I said to you on the radio, and I feel like we're in the same spot all these months later. You've improved yourself at third base. There is no doubt you're a better team because remember who you were sticking out there at third base.
Right.
Remember,
Yeah.
DJ was forcing Jazz to be out of position, and Oswald Peraza in his 165 batting average were playing third base because Oswaldo Cabrera got hurt, okay? So step one, you're a better team. Congratulations. But the second problem was, and I brought it up to you, you agreed, so I'm not fighting with you, was, boy, you're paying that guy a lot of money next year.
Yep.
I wish this was a rental. I wish you could just improve third base, and then next year we'll start over, we'll figure it out. We'll see. We'll see what happens in free agency. You did commit a lot of money to a player that's not worth the money.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is why I wanted Eugenio Suarez, but we opted for defense.
I get you.
And we opted for defense because Volpe couldn't field anymore.
New team, who dis? Eugenio Suarez is on what team, Tiki? Did this last time. It's a bad job if you forgot.
I forgot.
Come on.
I forgot.
Think of the team Michael Conforto's on, but cut a word off.
The White Sox.
No. You're not even close. He
never
screwed up.
mind.
Don't listen to him.
Think of the team Garrett Crochet's on and cut a word off.
The Reds.
There you go.
I forgot
I was like,
it. I was
what are you
thinking,
even talking about? I'm like,
it made no
I'm
sense.
like, huh?
Yeah.
I was
where
gonna-
are you cutting off the Cubs?
I was going to enter Thursday going, wait, Conforto's not on the Red Sox? I thought we did.
No, he's not.
No, I said Windy City, and you thought Boston, but I was really talking about Chicago.
Dean is in Parsippany. What's up, Dean?
Hey, good morning, guys. How are you?
All's good. What's up, dude?
Good.
Just wanted to touch base with you guys. I had the pleasure of meeting you guys at my buddy Scotty had won a bid for the Hungerthon, and you guys were kind enough to come out. And,
yeah, of course.
We had a good night, and Keith McPherson came out, and the whole crew, and at the time Loogie and Shawnee. So just shout out to that crew, and it was a really good time and for a good cause.
Awesome. Well, it was good meeting you, man.
Yeah. So, Ev, I just wanted to bounce this off you. You know, if you're doing a straight numbers game here with regard to Judge, so obviously the idea is leading him off gets him a minimum. Let's use the number of 162 guaranteed at bats. Why not leave him in the top three? You guarantee yourself the same amount of at bats, and you increase the potential that there's men on base in front of him.
Well, how do you maintain the same amount of at-bats considering the game could end with the guy batting first making the last out?
Well, the game could end with the guy batting eighth with making the last out, and he doesn't get that opportunity. My point is, just because he's leading off doesn't guarantee him anything beyond the first inning.
It doesn't.
The same inference applies for the top three batters. All three of those batters are guaranteed to get up in the first inning. After that, who knows how many times more they're going to get up.
I understand, and obviously, I understand that, but what you're also missing out is over the course of 162 games, if I bat a guy first versus batting a guy third, who's going to get more plate appearances over 162? It's not that complicated. The answer is one. Even if it doesn't happen often, if it happens 40 times in a given season, that's 40 more plate appearances. Would you want Aaron Judge getting 40 more plate appearances? I would.
I would.
And that's...
Could be 8 more homers.
Right. No, but that's the point.
Oh, I didn't argue against it.
I'm not arguing with you. I'm talking to the caller. Why are you thinking I'm attacking you?
Because you're telling me in a
Because you're
tone.
looking at him.
Oh, I'm just looking ahead. I'm actually not looking at Sean. I'm looking at the blank monitor, so I'm staring at myself.
Oh, nice.
So in the reflection, I'm looking at my hair and realizing I am in desperate need of a haircut.
Yes. I noticed that the other day on the Zoom for the fantasy draft.
Well, why don't you say something?
Because that'd be rude.
Yeah,
That's not rude. Hey, Ev, chop some lettuce off. It's simple. You don't have to say that, you bald bitch.
You need to get your ears lowered.
Yeah, Evan, I saw a guy with one shoe in Penn Station had a better haircut than you yesterday.
Yeah, it's a rough spot. You know what the problem is? Can I explain it? I can't sit for a very long period of time.
Oh, because you're back.
Oh, no.
So I'm not getting a haircut where I'm forced to sit, and now I'm like, can you move this along?
So why don't you get like a 7-foot-tall barber?
Dude, stand.
And you stand.
I didn't think of that idea. The idea I thought of, and I may do this because my family's going away next week. They're going on vacation. I always tell them for spring break, have a good time. Plus, Dad gets the house to himself for a week. I was thinking of going pandemic style and cutting my own hair and taking the razor out.
I do it every other day.
Yeah, but you go bald.
That's easy for
which
me.
is different. Like, I'm not trying to go bald. I'm trying to cut my hair. I'm not sure how short I want it. That's the problem. Like, if I do it myself and I take the buzzer out, I'm going to have a really short haircut, which I don't know. I think my face will look fatter if I do that. Don't you think? It shows the fatness of your face.
It's all good. Sean's got a fat face.
Whoa!
He's fat!
And he looks good.
He's fat!
Thank you. Man, you did some spin there.
I saw a belly. We'll play another rendition of Posted and Toasted in just a few minutes and get back to your telephone calls at 888-808-1019. You can feel it. Baseball's in the air on this opening day eve with the Yankees getting set to kick things off tomorrow right here on WFAN. And, of course, the Mets 2 days away with their opener over at Citi Field. Our friends at Town Fair Tire remind you that at Town Fair Tire, you always get the guaranteed lowest price on name brand tires from Connecticut to Maine. Nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody.
This portion of the program is sponsored by Kalshi. Trade on anything. March matchups are here, and now you could trade the tournament in all 50 states on Kalshi. Duke is trading at 19% to win it all. That means a $100 trade pays out $4.98 if they win. Arizona and Michigan are trading at 22% to cut down the nets. Download the Kalshi app and use code FAN to get $10 when you trade 10. Kalshi, trade on anything. Portion of the program was also sponsored by Paramus Chevrolet.
Together, let's drive at Paramus Chevrolet. For just $257 a month and $1974 due delivery, lease a brand new Equinox 40 Wagon LT with two-wheel drive for 36 months. Buying, enjoy 0.0% APR financing for well-qualified buyers. Visit ParamusChevrolet.com today.
March means college basketball.
On the drive, to the rim, layup is good!
And the madness is here.
St. John's wins it!
We cover the biggest matchups, the biggest moments, with expert analysis all tournament long. College Hoops lives here. The Fan, 101.9 FM, and always live on the iHeartRadio, TuneIn, and Odyssey apps.
Powerful doesn't just happen. You have to make it happen. So the moment Total Wireless offers a free Samsung S25 FE with Galaxy AI, when you switch to Total 5G or 5G Plus Unlimited 3-month plan, you take the network as powerful as you, with unlimited 5G data that won't slow you down. Now that's a total power move. Visit your neighborhood Total Wireless store. Device taxes and fees may apply. Requires new activation on a Total 5G Unlimited 3-month plan or higher. External port-in and ID verification. Available only in Total Wireless stores. Limit to 4 devices per account.
Todd, the warmer weather has melted away the winter blues, and major deals are now springing up at Ramsey Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram.
You said it. Whether it's hot or cold, you need a heavy-duty truck that can reliably haul the largest of loads year-round. And during Ram Truck Month at Ramsey, we have incredible lease offerings on all new Ram trucks, including
the new 2026 Ram 1500 Bighorn Crew Cab 4x4. Lease for just $389 a month for 39 months.
Or buy and get 0% APR financing for 60 months and no monthly payments for 90 days.
Ram, America's best full-size truck with a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty. Get yours at Ramsey Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram.
Exceptional people, exceptional deals.
Just call 833-853-2969 for details. $2,500 down plus tax, title, registration, and fees. Zero security deposit. VIN number T4152323. $1,667 for $1,000 finance for 0% APR. Deferred payment for qualified buyers who still Stellantis Financial. Interest accrues from date of purchase. Offer ends 3/31/26.
The most important meal of the day just got better at Dunkin'. Now you can get a medium hot or iced coffee, 6 crispy hash browns, and a bacon, egg, and cheese sandwich, all for $6. That's a full breakfast meal for $6. 6 crispy golden hash browns, a warm, delicious bacon, egg, and cheese, and a medium coffee to start your day right. Do breakfast the Dunkin' way and order Dunkin's $6 meal. No substitutions, participations and times may vary. Limited time offer cannot be combined with other offers. Exclusions and terms apply.
I'm Bob Burke, founder and chairman of Burke America Parts Group, a family of brands that includes RepairClinic.com, an appliance and HVAC parts solution company that's grown into an international brand. Before AmericanEagle.com, we partially launched a new technology platform developed by another firm. American Eagle helped take our technology to a whole new level with digital marketing, software development, and business insights into our key markets, appliances, HVAC, and outdoor power equipment, and did so both on time and on budget. AmericanEagle.com has the resources, experience, and talent needed to produce solutions. Our new technology platform, developed by AmericanEagle.com, has produced tremendous results with higher traffic, conversion, engagement, and online revenue. If you have any home repairs you need to take care of, check us out at RepairClinic.com. If you need a world-class website or technology project, then I would highly recommend AmericanEagle.com.
Call AmericanEagle.com at 773-NETWORK. That's AmericanEagle.com, 773-NETWORK.
H.L. Gross Jewelers of Garden City is Long Island's premier engagement and wedding ring destination. Visit H.L. Gross today or online at hlgross.com.
Question: what business couldn't use extra income? Hey, it's Tiki Barber. Right now, Amazon Hub Delivery is looking to partner with ambitious New York businesses to become Amazon Hub partners. You and your staff will deliver packages to customers in your area when it's convenient for you. With each package delivered, your business gets paid. Sign up at amazon.com/hub delivery. That's amazon.com/HUB delivery.
I'm Tyler Kolek, and I got my Lincoln right here at Lincoln of Queens. Smooth ride, no hassle. They even delivered it right to my door. When it's time to save, it's time to go to Lincoln of Queens. It's the Lincoln Spring Sales Event, where you can lease a Lincoln Corsair for only $366 a month.
36-month lease requires $48.20 due at signing. Excludes tax, title, and MV fees. See dealer for details. Expires March 31st.
Lincoln of Queens, where Queens goes. Go New York, go New York, go.
Looking for the perfect wedding band or ready to add something new to your collection? The London Jewelers annual wedding band event is happening March 26th through the 29th. For 4 days only, receive 20% off all wedding bands, including the beautifully crafted 2 by London collection, offering timeless styles for every style and budget. Schedule your appointment at LondonJewelers.com and visit any one of their 6 locations: the Americana Manhasset, Wheatley Plaza, Glen Cove, East Hampton, Southampton, or the mall at Short Hills. Brand exclusions may apply. London Jewelers, celebrating 100 years of love.
When it comes to getting the guaranteed lowest price on Toyo tires, there's only one place to go: Town Fair Tire. And when it comes to getting more free services for life than anywhere else on Toyo tires, there's only one place to go: Town Fair Tire. So when you're in the market for a new set of Toyo tires, there's only one place to go, because nobody beats a Town Fair Tire deal. Absolutely nobody.
Name brands at discount prices. Town Fair Tire.
Your official home to talk New York sports is WFAN. Call us anytime at 888-808-1019. The Fan, 1019 FM, and always live on the free Odyssey app.
This Fan Focus is sponsored by Chef IQ, precision cooking, effortless results, ChefIQ.com. We talked about Michael Conforto in the last segment. Well, his teammate, former Met prospect himself, Pete Crow Armstrong, is getting paid. The now Cubs franchise center fielder is finalizing a long-term deal to remain in Chicago, as first reported by Jeff Passan. This Fan Focus was sponsored by Town Fair Tire. Nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody.
Nobody. I did some research yesterday. I will unveil what I found coming up at 12 noon, and that is the saga on if Yankee fans actually booed Aaron Judge at a spring training game on Friday. We'll give you the details coming up. Plus, we'll get back to your calls at 888-808-1019. But every Tuesday, right around this time, play a little game, a game that Tiki loves to play and the audience loves to listen to. It's Chris Lepresti's favorite game in WFAN history. It is called Posted and Toasted.
It's time for Posted and Toasted.
Posted and toasted in 1, 2, 3. Posted and toasted where Evan finds the treats. Posted and toasted will Tiki guess them right. It's posted and toasted time.
And Posted and Toasted is brought to you by the Rothenberg Law Firm. Injured, visit injurylawyer.com, and Princeton Longevity Center. Experience the power of personalized medicine. How about this post? This is from March 18th, 2022. It's a long one, but it's pretty good. Networks and the NCAA should all agree that any tournament game that's close with less than 5 minutes to go, the network brings Ian Eagle on to broadcast it. He is superior to everyone else. If Joe Buck gets $18 million per year, then Ian is worth an obscene amount of money.
Does Joe Buck get $18 million?
Apparently so.
I thought Troy Aikman did.
According to this Twitter person, it is.
Yeah, that must be you.
You're going with me?
Yes.
All right.
You're wrong.
I love Ian. And by the way, programming note, Ian Eagle will join the program on Friday, live from Washington, D.C. He'll be broadcasting the St. John's game.
Who else would be commenting on Ian Eagle?
And by the way, let me just warn everybody, the Westwood One announcers and John Minko, if the St. John's Red Storm went on a buzzer beater and we played the game we played Monday of who broadcast it better, Ian Eagle is going to smoke everyone's ass. I'm being nice, but he's going to.
Yeah, I would agree with it.
But it's not me. That was not me.
You're wrong.
You already told me I was wrong.
Okay, I'm just letting you know.
Is that Sean?
Are you stupid?
No,
Are you a stupid person?
Not stupid.
Not Sean. You want me to just tell you?
Yes.
One more guess?
No.
Craig Carton.
Craig Carton?
Yeah. Craig Carton, a big Ian Eagle guy. Do you even watch sports? You telling me you were watching it? All right. How about this one? This is from December 27th, 2012. Okay, it's official.
2012.
I'm addicted to the Larry Sanders Show on Netflix. I wanted to bring Netflix involved since Netflix is carrying opening day. I didn't even realize it was around in 2012. Okay, it's official. I'm addicted to the Larry Sanders Show on Netflix.
I thought that was HBO, but.
So did this person get it wrong? You're right. It was an HBO
had to
show.
be HBO.
Was it ever on Netflix?
I don't think so.
All right.
Well, hold on. 2012, there may not have been an HBO or an HBO Max. Maybe Netflix had some inventory.
You know what? Can you look that up? Because I want to see if this person's an idiot or not. Because that's
Gio.
You think that's Gio?
You're wrong.
So Tiki's first inclination is that Gio's an idiot. Is that what you just came up with?
No, he just kind of misspoke about what network it
Gio's
was on.
I think Gio watches a lot of Netflix shows, so it's actually not a bad guess. But it's not Greg Giannotti.
Recco.
You're wrong.
No idea.
The person who loved the Larry Sanders Show was me.
No, did he?
Yeah, I love that show. One of the great shows of all time.
Yeah, I should have known because you are the idiot.
Yeah, I'm the moron who didn't know what it was on. I binged the Larry Sanders Show twice in my life. Once at a younger age, and then now. I think the first time I binged it was like on DVDs, like back in the day.
I never got into it. I don't know why.
Ahead of its time, bro.
I think the humor was just, it didn't sit with me.
Really?
Yeah. I'm just like, you're an idiot. Shut up.
All right. That's where Hey Now came from. How about this one? This is from February 16, 2015. Tiki Barber just came into the office and grabbed a bagel, and he's in great shape. That whole no carbs thing must be a myth.
It is, by the way. You're smart when you eat carbs.
Clearly. Who was the one who recognized as you came into the office eating a bagel that this carb thing must be a myth?
What year was this?
This was 2015.
was in the morning, so I'm going to say that was.
It's 11:41 a.m. if you want an exact time.
11:41.
In 2015.
Jerry Recco.
You're wrong.
It's a very good guess, though.
That means it was Al Dukes.
You're right. Wow. Al Dukes is the correct answer. He's the one who observed your sexy body and said it must be a myth. And finally, I can't. Oh, here's the date. February 13th, 2020. So I think we're talking days before the pandemic.
Yeah, this is about just under a month.
This is a very strong opinion.
Go ahead.
You should never, ever be allowed to recline on an airplane. Ever. You want to relax pay for first class? I despise anyone and thus never recline myself.
Great tweet.
That Sean did.
I'm a fat moron.
Did you need to
Why?
Was that me?
Yes.
Oh, I'm so passionate about this.
Yeah, well, it was
I'm
you.
glad I tweeted this. By the way, that means I was coming home from the Miami Super Bowl week is my guess.
Possibly. I mean, it was February 13th, 2020. You tell me.
Oh, and you were there?
Yeah. For that week. Yeah, I was covering it with the A show.
Did we go?
I think you did.
Yeah,
You
we
were at the
definitely
network.
did. Yeah, we definitely
With
did.
all due respect, can we get back to the reclining seat?
Yeah,
if
why
they
do you hate
allow you
reclining
to
seats?
recline, how could you have an issue with it?
Because they shouldn't allow you to recline. So this is, if you want to sit in first class, I think this is different. In coach, as some might call it, when somebody leans back, and a lot of times you have like your TV screen on their back headrest, and they take advantage of that. Now suddenly I'm crammed, I'm looking back, and then if you do this domino effect, by the time you get to the last row of the plane that doesn't recline, I just think it's rude. I don't think, and also the amount it reclines, you're not going to fall asleep that much greater. I find it to be a completely rude facade that too many people take too much advantage of, particularly if there are TVs in the headrests. You're not at home, sit down, shut your eyes, stop it. We're in a society here.
My problem with you is if they allow it,
How can allow it?
Well, that's different though. But you can't get mad at the person for reclining.
Yeah, it's allowed.
There's a rare few things that are allowed that you shouldn't do. Like you could go outside and puff a cigarette. Should you be doing that if somebody's walking a baby past you because it's allowed? It's not illegal.
That's the comp you want to use.
Yes, it's just rude. That's all.
Yeah.
But recline all you want. You want to pay for the reclining of like first class. You pay for the premium.
Do you think you have the wind at your back with this opinion? Like if you put a poll out on social media, you think people would support your review?
I think it would be very split. I think you have a lot of people who are inconsiderate who would say, screw you, I'm reclining. And a lot of people who have been in that spot going, I hate when people recline in my lap. I think it's all about that.
Can you formulate a fair, balanced poll and we'll study the results?
Fair and balanced?
Yeah,
sure. We always get that with our news.
Here's the thing about polls that bother me. Like I put polls out all the time. I try to make it so I get a real result. Like I'm not looking to get the result I want. Like then what am I doing it for? It's like people who cheat at golf. Like you're cheating yourself. I mean, what are you playing golf for? It's for you to get better. So why would you cheat the score? I don't even play golf. It's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. Like, it doesn't make sense to me when people do that. And the same thing with a poll. Like, what are you trying to prove? It's not like we're betting anything. I'm merely asking you. It's a science experiment. Do the people agree with you that reclining on a plane is disrespectful and should be banned?
Okay, so how do you want me to word it?
Is it rude to hit what's the button called? The reclining button?
Reclining button.
Is it rude to hit the reclining button on an airplane?
In coach.
Yes, you're a douchey person. Or B, no. What's the button there for? That's my view. Like, why is the button there then? Like, I agree with you. If someone's sitting in front of me and they recline, it's annoying. Especially the state I'm in with a bad back and they want to stretch my legs out. Like, I get it ain't fun. But I would never tell the person they can't do it. It's not against the rules. Who am I to create my own rules?
But you're also saying it's not like I in 2020 went, hey, stop doing that because I know it's against my issues with airlines allowing it. That's all.
Okay. Sounds like you're against the people.
Well, again, I think some people should go, this is probably not right. I'm in this person's lap here. I mean, this is unfortunate.
Let me reread your tweet again because it feels like you were attacking the person. You should never be allowed to recline on an airplane, ever. You want to relax, pay for first class.
Allowed. Should never be allowed to recline.
You're right. By the way, I'm looking at the picture because there's a picture included. It looks like Ernie Acosta, who used to be my producer.
Was he at the Super Bowl?
And was at the fantasy. I mean, I don't know. It looks like you're calling his ass out. Like, what are you doing? Anyhow, there you go. Let me know how the results go on that one, all right?
Yeah, sure. No problem.
As I'm looking this up, it doesn't look like it was ever Curb Your Enthusiasm was ever on Netflix.
Well, we're not talking about Curb Your Enthusiasm.
What were you talking about?
The Larry Sanders Show. Which
Larry Sanders.
So I found out that Mill Creek Entertainment acquired the rights to certain Sony library, including the Larry Sanders Show, and then in 2015 they re-released. Okay, 2025 it went back to HBO Max.
Yeah, that makes sense because if there wasn't an HBO app, Netflix, I think how Netflix started, that Netflix's origin is amazing. Like, I remember using Netflix to have DVDs mailed to me.
To your house, right.
You remember that?
Yes, because this is so much better than Blockbuster.
Right.
I can just pick ahead of time, and it comes right to my house.
It was a crazy concept that I realized wasn't benefiting me. So basically, you'd pay a monthly fee, and you get 3 movies a month. And there's no late date.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you can return it whenever you want, but then you can't get your next movie for the month until you return one. And I found myself just not watching it enough.
Right.
It turned out to be a waste.
Right.
But that's how it started.
Right.
Had nothing to do with what it is now. And then I guess at some point, I'm not even sure when, then it became the streaming service.
Wow.
I don't even know when that happened.
Wait till I tell you how Amazon started, Evan.
Selling books out of a garage.
I know that one.
How amazing. Now you can watch Yankee games. He used to just sell R.L. Stein books. I mean, what?
Why are you being so douchey to me?
Because it's like you're amazed at something. Like everything started from nothing.
I don't know why this is
It's true.
Because it's the simplest thing. It's the simplest idea. I'm going to sell books, and all of a sudden I own the world.
Now we employ Al Michaels.
I got to stop laughing. It's hurting my back.
And the Washington Post.
Oh, God. All right, I got to. You know what? I need to not laugh, so the best remedy for that is Ozzy and Woodridge. What's up, Ozzy?
Hey, Ozzy.
That's a brilliant segue, Evan.
What's up, man? Oh, jeez.
Remember, we started from nothing but a twinkle in our potty's eye. So everything starts from nothing. You know what I mean?
A very good
job by Ozzy, by the way. I couldn't sleep. I forget what night it was. I think it was this morning. I was listening to Ozzy call up our good friend Tommy Lugauer, who, by the way, and you can bring this up the next time you call Tommy, Tommy doesn't talk to Sean anymore.
What?
Like, does not respond
That's
to
not
his...
cool.
Sean, can you confirm to Ozzy, Tommy Lugauer does not respond to you anymore?
No biggie.
This is going to get out of control. There is no rift between me and Tommy.
Ozzy, there's a rift.
There's no... I heard that Tommy's producers don't like him, but there's no rift between us at all. He just, the last week or so, has been very silent. I even tried to poke him on Twitter, and oddly, it just feels like he's not responding to me.
Maybe he's just tired.
Maybe.
What do you think of that,
And
Ozzy?
I think it also plays into the part you got that Josh guy contacting Loogie or whatever, so maybe he's like going totally silent because he doesn't want that smoke.
Yeah, that's true. That is very, very true. But I heard you call up the other day and call Tommy out because Tommy is the Islander guy. You know, remember he was a part of the Islander promo video and he said, this is an Islander town. And after a huge Islander victory the other day, Ozzy pointed out that Tommy never brought the Islanders up until the final 5 minutes of the show. And I thought Tommy had a good retort. He's like, the last 10 minutes are the most listened to part of my show. And so I was saving them for when people were listening. And I was like, Tommy is smooth, man. He got you on that, Oz.
Yeah, and if you believe that, I got a bridge in Brooklyn I want to tell you. The guy doesn't know a thing about Islander hockey. So him trying to be Islander boy isn't flying in this household. So don't let Tommy boy fool you on that one.
All right.
The best thing about this opening day Eve and Eve is, Evan, you allowed Sean to hijack the show and make it a One Giant Step podcast for the last month. Finally, we're starting to get out of those woods.
Well, hold on a second. First of all, before we ask Sean's opinion on that accusation.
Why don't you go and ask Sean Morash?
We will. The Giants have been a very appealing story. And I say this as someone who tries to guide the show in a way, not for my own selfish needs. Like, I'm not going to sit here talking Brooklyn Net basketball all day.
Slag nut nets.
Or even Met baseball.
Right.
I try, and I'm not perfect. I try to guide us in a way in which this is what the people want to hear. And I have to admit, don't make Sean Morash guilty of this. Don't make Tiki guilty of this. we've talked a lot of Giant football, not because they're pushing it, but because it's the right thing to do. Now, if you disagree with that's fine.
They're
but
one of the exciting potential teams next year.
And they've been an appealing story.
Of course.
Like when we talk a lot of Jets, it's again not because I'm pushing it on you as much as Tiki thinks it is. It's because at the time, certainly not now, they're the story.
Yes.
The Yankees, when they're the story. When the Mets are the Mets are the story. I am not perfect. We are not perfect. But don't victimize Sean because he hosts a Giant podcast and say it must be his fault. Just like if we do too much Mets, it's because you're Rico Brogna, boy. Like we always try to give you what we think is the biggest story. We are not perfect, but that's what we try to do. Now, let's get his opinion.
Why don't you go and ask Sean Morash?
Go ahead.
I love that.
I would just say, if we weren't doing that over the last month, Oz, what did you want? And if your answer is, I wanted more baseball, I totally understand that. I got good news for you. We are about to talk, starting tomorrow and even today, baseball every single day until Labor Day. So guess what? Buckle in, because you might be dying for Giant talk come June.
He may be right. You let Sean Morash turn it into one giant step for the last month.
And Oz, I'm glad you said that. Download and subscribe to One Giant Step everywhere podcasts are available, including free on that Odyssey app.
So if you're choosing between your two Giant podcasts, which ones to promote, you would pick One Giant Step over Talking Giants?
I make more money doing Talking Giants, but Odyssey has a product here in One Giant Step.
Let's go to Kevin in Woodbridge. Hey, Kevin.
Hey, how you doing?
Good, man.
Well. Listen, I was listening to what you guys were saying before, and number one, Tiki, you're 100% right. I thought he was talking about Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Right. It's like, what are y'all talking about?
I'm starting to see a pattern with Evan, maybe from watching the worst franchises in sports for so many years.
Right.
He watches the worst television.
Wow.
There you go.
Wow.
There you go. You nailed it, Kevin.
But I also have, and Tiki, by the way, I'm a huge Giants fan. You're one of my favorite players of all time.
I appreciate that, bro. Thank you.
But listen, I have a story. I was on a plane, and I had just had vasectomy surgery about a month before this flight to California. I went to recline my seat, and the guy behind me was about 7 foot tall, and he slams my seat back up into position.
Oh, jeez.
And I turn around like I'm ready to swing at this guy. Like I thought he wanted to fight me. But then I looked at how big he was, and I saw his knees were pressed right up against the seat, and I kind of understand. And now I turn around and look before I recline just to see who's behind me.
Smart.
But, I do believe you should be able to recline your seat. You know what I mean? If you got the button and you're allowed to do it,
That's
what
the
is
thing.
the problem?
That's the thing. If it's a hindrance,
Well, part of it, Kevin, is also how long is your flight? Like if it's an hour and a half flight, you can probably chill without reclining your seat. But if it's like 4 hours, then it's a different story.
I'm already looking at Sean's poll results, which are very mixed. Yeah. The opinions in the mentions are very opinionated, which I guess is a surprise on X. Can you believe people have different opinions? But it is passionate of, hey, you dumbass, there's a button. Of course it's okay. But then you've got this guy, Bruce, who's 6'3" and says it crushes my knees. And I can't fit in the seat. So it's very
I think
mixed.
Kevin has the right mentality towards it. Just kind of take a glance.
See who's behind you?
See who's behind you.
Like if a child is behind you, recline. Because that kid is so small, he wouldn't even notice the difference.
That's exactly right. But if it's a 6'5" behemoth, then you kind of got to give him some grace, right?
What I don't understand, though, is what does you getting a vasectomy have to do with reclining?
Because you're in pain.
Because you're in pain.
Yeah.
That's like an internal...
I understand that, but a month later, you need to recline 2 inches because you had laser on your balls?
I mean,
have you ever had one, bro?
Never.
Then how do you know?
No doctor's going. I'm sure it's painful. I just don't understand a month later why that's an excuse to recline.
Well, and also, I don't think people care about how other people feel. Like, I've got a horrible back and a horrible leg right now. You think anyone gives a rat's ass? No one's going to care.
I've been standing up since we started this new time slot.
That's true.
For you.
You're very nice.
That's
guy.
love, bro.
That really is. I kind of feel bad now. You want to sit?
I actually kind of like it.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, you like it so much that the 2 days hour out, you sat with Sean.
Yeah, it's because Sean wants to sit.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah, because I'm lazier.
Is he standing?
That's true.
Has he been standing?
I did it the one day when you were out with Evan. By hour 3, my back had problems.
I love standing. I don't think I'm ever going to go back to sitting.
Yeah.
I really don't.
In fact, I told the architect I want standing desks.
Yeah.
When this thing gets redone.
I think a high stool's an option.
Whatever.
Yeah.
I just want to be able to stand.
I agree with you. Let's go to Chris up in Michigan. Hey, Chris.
Hey guys, how's it going?
Hey Chris, what's up, dude?
What's up?
Not a lot. Just a great week with opening day happening this week.
No
I just
doubt.
got married Saturday.
Oh, man, congratulations. That's awesome, dude.
I can't believe you didn't invite us to the wedding. There was a chance Tiki and I would go up.
I don't think you guys were going to want to come to Tennessee. So,
Where in Tennessee? Dude, if you were in Nashville, I would have been there. I would have made an excuse.
My wife and kids are going on Thursday.
How about that?
I was actually in Gatlinburg, which is kind of like a big touristy place, but there's so many beautiful places and waterfalls, so it worked out great.
I don't know who, and I'm going to look it up real quick. There is a president from there, and I can't figure out who it is.
From Gatlinburg?
A part of me wants to say James K. Polk, but I'm not positive. Gatlinburg.
I didn't see any signs or anything about that. There's signs for everything.
I could be wrong.
I could not tell you.
I could be wrong. Go ahead. What's up? What else you got?
Yeah, I called about the Carson Bench thing. I think if it was me, I would give him as much time and as many at-bats as possible if it was not hurting the team, if he was having a lack of
so this is how much of a
help.
leash you're going to give him.
Yes.
Right.
Because I believe at the end of the day, you want him to see as much MLB pitching in real time, as many pitches as he can get. And if it starts hurting, you have one of the best players and hitters in all of baseball in Juan Soto who can put his arm around him, and they can finally study the tape that is out there on his holes and his swings and really probably make him great. You got leaders on that team with Lindor and him. And I really believe that could help that kid, because I remember when the Tigers one time called up Brennan Bosch. There was no tape on him, and he was just raking.
Oh, God.
I mean, raking.
He was unbelievable
all the way
for
up
like a
until
month.
the All-Star break.
Yep.
All the way up until the All-Star break.
Yep.
After the break, there was tape on him, and he could not hit at all. So I believe it could be the opposite for someone like Carson Bench, who could just learn from any holes he may have.
There's going to be a moment. It's going to be a few years from now.
Right. Congrats, Chris.
Yeah, congrats, Chris.
That's awesome.
There's going to be a moment I'm going to be so proud of Tiki Barber, because when I think of Brennan Bosch, I think of another guy named Brian LaHare. These are these guys that barely played Major League Baseball, but for 2 months, they tore it up. Now, why would I be proud of Tiki?
I don't know.
Here's why. You're going to claim one of these guys in fantasy. Like, you're going to get lucky. It's going to be some schmo. He's going to carry a team for 2 months, and then he's going to disappear. And no one will have heard of him. But when someone makes a reference to him 5 years later, you're going to be like, yeah!
He was amazing for 2 weeks.
I know all about him. He won me a fantasy championship. And that's when you've made it
By
in
the way,
fantasy
that's how
sports.
a lot of people became fans of me.
By picking you up in fantasy?
100%.
Yeah.
Because that was when PPR leagues were just beginning. And I would catch 70 passes
Yeah,
a
you
year.
were a monster.
So it was just kind of like, who the hell is this kid catching 70 balls out of the backfield
Here's
every year?
Here's the difference. You're a star and became one. Those guys are somewhere bagging groceries.
Yeah.
So
Well,
they
I
were
just parlayed my momentary stardom into something bigger.
No, you did. Absolutely. So when you start referencing old fantasy players that you had, that's when I'm like, man, Tiki's in.
You hear that, Evan?
What's that?
He thinks working with me and you was bigger than playing for the Giants. That's what he said there.
How did you get that?
He parlayed his stardom into something bigger. That's sitting with us right now.
Oh, is that what you thought he
Yeah.
meant? Yeah.
Thanks, Tiki.
Yeah, that wasn't really what I meant.
I didn't think that
He's
either.
like, hey, Sean, I can actually do a lot of different things. Oh, great. Fantastic.
Yeah, well
that
said.
would be Sean Payton.
That's right. That's right. We got more of your calls coming up at 888-808-1019. And yesterday, we brought up something that I wasn't sure was true. And that was the idea that Aaron Judge was booed in spring training. John Heyman had written that in the newspaper, and I was skeptical. Like, is it true? I trust John, but I need to hear it with my own ears. When we come back, I did a lot of research on the subject. I will present to you the results. Was Aaron Judge booed at a spring training game? If new windows and doors have been down on your list or up on your list, don't wait. Windorama's offering up to 40% off your installation project when you purchase and install with them. We're taking major savings. Top quality brands and expert installation all at once. Upgrade your home and take advantage of savings. Visit Windorama.com or stop by one of their showrooms today. Windorama, your window and door specialist since 1977.
Total Orthopedics and Sports Medicine is expanding across Long Island, New York, and New Jersey with locations opening in Comac, Babylon, and West Orange. Expert care is closer than ever. Their top-rated doctors treat everything from everyday injuries to complex orthopedic conditions. Wherever you are on your journey, they're there to help you move forward. They are the experts at getting you back to being you. Visit TotalOrthoSportsMed.com to schedule your appointment today or call 855-321-ORTHO. That's TotalOrthoSportsMed.com.
This is an Odyssey Sports Minute.
There were, by my count, approximately 3,468 columns written in the last couple days about the death of Cinderella. And yeah, it's somewhat disappointing to not see a St. Peter's or a Fairleigh Dickinson. But I'm going to be the shiny, happy person that focuses on what we did get to see. A St. John's buzzer beater, Iowa upsetting Florida. The names may be more recognizable, but some of the moments we got were just as good. Cinderella dead? Maybe, but the madness still exists. I'm Chris Mack.
I'm Boomer Esiason. My mom died from cancer. She was only 37 years old. She didn't have life insurance, and that was devastating for my family. That's why having life insurance is so important to me. Ethos makes it fast and easy. Get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. You can get up to $3 million in coverage with no medical exam.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/play. That's ethos.com/play. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
It all comes down to this, folks.
Yep, the entire season is on the line.
But my throat has officially thrown in the towel. Sounds like you need Vicks VapoCool drops. They're max strength and vaporize sore throat pain.
Whoa! These VapoCool drops hit fast.
Speaking of fast, did you just see that play?
Yeah, he vaporized that ball.
That pun should have come with a penalty.
Vaporize sore throat pain with Vicks VapoCool drops. Use as directed.
Hi, I'm Chef Franklin Becker. You know the jingle. Now discover the facts about Ozempic, a GLP-1. There's only one FDA-approved Ozempic made by Novo Nordisk. Learn about the real thing.
Talk to your healthcare professional today. Call 1-833-OZEMPIC or visit Ozempic.com to view the medication guide and to learn more about Ozempic. Semaglutide injection 0.5, 1, and 2 milligrams.
Mostly sunny, high 49.
Weather brought to you by Duke's Mayo. Welcome to Duke's Mayo country, where the mayo is so smooth and creamy, it makes every bite better. Duke's Mayo. Look for the yellow lid.
This is Tiki Barber. You definitely don't want your heating system to fail this winter. So call my friends at Edison Heating and Cooling, New Jersey's heating experts. Have them check your heating system before it breaks. I know Edison Heating and Cooling. They can fix anything. Go now to EdisonHVAC.com.
Gold prices are soaring, and silver is near an all-time high. Get cash in your hands for your old jewelry by going to the Estates Roadshow. They're buying gold and silver, old rings, chains, even broken jewelry. Don't wait. Cash in while gold and silver are hot. The Estates Roadshow is happening Monday through Friday in Staten Island at the Hilton Garden Inn, or Friday through Tuesday at both TMT Cash for Gold locations in Old Bridge or Toms River. Follow Estates Roadshow on Facebook or visit tmtcashforgold.com.
The pros know nobody beats FW Web. With extensive inventory, personalized service, and a fleet of trucks across the Northeast, FW Web supports all customers, from one-van contractors to large facility operators. For planned projects, emergency jobs, or maintenance, FW Web has what you need, when and where you need it. For plumbing, heating, HVAC, refrigeration, propane gas, and PVF jobs. With over 100 locations, visit FWWeb.com to find one near you.
It's tournament time, and this March, Fanatics Sportsbook has 10 times the rewards. Starting round 1, we're giving you 10 profit boosts every single tournament game day. That means first round, second round, round of 16, all the way down to the last 4 in the national championship. 10 chances every game day to level up your winnings. But that's not all. You'll earn up to 10% fan cash back on all your bets, which you can use on anything at Fanatics. We're talking team gear, tickets, collectibles, and a whole lot more. Plus, if you're new to Fanatics Sportsbook, you can get $200 instantly in fan cash when you bet $5. It's time to shoot your shot. The tournament hits different at Fanatics Sportsbook. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or 1-800-MY-RESET. CT call 888-789-7777. MA call 800-327-5050. NY call 877-8-HOPE-NY. MD visit mdgamblinghelp.org. Offer not available in all states. Terms apply. See Fanatic Sportsbook app.
Baseball is back. Opening night is one exclusive game, and it's live on Netflix. On Wednesday, March 25th, the New York Yankees, led by 7-time All-Star Aaron Judge, head to the Bay Area to face Rafael Devers and the San Francisco Giants. A brand new way to watch Major League Baseball, and it all starts here. MLB opening night, Yankees vs. Giants, live on Netflix, Wednesday, March 25th at 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific.
My car smells fresh, so fresh, always so fresh every day. My car smells fresh, so fresh, like I cleaned it yesterday. Got that Febreze car on the vents, living life with that just clean fresh. Yes, Febreze car, if you know, up to 40 days a cent on low. My car smells fresh, so fresh, always so fresh every day. My car smells fresh, so fresh, like I cleaned it yesterday. That's right, breathe happy Febreze, la 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 la.
The home of Yankees radio is WFAN, WFAN FM, WFAN FM HD1 New York, and Odyssey Sports Station.
There we go. There we go. Hopefully everybody's having a wonderful Tuesday here in New York City. It is Evan Roberts, Tiki Barber, until 2 o'clock this afternoon. The Carton Show with Craig Carton and Big Mac, Chris McMonagle. I brought up yesterday something that I was skeptical about. And I'm a big fan of John Heyman. He's a wonderful reporter. Benigno and I used to have him on all the time back in the day. And I saw him down in spring training a few weeks ago. And I do not take John as a liar. But John wrote something that I brought up yesterday that I was skeptical was true. He talked about how Aaron Judge was booed at a spring training game on Friday between the New York Yankees and the Baltimore Orioles. And so we talked about the idea of him being booed, but I continued to stress that I'm not sure it happened. Like, I need proof to know it happened. And again, it's not to say John's a liar, he made it up, but, you know, there's a lot of things in life where it's, I got to hear it. You got to show me. When you show it to me, I'll give you an opinion on it. We could all have an opinion on it.
Like the Wilt 100 points.
Yes. Well, no, that's different. I mean, he did score 100 points. It's just, it was shady. It was shady. I'm not accusing of it not happening.
5,000 people saw it.
Can I give you a better example? The Babe Ruth called shot. The Charlie Root, Babe Ruth thing in the World Series. And we have like grainy video of it that still doesn't prove anything. So I needed the proof that Aaron Judge was booed. And unfortunately, the game wasn't on television. So how could I find it? Well, I was informed that we aired it on the radio. And so yesterday, I had a really good time going back and listening to Aaron Judge at-bats just to hear, did he get booed? So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to show you his 3 at-bats. Okay. All right?
Or let us listen to us.
Listen, yeah, of course. Can't show you anything. Yeah. I'll let you listen to the 3 at-bats. Dave Sims and Susan Waldman right here on WFAN, as always, doing an incredible job, and they'll be back on the mic tomorrow night for Yankees-Giants. So let me start off with the first one. This was Aaron Judge's first at-bat of the game. We are in Tampa, Florida on a Friday afternoon between the New York Yankees and the Baltimore Orioles, and we'll play the game, Did You Hear Boos? Are you ready?
Yes.
Here we go.
The passion, I know our guys are passionate, but they just didn't show it the same way. Swinging and missing a breaking ball and pitch inside. Strike 3, and Judge strikes out a couple of Ks for Eflin.
All right, so, yeah, no boos there, right?
Boos.
Okay.
No boos.
That's clip number 1. Let's see at-bat number 2 if we hear some boos for Aaron Judge.
3-2 pitch here to Judge. And he takes an off-speed pitch right down the pipe. Strike 3 called. 5th strikeout for Eflin. And Eflin has retired 9, 10, 11 in a row.
Hear boos there?
No, not really.
All right.
And if it's boos, it's more just because all the Yankees are playing badly.
It's spring training.
Yeah,
is anybody really booing anything?
Yeah, they're just kind of like, it's just like groans.
Yeah, I agree. So far, we're in the clear. We got 2 at-bats, no bows.
Yes.
It did sound like Dave Sims was agitated by him taking a pitch right down the middle.
Yes.
Sounded like Dave was more upset than the fans were.
Yeah.
How about his 3rd at-bat? Let's play this one.
Scoreless ball game as we play bottom 6. 3-2 to Judge. The pitch, swing and a miss, struck him out.
Change up. There it was.
So he's K'd 3 times tonight.
Oh, boy.
There's 2 outs here in the 6th.
They were boos, man.
Yeah.
I heard boos there. John Heyman is not a liar.
No, there were definitely boos.
You heard that, right? I'm not making that up. You heard that, Sean?
I did hear that. I have a theory, too.
Of course. I'd love to know a theory because nobody gets booed in spring training, let alone Aaron Judge.
I placed a call to a family member who attends spring training games most of the month of March that lives down there, and I just asked him what was going on. He said he was not at the game, but he does know that he has friends and other people down there that go every year to all these games that are not happy that Aaron Judge ducked out for 3 weeks to go to the WBC, and they missed their month of seeing Aaron Judge.
Really?
Oh, so they're booing him because he wasn't around.
So, and again,
that's a weird one.
That's his theory based on people he talked to that are upset because apparently they go to all these games. Again, it's a different culture down there, and I know we like to travel down there, but there are people that live down there that look forward to this month every year. And where I thought people were going to be annoyed at his Team USA that he didn't come through, it seems it's more we get you for 1 month, dude. You missed a couple weeks. You come back and you go 0 for 3. We're going to boo you. You haven't been here.
That's interesting.
I can see that, actually.
That's interesting. Okay.
I could see why that would be annoying because you just want to see Aaron Judge. You're not going to travel up to New York to see him play. Maybe if they're playing the Rays, you might be able to see him, but you're not going to see him.
Yeah, no, I get it.
And then he goes 0 for 3.
And think about how many people we're talking about. You're hearing those boos. It's not real Yankee Stadium.
No,
you know what I mean?
It wasn't. And look, here's the thing about boos. And clearly, I think we'd all agree that the audio does prove that there were boos. This is not a made-up thing.
Especially the third at-bat.
Absolutely. And that's why I wanted to do the research. I wasn't out to prove John Heyman wrong. I was out to confirm it. Like, it annoys me sometimes when people talk about it without, confirming it. Like, we need to hear it. Was he booed? How loud was the boos? Because I could understand someone listening to that saying, hey, guys, I heard it. You're right. He was booed. Dude, it's 30 people. I'm not going to make a big deal of this. It's 30 people. That's up to you to decide. Right. It's up to you to hear it and say, this is how I feel about it. So it happened. I will confirm that. But I've always said this about boos. It doesn't take a lot of people to boo for you to hear it.
Yeah, it's a vocal minority.
I remember last year with the Juan Soto boo stuff. Remember when, is Soto getting booed? Is he not getting booed? And I would tell you, hey, guys, I was in the ballpark.
Yeah, we were at one of those games.
Yes.
And then I didn't hear it.
Right.
You didn't hear it.
Right.
But apparently there were boos.
Yeah. We didn't hear it, but the claims were there were boos. And then there was another time where I also heard boos, and it felt like it was 2% of the people that were actually there. But because boos, listen to...
They travel. It travels.
Like, watch this. Both of you guys, I want you to clap and cheer, and I'm going to boo. And let's hear what breaks through. Are you ready?
All right, yeah, let's go.
1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's go. That boo kind of breaks through.
It does.
True.
Sounds like it's a boo.
And there's another simpler answer here.
You know what the simpler answer is? This.
Well, that's Sean being a professional.
San Francisco, you bum!
That's Sean being a professional booer.
It's me being a professional booer. And kind of one and the same. By the time you get to the 6th inning, it's a nice weekend in Tampa. People are out there a little boozed up. And, you have a couple beers in you, start making your friends laugh. You boo, let's boo. And then all of a sudden, 40 people are booing Aaron Judge because it's the funny thing to do when they have a couple drinks in them on a Saturday afternoon.
So now we're blaming the alcohol.
Well, I'm just saying it's another plausible explanation.
I'll tell you, you're hot stuff because last year when one person booed at Citi Field for Juan Soto, it was the end of the world. Here now with Judge, it's like, well, there's alcohol. It's hot outside. There's every excuse in the world.
Do not boo.
The end of the world, Evan. I find that interesting.
What?
Since this is a week of revealing a lot of stuff, you couldn't wait to tell me that you heard boos at Citi Field and asked me to do you hear these? Do you hear these?
I couldn't wait.
To text me?
I'm an honest person.
Yeah, and you send me videos. Look, they're booing. They're booing from your seats.
Well, because, first of all, I don't remember sending you videos from my seat, but if I did, it was because I was doing it for the show. I'm doing a careful study. I want to be accurate, whether I'm a Met fan or not.
And you know what you did? You took a raw steak out of the butcher shop and you put it in my crate and I was a lion and you knew like a pig I'd be like, oh, Juan Soto's getting booed on Twitter, and you played with me like a little toy on Christmas, and then you want a year later come back and go, you couldn't wait to tell everybody.
Just because
you baited me.
Just because I gave you the information didn't mean you had to eat the steak.
You're
You
right.
can boo all you want.
You're right. Just like when Brian Cashman gives Aaron Boone the information, he doesn't have to eat the steak, but he does. But we all eat the steak.
Wow. Brought that one full circle.
I'm good at that.
Can we just all agree on this? Just agree on this. Everyone has the right to do whatever the hell they want. Of
course.
Obviously. Yeah, it's stupid to boo Aaron Judge.
Especially in spring training.
It's stupid to boo him in spring training. I also think it's stupid to boo him at Yankee Stadium. Like, he is an all-time great player who is a regular season player, maybe the greatest Yankee of most people's lifetime. Like, honestly, the only person that can match him is if you're old enough to remember Mickey Mantle.
Right.
I think he's already definitely eclipsed Don Mattingly, as great as he was for a few years sample size before the back issue started affecting.
Statistically, we're talking about, right?
Well, what did you think I meant? I said regular season. So what do you think I meant by that?
I mean, okay.
Think I meant he's more well-endowed? Like, what do you think I meant by
Alex
that?
Rodriguez had some awesome regular seasons. Won a couple MVPs.
Compare him to Judge. I'd be curious. I think Judge beats him.
I think Judge beats him, too. I'm
not saying it's a blowout, but I think Judge beats him. I think Judge, for this 4-year run, is better in the regular season than any Yankee we've seen since Mickey Mantle. That includes Don Mattingly. That includes A-Rod. If you want to examine the numbers,
it's hard to argue that.
Okay. All right.
Especially because he's hitting 300 plus.
That's what I'm saying. Like, if you have the numbers to say I'm wrong, you show it. Prove it to me.
No,
this is just a gut feeling I have. I can go look at the numbers and analyze it if you really want me to get geeky. But I think he's been the greatest regular season Yankee we've seen over this 4-year run than anything we've seen since prior to me watching baseball. That's why I use Mickey Mantle and Joe DiMaggio. And, of course, Babe Ruth.
But when you say you shouldn't boo him, he's the greatest regular season Yankee since Mickey Mantle, that's exactly why he gets booed.
Well, hold on. Hold on a second.
Because of the expectation.
Yeah.
You guys are right.
Regular season.
Tiki, did I say anything about the playoffs?
No, we're talking regular season.
In April, when you go to Yankee Stadium, we're all going to be there a week from Friday for opening day against the Marlins. I'm going to sit there. Tiki's going to sit there. Are you going to boo him if he's off to a tough start and he strikes out with guys on base?
Depends how my morning's gone.
Okay, I'm telling you, I think that's stupid. I'm just giving you my opinion.
And
that's dumb.
And I'm telling you, of course it's stupid, but it's what we do.
Okay. Now, you didn't ask me about October. You didn't ask me about, he's 0 for 12 in a postseason series against the Red Sox. Is it okay if you boo? I didn't say anything about that. I'm talking about right now in this moment.
But anytime he gets booed in the regular season, part of the pedigree on why he's getting booed on a bad regular season day is because of the lack of October moments.
So you're booing him in April because he's great in April, but he's bad in October. And so you're booing him in April when he happens to strike out because of what's going to potentially happen 5 months from now?
Or what's already happened in October's past.
You're a smart bunch.
Clown.
Fans are stupid, Evan, inherently.
So then, instead of fighting with me, you could simply say, hey, I agree with you. I think it's dumb to boo Aaron Judge.
But we do it anyway. It's dumb to boo anybody. I mean, they're the best. I mean, what do we know? I pick belly button lint out. You think I could go hit 60 homers? I'm still booing them. We're all dumb.
No, but you have something very important right in front of your mouth. Do you know what that is?
My hand?
A microphone.
Ah.
And as a Yankee fan, some argue, the fairest Yankee fan at this radio station, some argue that, you can use that microphone to say, hey, guys, I've done it in the past. I'm an idiot. We shouldn't boo a historic player. But you're choosing not to do that, and that's fine.
Sean booed a moment.
He did. Well, isn't it all a moment, Teak?
Yeah. I guess what I'm trying to say is when John Heyman writes an article or we talk about it, I think we should all just go in with the understanding of, and I think every fan would admit this, for the most part, we're stupid.
No, it's
so
not even
why are we
that.
going to react to
By
it?
the way, it's your right to do it.
Right.
And having played this game at a high level, sometimes good, sometimes really bad, booing is just part of it. It's not something that the athlete looks at and says, oh, my God, they hate me. It's they hate what I just did. And so if you can't handle that, you can't play in New York. It's a cliche to hear this, and I hear it all the time now, and it's like nauseating. Yeah, you got to learn how to play in New York. Shut up. It's the same thing. It's like playing in Cincinnati. It's all the same. The only thing you got to deal with is that people are going to be opinionated. That's not playing in New York. That's not letting your ego get in the way of your production on a football field or a baseball field or hockey rink, whatever it may be. Playing and learning how to play in New York is not something that's real. It's just don't let the emotions of the fans affect you as a player.
But that's playing in New York because some guys let it happen.
It's not.
You don't think it is?
It's not. I
Why?
think because it's not exactly right. I know what they're saying, but it's not the right thing. Learning how to play in New York it's no different than playing in any other city other than the cold.
But here's
if that's what you want to talk about, fantastic.
No, but don't you think it's different? Let me use Devin Williams as an example.
Yes.
And I'll frame it to you why I think it's different. I don't think Devin Williams ever got booed in Milwaukee. I don't think Devin Williams ever had.
How do you know?
Because I just don't think they booed him. I don't think they ever did. Even the Pete Alonso game. I don't think he ever got booed. You're right. I can't prove it.
Right.
I'm pretty sure the man never got booed. He got booed on opening day as a New York Yankee last year.
That's because he was brought here to be a stud.
I'm
and he wasn't.
I'm not trying to explain or not explain why he got booed. I'm trying to explain why it's different. You're saying there's no difference, and I'm saying here's how it can be.
No, I think the whole learning how to play in New York, and because people use it, I hear NARPs throwing it out there like they know what the hell they're talking about. Like, he learned how to play in New York, so he's going to be fantastic. How the hell do you know?
We don't.
Exactly.
No. But I'm using an example of where the difference between Milwaukee and New York could lie. Devin Williams never got, I'm pretty sure I'm right. For the sake of this argument, take me at face value that he was never booed in Milwaukee.
Okay.
Because there's no proof that he was.
Right.
He was never booed in Milwaukee. And after he blew a save, he would face 3 reporters who would ask very gentle questions like, hey, what happened there? In New York, it's obviously very different.
Okay.
Could that difference be something to get used to?
It's learning how to deal with the consequences of your play.
We're saying the same thing.
But that's not playing in New York.
But
that's
New York's
not
different
learning
than
how to
Milwaukee.
play in New York. Here's what I believe. I believe when you get on a diamond or you get on a football field, you are who you have been since, or you are who you were raised to be as an athlete. You know what I mean? It doesn't, just because you have a fear that you might fail, that's not because the fans are saying you're doing anything or they're booing you. That's just performance. Like you perform how you perform, regardless of you've been traveling since you were 12 years old. So I think it just gets misused or overused as an excuse or as a reason to trust somebody who's here. You know what I mean? Yeah. Oh, he learned how to play in New York, so now we can trust him. How do you know? He could have a torn oblique and just playing through it. Right, he could have a banged up cartilage in his knee and playing through it, so he struggles. And he just doesn't know how to play in New York. You don't know.
A lot of times we don't know.
It just gets used, and it annoys me because it's most people who never played a game.
I think a lot of times we try to figure out reasons why a player struggles, and we use it.
We like to make excuses for people.
Yes,
I remember getting this when I was playing. People would say, "Oh, Tiki does too much media. That's why he fumbled." Does that really make any damn sense?
Yeah, you fumbled because you were thinking of Shepard Smith while you were running.
Exactly right.
Remember Shepard?
Of course, I do remember Shepard Smith.
It's my Fox reference.
I love
Good
Shepard
throwback.
Smith.
Yeah.
I don't know what the hell Shepard Smith is doing these days.
I don't know either. He was he did like the news, the straight news.
Oh, I love him. He was a good friend.
Oh, okay. There you go.
He did straight news. There's no place for him anymore.
He would do the straight news like 4 or 5 o'clock. I forget what it was called. He was famous because he made a comment that came out very wrong about J-Lo. Like, do you remember this? I'd have to find the clip. Like, he didn't mean anything by it. He didn't do anything wrong. It's just something, like, he was reading a news story and it slipped out, and there was a lot of innuendo going on. Either way.
Wasn't he partner? I almost feel like he was partnered with our commissioner's Goodell's wife.
Wait, say it again?
Yeah.
Well, partner with.
Hold on. Now I got to look this up.
I have no idea. This is all just to make a Fox reference. What I would tell you, here's my agree to disagree with you. Because you're right, we use it as an excuse that guy can't play in New York.
Yeah.
But I do think there is clearly a difference.
Yes.
Between pitching with the pressure of New York versus Milwaukee. If we're using Devin Williams as an example. The reporters, the crowds, all of that. And I give you something small that Devin Williams even brought up. He was looking for an apartment after he was traded to the Yankees. Like, that's a real thing. Like, you're pitching and you're like, I don't know where to go.
Yes.
I don't know where I live. Like, I think that stuff's real.
Right. Yeah. Jane Skinner, who was Roger Goodell's wife, and former Fox News anchor Shepard Smith worked together on Studio B.
Oh, that's what you meant.
Yes.
So Roger Goodell's wife, Jane Skinner, who I also vaguely remember, was a Fox News analyst or reporter.
Right.
Huh. How about that?
Right.
Let's go to Ed in Mohegan. What's up, Ed?
Hey, guys. What do you say?
All's good.
Listen, before I ask my question, Evan.
Yeah.
I can cut your hair. I know exactly what the problem is. First of all, there's no such thing as a fat face. You have a round face.
Oh.
I'll tell you why.
Yeah.
I looked up, when you wear your beard, okay, when you wear your scruff, do you grow it only on your neck or do you edge it around your jaw?
I don't touch it until I shave. Like, I don't actually meld it in any way. I let it grow and then I shave with an electric razor. That's all I do.
Okay, what you need to do is you should probably just trim it around your neck under the jaw and it shapes you. So, because I know exactly what you're talking about. You just need a simple scissor over comb cut. Because if you go too short, you got to wait 3 weeks for it to look good. Otherwise, it's too.
Are you a barber?
I'm a hairdresser. Yeah.
Where's your store? I'm literally going to come over. I'm not even screwing around. I'm going to put you on hold.
No, I'll come. If you want, I'll come down to the station.
Would you really?
Oh wow.
Yeah, I live in Westchester, but.
That's all. I mean, that's really nice of you. Okay, tomorrow. What are you doing?
I swear to God, if you want it after my call, if you want me, I'll set something up.
You'll cut my hair here. That's like the greatest. You know what?
We might have to do this on air.
Yeah, we'll do it on air if you want. I don't care.
I'll do it on air for you, but nice. I know I mentioned it about a month or two ago. I called in, and I'm looking at, and nothing became of it. But yeah, all it is, I mean, tell me if I'm wrong. When you get a haircut, when you buzz it, you got to wait 3 weeks or 2 weeks for it to be just right. Or if you don't go too short, then it's too long and it looks like you didn't have anything done.
Yeah. No,
is that pretty much what's going on?
I think that's what's going on. I'm going to invite you over. I think early next week will probably work if you're good with it. I'm going to put you on hold once you're done making whatever sports point you want to make, all right? I appreciate that.
Yeah. All right, cool. Well, my point is this. I was listening to Tiki talk about, I don't think the Yankees are fine. If you look at the top 5 teams and how they're using their money, you got the Yankees, the Dodgers, the Phillies, the Blue Jays, and the Mets.
Yeah.
And of the 5 teams, other than the Mets, the 4 of the 5, not the Mets, they all put their money into pitching. Most of the money, if you look at, it's pitching.
Yeah. Well, if you look at the Yankees,
have
for
Cole,
sure.
Fried, Rodon, and then they have good young pitchers. The Mets, I mean, if you break it down, I mean, the Dodgers have, Snell, Glasnow, Yamamoto. Mm-hmm. The Phillies have Wheeler. They have
the Mets have nothing. The Mets have nothing when it comes to pitching.
Right.
From a money standpoint.
Right.
Yes, and I think that's just a strategic difference.
Yeah.
But look,
does that matter? I'm trying to think why would that matter?
Well, because the Mets have less established guys in their rotation than those other teams.
I looked it up. The reason, the pitching is that pitchers are going to pitch to their statistics. You could go to see Aaron Judge. Look at the championship, the World Baseball Classic.
Right.
Edwin Rodriguez shut down 5 of the best players in the game, other than the one hit by Harper.
Right.
It's all about pitching. I mean, had it not been for Fried.
Yeah, no, and you know what, Ed, you're right.
I'm going to put you on hold, Ed. Thank you very much. Get his info. Cut my hair.
It's about pitching in critical moments.
Yeah.
Right? Because that's what ultimately I think the Dodgers did really well. That's how they won.
Yeah, but the Dodgers, if you look at the Dodgers and the Yankees and you compare it to the Mets, Dodgers, Yankees, and Phillies, and compare it to the Mets, think about the amount of money they are paying for their rotation versus the Mets.
Yeah.
And we know the Mets have a huge payroll, but they do not invest in their rotation. Remember what I said earlier in the show? Sean Manaea, as the 6th starter, makes significantly more money than anyone else in the rotation.
But the question I was asking is that going to matter? At what point in the season does that matter?
Well,
you know what I mean? When does that show itself? Because
it may not. Because
I think the Mets rotation could actually be pretty good this year.
Right, because money doesn't guarantee it. A lot of the guys that are good, let's say you think Clay Holmes is going to have a big year.
Yes.
Well, the reason Clay Holmes doesn't make a lot of money is they signed him as a converted reliever.
That's right.
If Kodai Senga has a great year, the reason he doesn't make a lot of money is he came over from Japan with questions.
Right.
Nolan McLean doesn't make a lot of money because he's
right.
Right, but that's after he signed the contract.
True, but you know what I mean.
Yeah. Nolan McLean doesn't make a lot of money because he's young and unproven.
He's second year. Or no, he's a rookie.
And Freddie, technically a rookie. And Freddie Peralta doesn't make a lot of money because he signed a dumb contract a few years ago.
That's right.
So it's different. It's definitely built very different. And the thing about the Yankees, and we'll go deeper into this tomorrow as we get set for the start of the season, because I do find this fascinating. If you listen to the way Sean talks and the way a lot of Yankee fans talk, you would think that they're a very flawed team. The New York Yankees, and I dare you to argue with me about this. You could try. I think you'll lose. I think the Yankees have the best lineup in the American League. And I think they've got the best starting rotation
when they
in the
fully
American
get healthy.
When they get healthy.
Yes.
That's what I think.
It's hard to argue that.
Now, the bullpens are different. All right? I have major questions about the Yankee bullpen.
Mm-hmm.
But I believe their starting rotation is better than the Mariners. And I believe their offense, as shown last year, is better than anyone else's. So I believe they will score more runs than anybody in the American League, and they got the best rotation in the American League. That is usually a pretty damn good formula.
Right.
It's hard to win 90-plus games. I agree.
There you go.
Yeah. But again, that doesn't matter.
Right. It's the lineup could bully your way and hit a lot of home runs. It's constructed properly to get through big
to the
pitching in
postseason.
October. Yeah.
Right.
I don't think they're not. I think they just happen to not succeed in October sometimes.
Well, it's also it's atrocious. It becomes a long season.
Right.
Max Fried was fantastic until he wasn't.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's not anybody's fault. It's just a long-ass season.
Well, it's like we said in the WBC. You're judging a team that played 162 games in a best of 5. Like, I know you guys hate when the word crapshoot is mentioned, but it kind of is a crapshoot. Now, I don't think it applies great for the Yankees for this reason. And this is why when it's applied by Cashman, it bothers me, even if he's right. The New York Yankees specifically haven't been a crapshoot. Because when they're the best team in the American League, they 100% of the time go to the World Series in the last decade. And when they're not, they lose to the team who had home field advantage.
Think about what you're paying for when you pay a pitcher top dollar, whatever that number is going to be, $40-something million a year. You pay that pitcher because you don't want BS when it comes to October. You want a guaranteed professional stud right now.
But nothing's guaranteed.
I know that, but
Max Fried showed you that.
I know that, but that's what you're paying for. That's why you overpay for a pitcher instead of getting, the replacement pitcher who, he could crap the bed in real time. Now, that could happen to anybody, but it's less likely to happen to some of the higher paid pitchers.
Less likely to happen, but it happens.
Of course.
The crazy thing about the Yankees, and this is why this should be a real goal going into the season, is like I said, and we talk about it every year, it's kind of funny, but it's true. It's backed up by the facts. When they have home field advantage, they win the series. They've done it every time in the Aaron Boone era. They have not lost a playoff series with home field advantage. Not once. When they don't have home field advantage, they mostly lose. I think the one that they won was the pandemic, and there was no one in Cleveland. So it's tough to really count it. And so in the Aaron Boone era, it hasn't really been a crapshoot. In the Aaron Boone era, it's been if they're better than you in the regular season, they'll beat you. If they're not, then you won't. Simple as that. Sean will feed us with a Cinco de Luncho. We will get to your calls at 888-808-1019. And a new feud has emerged at WFAN over a very sensitive topic.
Right now, Amazon Hub Delivery is looking to partner with ambitious New York businesses to become Amazon Hub partners. You and your staff will deliver packages to customers in your area when it's convenient for you, and with each package delivered, you get paid. Amazon Hub Delivery has no startup costs, no long-term contracts, and no delivery experience required. They make it easy to earn extra money, and all at the same time, you gain exposure for your business, money and exposure for your job. Sign up to learn more at Amazon.com/Hub Delivery. That's Amazon.com/HUB Delivery.
This portion of the program is sponsored by Flag & Anthem, real clothes for real life. Check out Flag & Anthem's new College Game Day shop with all the gear you love, now with your favorite school's logo. And don't miss Flag & Anthem's latest spring drop with Wear Now gear. Flag & Anthem has you covered. Visit flagandanthem.com and refresh your closet. Flag & Anthem premium clothes without the premium price tag. It is also sponsored by Kalshi. Trade on anything. March matchups are here, and now you can trade the tournament in all 50 states on Kalshi. Duke is trading at 19% to win it all. That means a $100 trade pays out $498 if they win. Arizona and Michigan are trading at 22% to cut down the nets. Download the Kalshi app and use code FAN to get $10 when you trade 10. Kalshi, trade on anything.
Yankees opening day is 1 day away on your home for Bronx Bombers baseball. WFAN, New York.
Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Call 877-CARS for Kids to reach a friendly live agent. Donation is super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now or go to carsforkids.org.
7 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Did you know you can donate real estate too?
Aetna has been my lifesaver. Easy to understand, and if not, customer service is always there to help.
Those words from a real Aetna Medicare Advantage member speak to why U.S. News & World Report named us a best Medicare Advantage company. Because we show up with care management that ensures doctors work together on complicated conditions. We show up with the latest in online tools to make healthcare easier to use anytime. We show up for you, because that's how healthier happens happens together. Member feedback has been edited for length and clarity.
Looking for the lowest price on name brand tires? Get to Town Fair Tire and get the guaranteed lowest price on any name brand tire. Nobody beats a Town Fair Tire deal. Nobody.
Town Fair Tire.
The Declaration of Deal sales event and Ram Truck Month are happening now at Ramsey Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram. This is the time to save on all new Jeep and Ram trucks. Ramsey Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram, home of exceptional people, exceptional deals.
Pump up the volume.
Business moves fast. Orders roll in, deadlines close in. When you ship with USPS Ground Advantage, you can keep up with confidence. Every package stays in our secure network from dock to door. And with nationwide reach, dependable tracking, and upfront affordable pricing, you get built-in peace of mind. You run the business. We run the routes. Visit USPS.com/groundadvantage to learn more.
You've got a big day, so you use Unstoppable scent boosters to give your laundry non-stop freshness. So no matter how long the day goes, you
can't stop this power, this walk, this pose, this strut, this look, this talk.
Your clothes will be so fresh you can confidently strut into that end of the day meeting like a
boss, bosses. Let's talk business in my office.
Add new Unstoppables beads to your wash for 24-hour non-stop freshness, so you can smell unstoppable.
New Game Plus with Oxy makes your laundry smell incredible and fights stubborn smells, like the ones your dog Biscuit brought into your freshly made bed last night. But you wash that all away with Game, and now you're drifting asleep to the scent and sound of waves. Ah, no, that's the dog licking your ear.
Biscuit.
It just might be our greatest scent ever, now with odor-fighting power. New Game Plus with Oxy.
Sniff the difference.
Hi, I'm Maria, salon owner. You know the jingle. Now discover the facts about Ozempic, a GLP-1. There's only one FDA-approved Ozempic made by Novo Nordisk. Learn about the real thing.
Talk to your healthcare professional today. Call 1-833-OZEMPIC or visit Ozempic.com to view the medication guide and to learn more about Ozempic. Semaglutide injection 0.5, 1, and 2 milligrams.
For all station contest rules, go to WFAN.com/rules.
The all-new 2026 Mazda CX-5 is designed to give you more of what matters. More passenger space and headroom for greater comfort. More cargo space, a lower lift-in height, and a standard power liftgate on every model. More connectivity with Google built-in integration, plus Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Balancing style, advanced technology, and craftsmanship in a family-friendly SUV that delivers exceptional value. Get more with the all-new 2026 Mazda CX-5, the smart choice. Visit your local Mazda dealer or MazdaUSA.com.
All new Dunkin' Zero, only 20 calories. Zero sugar, the all new revitalizing energy drink made with B vitamins, so you can actually feel good about it. Struggling to make it through the afternoon, wishing every meeting was an email? Sounds like it's time for Dunkin' Zero. It's the perfect pick-me-up without the spiral, and it comes in 6 delicious flavors like Sunzest and Glamberry. Dunkin' Zero, only at Dunkin'. Dunkin' Zero drinks contain caffeine from caffeine and guarana. Beverages are fruit-flavored, contain 0% fruit juice. Participation may vary, limited time offer.
This is Tiki Barber. You definitely don't want your heating system to fail this winter. So call my friends at Edison Heating and Cooling, New Jersey's heating experts. Have them check your heating system before it breaks. I know Edison Heating and Cooling. They can fix anything. Go now to EdisonHVAC.com.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-4094. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS. Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start. Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems. We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau. You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-575-4094. That's 800-575-4094. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
Baseball is back. Opening night is one exclusive game, and it's live on Netflix. On Wednesday, March 25th, the New York Yankees, led by 7-time All-Star Aaron Judge, head to the Bay Area to face Rafael Devers and the San Francisco Giants. A brand new way to watch Major League Baseball, and it all starts here. MLB opening night, Yankees vs. Giants, live on Netflix, Wednesday, March 25th at 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific.
No! It's just a golf lesson, champ. Loosen up.
I can't. See that Hyundai Santa Fe?
Yeah.
I only paid to know.
Finish up on your own. I gotta run.
Deal's so right, it almost feels wrong. The Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Get 0% APR for 60 months, plus 0 payments for 90 days on the Hyundai Tucson, Tucson Hybrid, Santa Fe, or Santa Fe Hybrid. Now, during the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Hurry, offer ends March 31st. Call 562-314-4603 for details.
Get connected with WFAN to talk about your favorite teams. The Fan on the Odyssey, iHeart, and TuneIn apps.
This Fan Focus is sponsored by Chef IQ, Precision Cooking, Effortless Results, ChefIQ.com. The Mets are going to be honoring the late Davey Johnson with a patch that says Davey on the sleeves of their home and away uniforms this season. And Rule 5 pick Cade Winquist has officially made the Yankees opening. What?
Good for him.
Yeah, officially made the Yankees opening day roster. More on the bloody sock. I'll never criticize the Yankees all season long. Chris McMonagle podcast later on.
I'm looking something up real quick because I thought I looked it up when they claimed him back in December. When was the last time the New York Yankees not only made a Rule 5 pick, which is a long time ago, but had that guy make the team?
We did do this, and I forgot who it was. And it was somebody we were like, oh, wow, that guy was a Rule 5 pick?
Yeah, you kind of forget sometimes who's who, like who was a Rule 5 pick. Prior to the 2026 season, the last time the Yankees had a Rule 5 draft pick make the opening day roster and remain for a full season, because remember, part of the rules of the Rule 5, I'll explain it real quick, is that he has to stay on your roster the entire year. Yeah. You cannot send him down, or else he's offered back to the team you claimed him from. So there is pressure for Winquist to be on the team the entire year, unless he goes on the IL. This is nothing to do with options or anything like that. He just if he goes down, he goes back. He can't go down. You have to offer him back for like $10,000. But what if they say no? I guess then you keep him. But usually they do take him back. Last time a guy remained a full season with the New York Yankees after being a Rule 5 pick was in 1973 with an infielder named Billy Parker. Since then, they had 2 Rule 5 picks, Brad Myers and Cesar Cabral, but they did not make the final roster. So this is historic for Cade Winquist. So that's pretty cool. Good for him. Right. It's a rarity. You know who was a Rule 5 pick? Roberto Clemente. Really? True story. Wow. Yeah. Think I'd make that up? He's looking it up. He doesn't believe me. No, I'm not looking it up. I'm a wealth of information sometimes. All right, there's a new feud we'll address here at WFM. Before we get to that, speaking of feuds, that rhymes with food. Feed us, Sean.
In the booth, somebody hide the castle. Optics flying, phones ringing, Evans yelling, no! Tiki's laughing, chaos cracking, nobody's in control. It's Cinco de Roncho. Bam! Crunch! Let's go!
Let's go! Cinco de Luncho is brought to you by Helix Wireless, connecting everything, everywhere. And I will proceed to do this list when Evan has my full attention.
I was listening to the Shepard Smith J-Lo comment.
Okay.
And now I know what it is. I cannot repeat it on the air. Basically, he was like, the people of the Bronx are more likely to give her a curve job, which I've never even heard of. And then he was supposed to say something else, and then something else came out with a job. So that's what it was.
Curves was a famous female gym that lasted for a little bit.
Yeah, but what's a curve job? I've never heard that before.
You know what?
Oh, a curb job maybe? Like a job on the curb? I have no idea. Yeah, I don't know what he meant, but it became like a viral thing because of what slipped out of his mouth.
Well, heck of a segue. What are we doing again? Oh, yeah, Cinco. So I'm here to give you, based on a conversation yesterday, but also in the idea of the opening day feels of baseball upon us, because today is a really big baseball movie day to set the tone for opening day tomorrow. So the top 5 baseball movies to cry during.
Okay. Oh, so this is what you mocked me yesterday about.
Yeah.
Because I admitted I cried when, what's his name, Joe Morris made the Tampa Bay Rays in the movie The Rookie.
Yeah, so here we go.
Sean Morris in the booth, somebody hide the...
Here we go.
Number 5.
I still suck at this. Number 5. For Love of the Game with Kevin Costner. Man, the love story intertwined during the innings. Pitcher for the Tigers. I mean, that was a great movie.
And I know this isn't what you meant, but what also makes it tough is Kelly Preston. We lost her a couple of years ago.
Oh, I didn't even
It's kind of sad and
Right.
way too young as well. So no, it's a great movie. He's a Tiger pitcher, right? He's pitching at Yankee Stadium. He's pitching a no-hitter.
Final weekend of the year, final weekend of his career.
Yeah. That was awesome.
All right, here we go.
Number 4.
Another Kevin Costner movie. I mean, he has the catch with his dad. It's Field of Dreams. The catch with the dad is just, and then when we think the little girl's choking on the hot dog, too, that almost got me.
That scares you?
It does.
How about I'm sorry to go to the actors in their real lives. The guy's Kevin Costner's wife's brother, who's a famous actor.
The guy from Jaws?
I don't want to laugh because this is very, very serious. He is Costner's wife's brother.
Yes.
So Kevin's brother-in-law.
Kevin's brother-in-law in the movie, in real life, is in a lot of trouble. He's
he?
accused of some horrible things, yeah.
Wasn't he Luke Collins in Little Big League, too?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
You didn't read that story?
No.
I'm not even going to get into it because it's screwed up. But yeah, and it's accusations. Like, we don't know for sure. But yeah, there's some pretty heavy accusations against him.
All right, here we go.
Number 3.
Number 3 is The Sandlot. Particularly when the kids start fading away at the end and they show what happened in everybody's life. It just reminds you as a kid, that sucks, man.
The Sandlot is a great movie. I mean,
you don't cry at the end of Sandlot?
Absolutely not.
About losing touch with your friends
No.
and you realizing this one did this, that one got into drugs, this
No.
one died. Like,
Not at all.
Come on, you have no heart.
It's a great movie. Maybe one of my favorite baseball movies, but there's never even a thought of crying.
Dude, you got to watch the end of The Sandlot. That's tough, man.
What's wrong with you?
Be a man. What's wrong with me? You cried at a Disney movie involving a Ray.
Because that's about a player getting his lifelong dream of making the majors and telling his wife.
No.
I don't even know what you would be crying about here. What, the dog is scary? Is that why you're crying?
Be a man. Listen to me. Ask any red-blooded human being what is more sad. A story where you could relate and go, man, I grew up with these kids and this one moved here and I lost touch with this one and this one's no longer with us. Or a guy at 40 makes the Rays. What's sadder?
I don't think it's sad. I think it's just reflective.
Yeah, reflective. Reflective makes you cry. You lost, Evan. All right, here we go.
Number 2.
Number 2 is Hardball. I'm sorry. Spoiler, the death of G-Baby is all time. Like, my chest hurts when you watch that movie.
By the way, when Sean brought that up yesterday, this movie, Hardball, made him cry, one of our callers called in and screamed, "You must be a liberal!" Which had me dying, and I thought about all night last night. It was very funny.
Because anytime you think of a kid getting shot and killed, it must be political. All right, here we go.
Number 1.
And the number 1 baseball movie to cry during is, of course, the 1996 Yankees World Series VHS. I mean, to do that for the first time in many of our lives. Obviously, the health scare going on in the Torrey family, I believe with his brother at the time. I mean, that gets me. David Cohn with the problem.
Aneurysm.
The aneurysm. I bawl up in tears every time I watch the 96 Yankees World Series VHS.
How old were you in 96?
I was 9.
Okay. They pulled David Cohn with a no-hitter in his first start back from the aneurysm. Were you bitching about it as a 9-year-old?
Again, I probably didn't have that feel. I was also a Doc's no-hitter that year. I'm going to guess no, but would 26-year-old, then 38-year-old me? Yeah, probably.
I don't know if you guys do this, and Tiki, you're going to think I'm pathetic, but that's all right. You already think it. On the eve of opening day, which we're almost at for the Mets and we're out with the Yankees, there are, now it's not DVD, it's YouTube, because you can find it there. There are some old Met videos I will watch to pump me up for the season. The 1986 video always gets me going. Even though I don't remember it, it's history to me. The 3 nights in Flushing, though I'm in it, so that's kind of awkward.
Okay.
But that season was so much fun. And I may try to watch, I don't know if I'm ready to, but the documentary they came out about the 2014. I think it's too soon for me to get any emotion from it. So the other thing I'll do is I'll play old highlights from the playoff runs in 1999 and 2000. That'll also get me all revved up for the season.
Yeah, I don't even watch those things. I remember when I was playing, that would get me jazzed up.
It would.
Yeah, because my running back coaches would just put together these highlights of all the good stuff that we did.
Would you hear Bob Papa or the TV voice?
No, it would be music.
Oh, you do music?
Yeah,
Okay.
he put like hip-hop music or something to it. It was actually pretty cool. But, yeah. How do you get ready for a season by watching highlights of previous seasons?
Gets me emotional. Gets me all pumped up. I know. I'm an ARP. I'm not playing, but it's still like, I like to see it. Like you just go on YouTube and it's easy because the Mets put out a big Howie Rose thing, like all his great calls. All I got to do is watch that.
Right.
I just watch that and it'll pump me up. Anyhow, before we get to your calls, earlier this morning, one of our coworkers called out another coworker. Do you want to guess the two workers involved in this feud? I'll give you a guess.
Craig Carton?
Craig Carton called someone else out or someone called Craig out?
Someone called him out.
Incorrect. Craig is not involved. I know. This is stunning. 2 days in a row now, Craig's not involved.
Is it Gio?
Gio? He's
Yeah.
involved in something else.
Okay. So
It was not Gio. No.
So it's new.
Yeah, it's brand new.
Sean?
Nope. We are not involved.
Wow.
I'm bowed out, man. This is great.
Al Dukes was pissed off this morning.
Al Dukes.
Al Dukes was pissed off this morning.
Speaking of liberals.
Let's find out what Al was pissed this morning.
Yeah, I heard something egregious on the on the afternoon show yesterday.
So here's what we know. It was egregious.
Yes.
And it was on the afternoon show, and it didn't involve Craig Carton.
So it's Big Mac.
So, ladies and gentlemen, Al, what was the problem?
Netflix has added WWE Tag Team Champions and twin brothers Jay and Jimmy Uso to the lineup.
For the baseball game?
Yes.
Okay.
And C-Mac called them, quote, the greatest tag team in the history of wrestling.
Wow.
That can't possibly be true.
Al,
Are they?
Al would continue on.
You're telling me the Uso brothers are a bigger tag team historically than the Road Warriors, than the Hardy Boys, than the Dudley Boys?
I'd never heard of the Dudley Boys. I have heard of who was the first one you said?
The Road Warriors.
I've heard of them.
Have you heard of, Jerry, this team? The Wild Samoans?
Yes, I have heard of them.
Wow. The Legion of Doom.
Well, that's the Road Warriors, in fairness.
Oh, they are.
Who are the ones that came in with the 2x4s?
The 2x4s?
I know who you're talking about.
I can see
Well,
them.
Hacksaw Jim Duggan came out with a 2x4, but he wasn't in a tag
He
team.
wasn't in a tag team?
No.
I thought
Road Dogg and Badass Billy Gunn.
Oh, the New Age Outlaws. That's a good one.
Who was Coco Beware with?
He didn't have a tag team either.
Sorry.
You're just naming singles wrestlers. Hacksaw Jim Duggan, Coco Beware. The Hart Foundation. That's another great tag team. Bret Hart and Jim the Anvil Neidhart. The New Day, more of a recent tag team. They're certainly up there. So Al was very passionate about this to the point where even though I heard this on my own, he did come up to me this morning and say, did you hear what Big Mac said? And here's where I stand on this. The Usos are one of the greatest tag teams of all time. I had to tell Al,
how do you determine that?
Well, that's the question I asked him, and I'll ask you.
Yeah.
It's a scripted thing.
I know.
So it would be similar to asking, and this is the way I would frame it. What's your favorite TV show of all time?
MacGyver.
Who's your favorite character on MacGyver?
I mean, MacGyver.
Okay, maybe not the best example. I know you're not a big Friends guy, but it would be like, who's your favorite character on Friends?
Yes.
Like, what are you really determining it on?
Rachel.
Of course. Like, I loved the Rockers back in the day, right? The Rockers never won a tag team title. So if we're basing it on championships and the amount of times they won, and again, it's scripted.
Right.
So they were told they were winning or how long they had the title. That's your call. If it's just how the tag team makes you feel, well, then Al's going to be biased to growing up because Al Dukes isn't watching Jimmy and Jay Uso. So it's one of those things where there really isn't a wrong answer.
Right.
Now, I'll give you my answer. My answer on the greatest tag team of all time is probably the Usos. And the reason I think Big Mac is right that they are is because they were a part of the greatest storyline in professional wrestling history, the Bloodline. And not just that.
So it was written well.
It was written well. But not only that. It's all about what matters to you. Is it how many tag team titles you had? Is it how you made you feel? Is it how long they had the titles? I have the absolute checkmate on everybody. I think main eventing is a big deal. Name me every tag team main event in the history of WrestleMania. And the answer is only 3. WrestleMania 1, in which it wasn't even real tag teams. It was just, let's get Hulk Hogan and Mr. T together to take on Roddy Piper and Paul Orndorff. So tag team match, sure, not real tag teams. The other one was Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins against Roman Reigns and The Rock. Same thing. They're not real tag teams. And then the other one was Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn against the Usos. The Usos main evented. And yes, they put the other team over, but that's what made them great. They made you care so much. You needed to watch them finally lose. It is the Usos. Al Dukes is wrong. I'm on Team Big Mac.
Isn't it amazing how we talked about wrestling for the last 5 minutes?
Was it 5 minutes?
Yes. Damn it. 5 minutes of wrestling that most people have no idea what you're talking about.
So I'm going to change the
But
subject.
it was explained very well.
Oh, thank you.
Some are saying Tiki's 2x4 reference was in reference to the Bushwhackers.
That's who it was.
The Bushwhackers.
That he used to come out all crazy, and
Yes,
sometimes they
would
come out
always
with like
be
props.
Yes, exactly.
By the way, the Bushwhackers.
That's exactly who I was thinking of.
Also never won the WWF Tag Team titles.
Who was in the Bushwhackers?
Luke and Butch.
Right.
Bush and Whacker.
You know what's crazy about those guys? So they
I
were,
just remember them walking in
with the arms.
going crazy.
Yeah. They licked each other's heads.
Yeah.
They were cousins from New Zealand. But here's the crazy thing about the Bushwhackers. They were always good guys. They were the lovable, let's make the kids
that's
happy.
why I remember them.
But before they got to the WWF,
Yeah.
bad guys.
Oh.
Heels. Badass.
No, they came to the WWF and became babyface.
They not only became babyface, they became like caricatures. They became like, fun for the kids to look at.
Because what year was that?
I would say late 80s, early 90s. I remember them as a kid.
Yeah.
I didn't like them. I thought it was dumb.
Why? Because you wanted the evilness?
Nah, I just thought it was
You
stupid.
have evil in your heart?
Well, I do have evil in my heart.
Because they were from a foreign country. You couldn't embrace them.
First of all, the GM of my basketball team is from, I think, the same place.
Not then.
Oh, yeah, that's true. I didn't know about him then. I didn't know I'd have an incompetent GM for more than a decade. Who saw that one coming?
Right.
Yeah, but the Bushwhackers, very popular with a lot of people. Like,
Right.
I'm surprised Al didn't even mention them. But they're not the greatest tag
Of course
team of all
not.
time.
They
They're
didn't.
not.
They never won.
No. Well, but that's up to you if that matters. Like, it's easy to say it doesn't matter. What's your favorite tag team of all time, real quick?
It's obviously the New Age Outlaws.
Really?
DX is my era.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, D-Generation X would likely present to you your tag team champions of the world, the badass Billy Gunn, the road dog Jesse James, the new... Did I get that right?
I don't even remember.
All right.
Now it's 7 minutes.
All right, we're going to cleanse ourselves with a couple of sports calls. Sorry about that. Andrew in Seacliff was actually at the game where Aaron Judge was booed, as we played the clip of earlier. What's up, Andrew?
Hey, how are you?
What's up? Good.
So a couple things. I was at the game both Friday night and Sunday. And first thing about Friday, it's a night game. People were very restless. There was I think we were really no hit when he struck out that third time. So there were a lot of grumbles even before that with other players.
Right.
But he was definitely booed. I was sitting 5 rows behind home plate. I have season tickets down there. Definitely booed. I did not boo, but for sure it was pretty loud.
You're saying it was a symptom, Andrew, of everything else that was happening with the Yankees in that game.
Yes, it was a very frustrating game to watch.
Right.
It was not fun.
Yeah.
Then on Sunday, he hit like a Juan Solo type home run. Solo shot, meaningless type thing. And everybody went crazy for it. It went, berserk. So I think it's just what's going on in spring training, how the team felt, kind of lifeless on Friday night. Sunday was a fun game. So I don't know if it was really Aaron Judge, but it was more the symptom of the game.
Interesting. Yeah,
that makes sense.
Well, no, it doesn't.
Yeah, it does. Because
No, it
everybody, he just said they were basically getting no hit.
It's a spring training game.
Who cares? They're getting no hit.
No, your words, not mine. Who cares, right? Is that what you just said? Who cares?
They are not entertained, and they're frustrated, and then Aaron Judge strikes out to end the inning? Am I correct?
Okay.
And so he's not just booing Aaron Judge, they're booing the whole team.
Do you know the Yankees' record in spring training?
It doesn't matter.
Yes, I agree with you. You're using words that I agree with. It doesn't matter.
Of course it doesn't
so
matter.
So then why would it matter?
Because in the moment you do whatever you feel as a fan. It's just like when I fumbled for the third time against the Philadelphia Eagles in a game where I rushed for 200 yards. They booed me.
Because the game
But then they
counted.
cheered me when I rushed for the first down. It got us in the field goal range. We won the game.
But, Teak, they booed you because it was a game they cared about. This is a spring training game.
Every game they care about.
In spring
You
training?
know why you care about it?
Because you paid money?
Exactly.
May have me on that one. We'll come back with your calls, 888-808-1019, the toll-free number, Evan and Tiki, till 2 o'clock.
Listen up, guys. It's time for a healthier you. My good buddy, John Gallucci Jr., CEO of JAG Physical Therapy, always tells me how important it is to focus on my biomechanical chain to help reduce injuries. Now is the time for you and your loved one to turn to JAG to get stronger and function at a higher level. The dedicated team of physical therapists at JAG Physical Therapy will develop a plan specifically for you to help prevent injuries. And if you have an existing injury, the expertise and commitment will help you get back to the life you love. Schedule your appointment today at jagpt.com. That's JAGPT.com.
And this Odyssey Sports Minute is brought to you by Monmouth University. Bigger thinking, more inspired, you amplified.
This is an Odyssey Sports Minute.
The Pistons' collapse many expected without Cade Cunningham has not materialized yet. Maybe it's still lurking out there on the horizon, but they're solidified with a 5-game lead over Boston. All of a sudden, Dennis Jenkins has come out of nowhere. Career-high 30 last night in their win over the Lakers. And Jalen Duren is doing everything, including D'ing up on Luka Doncic on the final possession last night. Don't write that Pistons obit quite yet. I'm Chris Mack.
America, look around. Everywhere you go, prices are still high. Rates have been whipsawing markets, and the debt and spending don't exactly scream stability. If your retirement is mostly stocks and bonds, you may be taking a risk, more risk than you think. And when you're near retirement, a sharp drawdown at the wrong time can do real damage. Experts say diversifying with intention is the #1 secret account that all Americans' smart money uses to hedge against instability. Its precious metals, silver, and gold is having a spectacular bull run. Would it not make sense to get in before the rocket takes off? Monetary Gold have been around since 2000, witnessing multiple economic setbacks. They have the experience to help tailor your portfolio to your needs. If you call now, they will cover up to a lifetime of your IRA fees on qualified accounts. Call Monetary Gold now at 877-NOW-GOLD. That's 877-NOW-GOLD. Performance may vary. You should always consult your financial and tax professional. That's 877-NOW-GOLD.
Todd, I've come to Ramsey Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram to make a declaration of deals on all Jeeps at Ramsey.
And during the Declaration of Deals sales event happening now, you can save big on a new 2025 Jeep Grand Cherokee El Laredo X 4x4.
Lease for $199 a month for 24 months or purchase with 0% APR financing for 60 months.
And no monthly payment for 90 days.
Check out the new 2026 Jeep Wrangler 4-Door Sport S 4x4 for just $289 a month for 36 months.
Or purchase and get 0% APR for 36 months and no monthly payments for 90 days.
The Declaration of Deals sales event at Ramsey Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram.
Exceptional people, exceptional deals.
Call 833-853-2969 for details. $2,500 down plus tax, title, registration, and fees. 0 security deposit. BIN number S8737680. 0% APR at 1667 per 1,000 financed. BIN number TW238472. 0% APR at 2778 per 1,000 financed. Deferred payment for qualified buyers through Stellantis Financial. Interest accrues from date of purchase. Offers end 3/31/26.
This baseball season, FanDuel is letting you choose your own reward for opening week. Betting customizations that transform how you experience the game. Make your choice and the reward will be ready to use on your next MLB bet. FanDuel is the home of home runs. Maybe you'll take Aaron Judge or Juan Soto to hit a home run. Or maybe you take a long shot to go deep, like a team to get out to an early lead. You can take them for the first 5 innings money line. The options are endless at FanDuel Sportsbook. So ready to play your game? Head to FanDuel.com/New York to choose your reward for MLB's opening week. FanDuel, an official partner of the MLB. We just love the app around here. It's safe and secure. When you win, you get paid instantly. FanDuel Sportsbook is the official sportsbook of WFAN. 21 and over and physically present in New York. Opt-in required. Rewards are non-withdrawable. Restrictions apply, including bonus and token expiration. Leg requirements and max wager amounts. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Call for the gambling problem. Call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369.
Life is motion, but for Jaime, debilitating pain in both hips brought everything, including family time, to a halt.
Every doctor told me the same thing. They would do one hip at a time.
At White Plains Hospital, Dr. Jacob Totka's unique expertise provided an alternate approach by replacing both of Jaime's hips on the same day.
In just 2 hours, I got 2 new hips and I went home that day.
White Plains Hospital, among the best hospitals anywhere that just so happens to be here. A member of the Montefiore Health System.
You matter, and so does your well-being. If you're facing tough moments, struggling with anxiety, depression, thoughts of suicide, or substance use, help is here anytime you need it. Call, text, or chat 988 for free confidential support. New Jersey's 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline is here 24/7 for you or someone you love, with trained counselors who listen and care without judgment. You matter. Remember New Jersey's 988. A message from the New Jersey Department of Human Services.
Pump up the volume.
Business moves fast. Orders roll in, deadlines close in. When you ship with USPS Ground Advantage, you can keep up with confidence. every package stays in our secure network from dock to door. And with nationwide reach, dependable tracking, and upfront affordable pricing, you get built-in peace of mind. You run the business. We run the routes. Visit USPS.com/Ground Advantage to learn more.
Yo, Harvey, Zoe, group selfie.
Ooh, nice new iPhone 17, Drewski.
Let's do a triangle formation. I'm in front.
With a center stage front camera, everyone fits in the shot.
You got it at T-Mobile.
But switching takes forever.
Not anymore. Now you can switch to T-Mobile in just 15 minutes.
Focus, people. Nail your pose.
And you get a new iPhone 17 on them.
No way.
Yes way.
No way.
Yes way, guys. Switch to T-Mobile and get iPhone 17 on us. And right now, we'll pay off your old phone up to $800.
I'm grabbing my phone and switching to T-Mobile right now.
Get back, Harvey. We're taking a... let's go again, y'all.
With 24 monthly bill credits, finance agreement, 256 gigabytes, $830, eligible trade-in, example iPhone 13 and new qualifying line, $60 plus per month plan with autopay plus taxes and fees. For well-qualified customers, plus tax and $35 device connection charge. Credits end and balance due if you pay off early or cancel. Contact us. $800 via virtual prepaid card. Card typically takes 15 days after rebate submission, no cash access, and card expires in 6 months. Check out in 15 minutes per line. Visit T-Mobile.com.
Our friends at Town Fair Tire remind you that at Town Fair Tire, you always get the guaranteed lowest price on name brand tires from Connecticut to Maine. Nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody.
We're talking New York sports. WFAN, WFAN FM, WFAN FM HD1 New York, and Odyssey Sports Station.
How we doing, everybody? A little after 1 o'clock. On the eve of opening day. You know what's odd about opening day for tomorrow? So obviously it's like an NFL-style opening day where you've got one game that's going to wet the whistle. And that one game happens to be a local team, the New York Yankees in San Francisco against the Giants. They're going to play tomorrow night in San Francisco. The Mets open on Thursday, and the Mets played their final spring training game on Sunday. They played an intra-squad game on Monday, and by Monday night, we're in New York sleeping in their own beds. The Yankees play a game today in Mesa, Arizona. I don't understand that scheduling. Now, my understanding is, because the lineups haven't come out, and by the way, that game is going to be on the AM side here on the Fan, so I guess you could hear it, and it's worth listening to because Garrett Cole is going to be pitching.
Again.
But you should listen to the Carton Show at 2 o'clock. Right. So really, it's up to you. As we know, it all counts the same. Everybody gets credit. So I assume the Yankees are going to send a lot of their position players up to San Francisco because it feels like a colossal waste to play a game right now, knowing there's a real game tomorrow night. So if it's Garrett Cole and a bunch of minor leaguers, it feels like, all right, good experience.
Doesn't really make sense.
But it means that it matters less.
Yeah.
But if it's regular, like Aaron Judge cannot be in this game. Like, what are we doing? Get the man to California, let him sleep in a comfortable bed and get ready for the start of the season. But usually teams have off days before the season starts. Like tomorrow, there's no spring training games. It's over.
I don't understand why they left Florida to play 2 games in Arizona.
Because it's on the way to San Francisco.
Forget on the way. Okay, it's on the way. Haven't they played enough spring training games?
Yeah.
That they needed 2 days before, but they had to cram 2 in Mesa, Arizona?
The only thing I could think of is it's kind of like college basketball where a team like the Chicago Cubs says, hey, we would draw really well if the Yankees come to town. We don't play in spring training because you're a Florida team. Let's give them something to get them to stop by and give us a few games. That would be, I think, the incentive. Because other than that, I'm not sure why it benefits the New York Yankees.
Oh, the Yankees need a couple more bucks, is what you're saying.
I'm just trying to come up with a reason.
$1. How much money could be worth it to just take 2 days off?
Sean, I'm not saying it's money. I'm trying to come up with the benefit to why you would go. Because I agree with you. Like, just start. Look at the Mets. The Mets have been done for 4 days. They don't play until Thursday. I don't fully understand.
Is that going to be bad for them?
I mean, is it?
I don't know. I mean, they haven't played in 4 days.
They played an intra-squad game on Monday, so they really will have not played for 2 days if you do the math. I don't know. I don't think it's a benefit or a negative. It's strange. But hey, it's spring training for everybody. So Susan and Dave Sims get a little bit more time to get the chops going for a full season.
Be a man.
It's going to be a fun season, so I look forward to it.
Can't wait. Let's go.
You say that in a very tepid way.
You know I can't wait. You know I can't wait.
Well, then give us a big can't wait and then send Bart the check.
I cannot wait. The last time I watched a game with an emotional investment was probably the Winter Classic the day after New Year's. That is how excited I am for tomorrow.
No, I totally get that. Because as a fan of the teams I happen to root for, I was thinking about that the other day. When was the last time I watched a sporting event where my stomach started to rumble? The Jets were meaningless for months.
Right.
The Nets haven't played a game that matters in years. And I always say this about the Islanders. I'll get excited when the playoffs come around. So, dude, it's like September.
Yeah.
No, it's the Mets because the Jets were done before the Mets were done. So I can't even say it's a Jet game.
It's a weird feeling, especially if you're, the two winter teams for me stink. The Giants, the moment Cam Scatterbo's leg went the other way in Philadelphia, that was basically it for them. That was a week after Denver. And they wrote the letter like a week after the Winter Classic when James Dolan came in here and said the Rangers were close.
He did say that.
They won the other night. That was it.
Can you cut that clip?
I got to find it.
You got to find that. Because he did say that, and it felt like the Rangers went backwards since then, and now look at the mess that they're in. All right, let's get back to your calls. 888-808-1019 is the number. Kyle is in Ringwood. Hey, Kyle.
Boys, how we doing?
Good. What's up?
So I'm a little frustrated, and I got to give a shout out to Matt O'Leary, New York right now, that just brought this to my attention.
Go.
So the people that represent Dan Orlovsky and Fat Tannenbaum also represent Ty Simpson.
Correct.
And on the show, they were pushing for him to be a QB1.
Yes.
How is that not national media tampering? How is that possible? That's not
because it's entertainment.
It's not the way that things should work.
No, it's a great point because Kyle, I'll take you through how I found out about this. I see a headline: Dan Orlovsky prefers Ty Simpson over Fernando Mendoza.
Yes.
So obviously, as a Jets fan, my reaction is, well, hold on a second. Well, let's examine this.
Right.
And then immediately,
because this is it's slowly gotten closer to this. By the way, just to give you credit, to give you context.
Yeah.
When the regular college football season playoff ended, it was a one quarterback first round with Fernando Mendoza, and maybe Ty Simpson was going to creep in there.
Right.
Maybe.
Right.
Because of his struggles at the end of the season. As the couple of weeks go by, then you get to the combine, it becomes, well, Mendoza is still the top quarterback, but you know what? Ty Simpson's not really that far behind him. So the narrative just kept changing.
Right.
And then you get another week closer, it's, well, you could argue that Ty Simpson, because he played at Alabama and the competition was worse, he had just as good of a season. Look, he made more important throws than Fernando Mendoza did. And so it's slowly crept its way where Ty Simpson was now on par with Fernando Mendoza.
But he's not.
Of course he's not.
And it's being perpetrated by guys, because I didn't realize this, and our last call laid it out wonderfully, that Dan Orlovsky is represented by CAA, the same agency that represents Ty Simpson, and the same agency that represents Mike Tannenbaum, who's also been pushing this. And you're right, it's entertainment, but isn't this a scandal? Really, we're going to let people formulate their opinions based on
but who's
I guess a lot of people do now that I
who's
think
being
about it.
aggrieved right now?
The audience.
Okay, but whatever.
Well, that would be my answer. The aggrieved is the audience. I can't take you seriously. And I know the counter is everyone's doing it, I guess.
You're wagering on this. What does it matter?
Credibility.
Yeah, but they don't care.
Tiki, do you ever give an opinion based on
just
who represents you?
Just how I feel about somebody?
Well, I guess people do that. And you probably do that.
But I
that feels different,
But I qualify it. I do this all the time. I tell you when, look, I love Sean Payton. So I'm going to tell you this is why I think he has an advantage. Only because I have personal experience with him and I'm a fan of how he coaches. But I tell you.
I think that's the difference. When Dan Orlovsky, who early on in his career I really liked, I thought he was really good.
Right.
And now it's like he's a shady politician. It's like the politician who says, here's why I believe in these policies. Meanwhile, you don't realize there's a hand up their rear end paying them money to have those opinions.
I think this is a disgraceful take. I got to be honest with you.
By Dan Orlovsky, I agree with you.
No, by you
By
and anybody
me?
criticize it. Listen to me. I have my issues with Dan Orlovsky as an analyst, But let's just be honest about something. We all think we know it all about the NFL draft every year. By the way, including a guy like Dan Orlovsky.
Right.
And every year, we go through reading a million mock drafts, and then we are stunned what teams actually think of certain guys come the draft. So the idea, now we all agree that we think Fernando Mendoza is the best quarterback in the draft, and I have no doubt that most teams do. But you don't think there's a chance a third of the league is examining this going, you know what, because of everything Tiki said, Alabama and everything, Ty Simpson, they do think is the best quarterback in the draft? I think it's distinctly possible.
I think it's possible, but I think the connections are too deep to ignore. And it feels corrupt, honestly.
But you know what? You know why that's
Just
so
does.
bogus?
What?
There's like 3 power agencies in the industry. So the idea that like you get paid former athletes to talk about this, I bet you could find other things when you're not looking where you could make that same case about people being supported. That's why it's not fair.
And that's why I couched it at the beginning saying, oh, yeah, I guess everybody does it.
Mm-hmm.
But that doesn't make it okay. If every politician is just being controlled by special interests, what are we supposed to say? Well, that's just the way it is. Just deal with it. No, you could still call it out.
I don't know. Last year, Dan Orlovsky was mocked when he said Jackson Dart was a better quarterback than Cam Ward. How'd that turn out? He did that a year ago.
That's what this is about, isn't it?
No, it's not. It's just that I think Dan is not I don't think he's compromisable. I think he's just going to give you his true opinion. Now, when he started saying these things about how much he felt Ty Simpson was closer to Fernando Mendoza than most people would argue, when I look at it, I kind of agree with him.
Yeah.
It was tougher competition. We forget Indiana's defense or Indiana's team was one of the oldest in college football. There were men on that team. And their defense was ridiculously elite. Like, forget how good Fernando Mendoza was, and I forget the wide receiver's name, but their defense was unbelievable. The reason they won wasn't because Fernando Mendoza was dominating games and outscoring guys like Joe Burrow was when he was at LSU, throwing for 420 yards and 6 touchdowns a game. It was because their defense, when he was average, dominated the other team. So, like, they were a great team. This is not the Joe Burrow situation. He's not the Joe Burrow type of quarterback. And so you can argue, yes, he's highly inflated, Fernando Mendoza, because it's a one quarterback draft and there's a couple of teams that really desire a quarterback. But it's also unfair to say that Ty Simpson is miles behind him.
All right. Fair enough. This is weird, speaking of quarterbacks. So on our screen is the name of the person calling and then the city they're from.
Oh, my God.
So we're about to go to a caller named Lamar who's calling from, get it, Jackson. So we're about to go to Lamar in Jackson.
Now I wonder if we're being pranked.
You think so? Well, before I get to you, Lamar, I did this once to Big Mac in the overnights. I called in as Steve from Austin. And whenever he tried to talk, all I did was the Steve Austin. What?
I thought you did.
What?
That's amazing.
Yeah. I got to do that again. I'm going to try that on Tommy.
Well, I mean,
next time.
No biggie.
Where's Jackson, though?
Jackson, New Jersey.
Jackson, New Jersey.
That's where Six Flags is.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
All right, let's find out.
Because he's from Florida, Lamar Jackson.
That is true. Lamar Jackson joins us. Hello, Lamar.
Lamar from Jackson.
Lamar from Jackson.
What's up? Oh,
come on, after all that, Lamar, you got to be there.
Massive setup. This is such a letdown.
Hold on, are you really not there, Lamar?
Hello?
Thank God.
What's up, Lamar? How you doing?
Guys.
It's all right.
Sorry. Yeah, so through me and my friend Urchi, we got into a fight yesterday about 3 stuff. We said whoever wins, whatever you guys say wins.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
Go ahead.
Okay, fine. So we want to know who's better, Bobby Witt or Juan Soto?
Bobby Witt or Juan Soto? Juan Soto. Go ahead.
I agree.
Nolan McLean or Cam Schlittler, whatever his name is.
Christ.
He was Nolan McLean or Cam Schlittler.
I'm going to go Nolan McLean as a Met fan. Why, you want to go Cam?
I'm going to say Cam.
Okay, give me your third one. Let's see.
Or Scooble or Schemes?
Okay. Ooh. Here's the complicated part about Scooble versus Skeens.
And you're going to say Scooble.
No, I kind of have to say Skeens.
Really?
He's got an ERA under 2 in his career.
Yeah.
Like, what would be negative about him? And he's younger.
We should have got some more clarification. Are we talking about now or projecting?
Well, that's the thing. It sounds like a fantasy-related question.
Oh, so it's a fantasy question? It's still Scooble.
I don't know, man.
Well, it depends on if you're in a keeper league.
Yeah, well, if it's a keeper league, it's Skeens. Because he's younger. He's younger by like 5 years, 6 years.
But Scooble's in a contract year.
They're all, by the way, they're all great questions. like in a fantasy league, who's going ahead, Juan Soto or Bobby Witt Jr.? A lot of leagues, Bobby Witt Jr. is going first. I think Juan Soto is such a great hitter. And again, I'm probably being biased. Unlike Dan Orlovsky, I'm going to admit it. I'm gonna be open and honest. Yes, I'm a Met fan. Hello. I would take Juan Soto. I would take Nolan McLean, again being biased.
Right.
And I probably lean towards Skeens just based on the age.
Right.
That would be the way I'd answer it. Sean, answer the three. Go.
Skeens and Soto. I'd miss the third.
Skeens, Schlittler versus McLean.
We've already made that. It's Cam.
Okay.
Bader's already proven it in the big game. Nolan McLean lost the only 2 games Team USA played.
Okay. All right. Hey, listen, I'm not gonna fight with you on this. That's fine.
Geez.
Let's go to Phil in Bloomfield. Hey, Phil. Hello, Phil.
Hey, is this me?
Yes. What's up? Yes, it is. What's up?
It's Bill in Bloomfield.
Okay. Our call screener's having a rough day today, so it's okay.
And if anything, I'm actually barefoot Bill, so that's actually better. Now you know my name.
All
right. So I have a story for you. When my Uncle John was a teenager, he used to caddy in Yonkers, New York, which is just a little bit outside of New York City. And one day he got to caddy Babe Ruth. And he said a few things about the story. First of all, he said the Babe was pretty drunk, so we know that about him already. He said he was kind of obnoxious and kind of had, inappropriate stories. We know that about Babe Ruth. But at the very end, the Babe gave him a big tip. And as the Babe was walking away, my Uncle John said to him, "Hey, Babe, can I ask you a question? Did you really point to center field and then hit the home run there?" And the Babe came back and put his hand on his shoulder and said, I don't talk about that very much, but since you asked, I'm going to tell you what actually happened that day.
Oh.
He said that the shortstop from the other team kept running behind the pitcher and jumping up and down and filling his arms and trying to distract Babe Ruth from hitting. And finally, the Babe looked at the umpire and pointed with his bat toward the shortstop and said, "Is he allowed to do that?"
Wow.
To hit a home run.
Wow.
He was pointing to the shortstop.
It's funny. That's a great story. Thank you very much.
His phone line's as grainy as the footage.
But we got the message. The message. There's always been the thought that he was being taunted by the Cub bench, and they were saying a lot of mean things to him, and he was screaming at them and pointing his bat. That's been a very popular story out there, but I don't know if I've heard that one, that the shortstop was jumping up to distract, and he was pointing at him.
Right.
Either way, Babe Ruth didn't call his shot. That's in essence what happened here. But it's such a legendary story, and the truth is, even with Phil calling up and telling us that, it doesn't prove anything.
Yeah, it's still our perspective.
Yeah.
No, it's our perception of it, even if the perspective is different.
It's also his secondhand story.
Yes.
Like the honest answer is, it's like the Kennedy assassination. The only way we'll ever be able to know is if we developed a time machine.
Yeah.
I mean, I know we're not going to, at least to go back in time. I don't think that's possible. But that would really be the only way. Because otherwise, we have stories. Yeah, there's grainy video. Yeah, there's a lot. Look, we know more about that than maybe the way the Earth was formed billions of years ago, obviously. But we still don't know. And so forever and in time, it's just going to be a fable.
Right.
That we truly don't know the answer to. Which is kind of crazy. We'll come back with more of your phone calls at 888-808-1019. And former quarterback Justin Fields has a chance to do something that has never been done in the history of football. We'll explain what it is coming up. Now, if new windows and doors have been on your list, don't wait. Windorama's offering up to 40% off your installation project when you purchase and install with them. We're talking major savings, top quality brands, and expert installation all at once. Upgrade your home and take advantage of savings. Visit Windorama.com or stop by one of their showrooms today. Windorama, your window and door specialist since 1977.
This drive around the league with Tiki Barber is sponsored by Amazon Hub Delivery. Visit Amazon.com/Hub Delivery. The Seattle Seahawks are up for sale this year. After just winning Super Bowl 60 over the New England Patriots, the value is at its peak, reportedly around $7 billion. As with most companies that are selling, you tend to get lean, cutting expenses and making sure that your balance sheet looks clean. This likely explains why the Seahawks were mostly quiet in free agency. That is, until earlier this week, when they broke the bank for superstar wide receiver Jackson Smith-Njigba, paying him $168 million over 4 years, a whopping $42 million a year in AAV. This is contrary to how they dealt with Super Bowl MVP Kenneth Walker III and star safety Kobe Bryant, who they let walk in free agency. The reason, though, that you hold on to a player like Smith-Njigba is because he's young and only getting better, and players like him keep butts in the seats. I'm Tiki Barber with this drive around the league, sponsored by Amazon Hub Delivery. Amazon.com/HUB Delivery.
And this the Kings will show, they've been in free fall for most of the season, but I trust the Hornets regardless. Big spread, but they should win by 30. I'll lay it with Charlotte. I'm Pat Boyle. Bet smarter and beat the books. Download the BetMGM app today.
Together, let's drive at Paramus Chevrolet. For just $287 a month and just $287 do it delivery, lease a brand new Trax Sporty Wagon 2RS with front-wheel drive for 39 months. Buying, enjoy 0.0% APR financing for well-qualified buyers. Visit ParamusChevrolet.com today.
I'm Boomer Esiason. My mom died from cancer. She was only 37 years old. She didn't have life insurance, and that was devastating for my family. That's why having life insurance is so important to me. Ethos makes it fast and easy. Get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. You can get up to $3 million in coverage with no medical exam.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/play. That's ethos.com/play. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
I'm Tyler Kolek, and I got my Lincoln right here at Lincoln of Queens. Smooth ride, no hassle. They even delivered it right to my door. When it's time to save, it's time to go to Lincoln of Queens. It's the Lincoln Spring Sales Event, where you can lease a Lincoln Corsair for only $366 a month.
36-month lease requires $48.20 due at signing. Excludes tax, title, and MV fees. See dealer for details. Expires March 31st.
Lincoln of Queens, where Queens goes. Go New York, go New York, go.
I'm a 100% kind of guy, so I got Verizon Fios. It's 100% fiber internet because I do everything at 100%.
What game should we watch?
100% of them.
She hits a
Penalty kick.
out of the park!
From way downtown for a beautiful shot onto the green.
You either have 100% fiber internet or you don't. Get Verizon Fios. It's super fast and reliable with ultra low lag. It's 100% or nothing. Call 1-833-VERIZON to switch today.
Go teams!
With Aetna, I always get a quick answer, and I don't have to search on the internet. They go above and beyond to help me with whatever I need.
Those words from a real Aetna Medicare Advantage member speak to why U.S. News & World Report named us a best Medicare Advantage company. Because we show up on calls with members and doctors' offices when requested. We show up with access to convenient care options. We show up for you. Because that's how healthier happens together. Member feedback has been edited for length and clarity.
Everybody knows Town Fair Tire is New England's largest name brand discount tire dealer, beating all the local competitors with our guaranteed lowest prices. And now, with over 120 stores throughout New England, we beat all the competition, including the warehouse clubs, the online sites, and the local dealers. Yes, we beat them all with the absolute guaranteed lowest price on name brand tires. Nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody!
Name brands at discount prices. Town Fair Tire.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm, and Chuck McDowell definitely not an attorney. This is Chuck. If someone talked you into buying something really silly and you want to get out of that silly little thing, my advice, get the facts. Call me and I'll send you our timeshare exit kit absolutely free. Inside, you'll learn how timeshare works and all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your free exit information kit. 800-948-7878. That's 800-948-7878.
Baseball is back. Opening night is one exclusive game, and it's live on Netflix. On Wednesday, March 25th, the New York Yankees, led by seven-time All-Star Aaron Judge, head to the Bay Area to face Rafael Devers and the San Francisco Giants. A brand new way to watch Major League Baseball, and it all starts here. MLB opening night, Yankees vs. Giants, live on Netflix, Wednesday, March 25th at 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific.
Straight Talk Wireless presents Pickup Truck Wisdom.
The smartest way to spend your money is not to. Straight Talk offers free 5G phones for new and existing customers on Verizon's 5G network. So the refund money I don't spend on that free phone is the refund money I get to keep for my family. Smart.
Find us at straighttalk.com and Walmart. Straight Talk Wireless. Straightforward. Always. Taxes and fees apply. Plan purchase required for free phone offers. Copyright 2026 Verizon.
Hey there, homeowners. The Powerball jackpot is up to $147 million. That's enough money to finally put that pool in your backyard, Olympic size. Get your ticket today.
The team at FW Web includes seasoned professional certified trainers, skilled technicians, and industry experts who understand the real challenges contractors face every day. From the counter to the job site, they support every phase of every project with trusted guidance, comprehensive inventory, and hard-to-find parts when you need them. With personalized project support and convenient pickup or delivery across the tri-state area, FW Web helps contractors work smarter and stay on schedule. FW Web, experts behind every job. Learn more or find your nearest tri-state location at fwweb.com.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-4094. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS. Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start. Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems. We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau. You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-575-4094. That's 800-575-4094. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
There is something special about sharing a pint of Guinness as you cheer on your team, surrounded by your people. So raise your glass, say sláinte, and take that first sip. It's a lovely day for Guinness. Guinness Draft Stout, Diageo Beer Company, USA, New York, New York. Please drink responsibly.
Talk New York sports here. The Fan.
This Fan Focus is sponsored by Chef IQ Precision Cooking. Effortless results, chefiq.com. The Knicks host a resurgent Zion and the Pelicans at 7:30 tonight. The Blackhawks will visit UBS to play the Isles at 7. Another big game for the Fish Sticks, and the Devils are in Dallas at 8.
How about this factoid from the great Rich Cimini, who does a great job covering the New York Jets? Justin Fields is one of 7 guys in the history of football who has started week 1 for 3 different teams in 3 consecutive seasons. The Chicago Bears, the Pittsburgh Steelers, and the New York Jets. If Patrick Mahomes isn't ready for the start of this season, it would be 4 for 4. And
if he starts, because
he's the backup.
Isn't there another?
No. He'd be the guy.
Wow.
They acquired him to be the backup.
Left. Yeah.
If Patrick
Minshew left, that's right.
If Patrick Mahomes isn't ready, I think he will be ready, but hey, for the sake of this, if he's not ready and Justin Fields gets the start, he'll be the first guy ever to do that. 4 teams, 4 years in a row, week 1 starting quarterback. What does that say?
Nothing.
It says nothing.
Nothing.
I think it says something. You know what I think it says?
All right. Ludicon is the other kid. The kid that played at the end of the year, Chris Ludicon.
Oh, yeah, but that's not. Yeah. Fields was acquired to be the backup. He is clearly the backup for Patrick Mahomes, barring injury, of course. Anything can happen. But I think it's a testament to his talent. Because he's been put in position in 3 straight years. Obviously, the 4th one takes a little bit of luck. But in 3 straight years, he went to a team where he was in position to be the starter. Now, in the case of Pittsburgh, obviously Russell Wilson wasn't healthy. I want to incorporate that in, that there was a break. But the Steelers believed in him enough for him to be on the team. And the same thing with Kansas City. The Chiefs acquired him, Tiki, knowing full well Patrick Mahomes may not be ready for the start of the year.
Yeah. No,
so they acquired a guy that they thought, hey, he could start for a few weeks.
Yeah, so the 2 teams that he was supposed to be the starter, Chicago, where he was okay for a year, or maybe a year and a half of that 4 years that he was there. The Jets, everywhere else, he's supposed to be the backup.
Yes.
Right? He was supposed to be the backup to Russell Wilson.
He was supposed to be.
And then Russ got hurt, and so he ended up starting.
In the case of Kansas City, I'll say it's a little bit different than Pittsburgh in that they acquired him knowing that he may start because Mahomes may not be ready.
Right.
I know we've differed on this because I think Mahomes will be ready week 1. I think we did a long-term prediction, and you were more like October, whatever it was.
Just because it was an ACL. It was this late in the season.
Right. No, and I get that. So if the Chiefs agree with you, they acquire Justin Fields knowing he's going to have to play for a month.
Now, how does this work if technically Mahomes is under center, but Justin Fields starts with all the reports out of Kansas City?
I have no idea what that means.
Oh, the reports are Andy Reid is already planning on using Justin Fields a lot in the offense with Mahomes on the field.
Okay, but still, can you explain further what that means?
So would this be the 4th year in a row if Pat Mahomes is on the field.
Oh, no. He'd have to start a quarterback.
It's got to be like proper quarterback.
Yeah, Andy Reid wants to use him in certain like running plays and stuff is the rumor.
Real. By the way.
Even though he wouldn't do that.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. He would do it.
By the way, do you blame him?
No, I think by that time the circumstances were clear.
Yeah.
And I think that happened before the owner made the comments?
Definitely did.
Or after?
Definitely. I think it was part of the reason he made the comments.
Yes. And maybe so.
Like he just doesn't want to do what we need him or want him to do.
No, I think fact check this, Sean. I think the comments came first. And then it was like, I'm not doing this for this team. The owner basically crapped on me.
But that was like week 7, wasn't it?
When Woody made the comments?
Yeah.
Woody made the comments relatively early because it was during the week where there was uncertainty on who the quarterback was going to be. And Aaron Glenn wouldn't tell us. And then it turned out to be Justin. Oh, no, it turned out to be, you know what? I can't remember. This season was so.
The Jets are a sewer.
The season was so bad. I am trying to put together the pieces of the puzzle. Either way, to answer Sean's very convoluted question, even if Justin Fields is in packages, no, that would not count. It would be him being the starting quarterback, which is on the table if Mahomes isn't healthy.
So he criticized him in October.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the question is, when did he tell basically Muji?
I think November.
Not Muji, Tanner Engstrand.
I'm not doing it.
Yeah.
It was definitely after he said it was in November. It was now I'm 1,000% because Fields never played after he refused to be a part of gadget plays. Like he was done. And you kind of knew it. So that was after the owner, Woody Johnson, made the comments that he made.
It looks like ahead of week 12 with the Ravens.
Head of week 12 with the Ravens, what?
Right.
Was when
he said
he sent the blunt message, yeah.
I still don't know what you mean.
Okay, I'm
you
reading.
got to be specific.
When he commented on Woody Johnson's stuff was week 12, ahead of week 12 with the Ravens, and he was benched shortly thereafter.
Yeah, but the question is, when did he refuse? Because there was a story that he refused. I think Aaron Glenn refuted it, but there was a story of Justin Fields was asked to be a part of like gadget plays, and he's like, I'm not doing that.
I can't find that quote.
Either way, I'm like 1,000% sure it was after Woody made the comments.
Right.
So
we do have a Yankee lineup. You were curious how many regulars are going to play?
Yes.
Okay. Do you want to guess?
0.
No.
Really?
Ben Rice, Jazz, and Bellinger are all the top 3 hitters in the lineup. And Caballero is playing, who's going to be the opening day shortstop. So 4 of the 9. And McMahon is playing.
Why?
So 5 of their 9 opening day starters are playing today in Arizona.
They
For what
play
reason?
tomorrow. Like that. I don't understand why they did this. Like it doesn't make any sense
What
to
a
me.
disgrace.
Well, good. You're getting all worked up about this?
I'm not getting worked up. It's just, again, it's idiotic. It makes no sense. And now you have me worried they're doing this for a payday.
Well, I don't know why they're doing it. You guys were asking, like, why would the Yankees go to Arizona? Like, what's the point of going there for a few days? And I'm like, well, I could see it being a big deal in Arizona, a big deal for the Cubbies. Like, hey, Yankees come to town. This is a big deal. So what's the benefit for the Yankees?
I guess now I'm thinking out loud. They do have 2 off days out of the first 5. Maybe that's part of it, too.
Oh, to keep them sharp, maybe?
Yeah. Now I'm second-guessing myself in real time.
Now you're like, oh, maybe that does make sense.
Clown.
Let's get back to your calls. 888-808-1019 is the number. Let us go to Mike in Long Beach. What's up, Mike?
Hey, how you doing, guys?
Good.
Yeah, just a question. As players, as fans, we always want our players to be held accountable. But a few years ago, after a Jet game, they asked Aaron Rodgers what happened on that play. And he says, well, the receiver ran the wrong route. And everybody blasted him for throwing the player under the bus. But wasn't he just holding a player accountable? So my question is, what's the difference between holding a player accountable or throwing him under the bus?
It's a great question because there's a fine line. How do you answer that one?
Yeah, it is a fine line. I think when it's obvious, even to the lay person that you're dogging it, that it's not being thrown under the bus. Now, if it's something that a lay fan won't notice, doesn't recognize, like I say this all the time, and it's so true in NFL games, so many people screw up all the time, you just don't see it.
Right.
So if I run the wrong, let's say that I'm playing, Kerry Collins is trying to throw a hitch to the wide receiver, and he throws an interception. And it's like, man, that was a terrible throw by Kerry Collins. But the reason he threw the interception is because I didn't run my route to clear out the linebacker and create the window for Kerry Collins. So you don't know that. You would never know that. You'd just be like, well, Kerry threw a crappy throw. Throwing me under the bus would be the head coach saying, well, Tiki didn't run his route, and that's why Kerry threw the interception. It's something that the lay fan doesn't notice.
Yeah, to me as a lay fan, I think there's a difference between a player doing it and a coach manager doing it.
Yeah.
Like
there is.
Aaron Boone coming out and saying, and this is what Yankee fans so want when their team loses. Aaron Boone coming out and saying, hey, look, Anthony Volpe isn't doing a good enough job at shortstop would get you guys pumped up. It would be like, yeah, hold him accountable.
Yeah.
If Aaron Judge says that, it's like, well, what about you? You struck out 3 times. And so in the case of Aaron Rodgers, I think a coach calling out a receiver running a wrong route is like, all right, good, hold him accountable. When it's a fellow player, it feels like you're blaming someone else. That's how I would answer it, because I think as a fan, that's how we take it. Where we'd rather see our coach and manager do it, when a player does it, it just comes out the wrong way.
Right, because they don't know how to say it smartly most times.
Yeah. Or how about this? Maybe this would be it too. Like if a receiver runs the wrong route, how about you say that if you're Aaron Rodgers, but then you also self-criticize yourself.
Right.
Like, and I also didn't make a good enough throw, or whatever you want to say. I think when you make it squarely about the player, that's, I think, the difference between holding a guy accountable and you just being, an excuse maker.
Right.
I was looking for another term.
You're a whiny bitch.
That one.
That would have worked too. Dan in Saratoga. Hey, Dan.
Good afternoon, gentlemen. I asked Sean about a movie he forgot, and being a Yankee fan, it was called 61 with an asterisk.
Oh, yeah. That was a movie, man. That was a good one. Billy Crystal produced it, yeah.
Right, and I was 6 years old. I remember sitting on a front porch with my father, who was as big a Yankee fan as you could find in 61.
Right.
And every time Maris hit one out, he swore up and down. He was so mad.
Wow.
Nobody knows what that man went through, having Mantle compete with him. And if you were in your 50s and 60s back then, they remembered Babe Ruth. This guy was crucified every time he was at a home game and an away game.
I forget. And thank you for bringing up that movie and that story. I forget the context, Tiki, but I did bring this up recently about how Roger Maris did not have an easy run to 61. And I'm trying to remember why we brought it up. Because I was like telling you guys, like, hey, he took a lot of crap from some Yankee fans. I wasn't there to see it, but that's the way the legend goes. And I can't remember why we were talking about that.
I think we were talking about getting close to records but not breaking them. And so how we were celebrating Judge getting to 61.
Maybe. You know what it may have been?
And then because whose record did he break?
Aaron Judge?
No, Maris.
Roger Maris broke Babe Ruth's record.
Yeah, so it was what was the reaction
right
when Maris broke Babe?
I know what it was. Bam Adebayo. It was Bam Adebayo. It was people didn't like Bam Adebayo approaching Kobe's number.
Yes. And so we were asking, what did people think when Judge was approaching Maris's number? And it was like everybody wanted him to do it.
It was a celebration. But when
people didn't want Maris to break Babe Ruth.
And I think it was twofold. Obviously, our last caller experienced that it was not only are you breaking this hallowed record held by the great Babe Ruth, but for a while it was a chase between him and Mickey Mantle, who was the beloved Yankee.
Right.
He was the guy. So... yeah, it's odd how that happens. I don't know if that would happen today. I'm trying to think of a comp where if there was like a record-breaking chase between two teammates, how we'd react. Like, would we really pick sides between teammates and say...
we probably would, even if just for fun's sake. You know what I mean?
Well, I think I asked this to Sean. I said, if Aaron Judge and Jazz Chisholm were having a home run race,
right?
Would you be... and you were like, no, I'd be good with it. I'd be good. Just hit home runs. I'm happy.
Well, it'd be good for the team.
Right. Well,
if they're both smashing 50 home runs.
It was good for the team when Roger Maris was smashing home runs.
What if Trent Grisham was chasing down Joe DiMaggio's hit streak?
That's a very good one. What would you do? Answer your own question.
I'd root for I want to see history. I wasn't alive for DiMaggio. I'd root for Grisham.
Right.
Okay.
And then you'd sign him to a 5-year deal.
Yeah, and then regret it immediately.
I mean, wouldn't there be an oddness? Now, I guess Joe D doesn't mean as much to. He's more of a historical figure.
Right, but you're talking about a parachuted in Yankee compared to like a legend that we've talked about or heard about a lot.
Imagine, I bet you a lot of older people would not be rooting for this.
No way. And if Grisham had a full beard, yeah.
That would even add to it. That's a good comp right there. That's a good comp. Lori's in Ocean Township. Hey, Lori.
Hello. Before I ask my question, I just want to tell you really quick that Bam Bam Bigelow, he's from my town. His son played baseball with my brother. And when I was 5 years old, I was like crying one day at one of the games, and he just like picked me up and comforted me.
How about that?
Yeah, it was cool. He was very, very nice.
Nice.
But so my question is, my son is 2.5 right now, and he loves watching sports. And he recently asked me, he's like, "Mommy, can you put on baseball?" So, and usually we watch soccer. So I go and try and put it on, and it just says like Mets no-hitter. And I was like, well, I don't want to watch this because it's ruined for me because I know what's happened. I'm like, okay, as soon as someone hits the ball, I know who wins. So I just want to know, what is the appeal of, I guess, rewatching a no-hitter, especially if you know it's going to be a no-hitter?
I think in that case, it's because you want to relive something that's so awesome. Like, and remember the awesome things from that game. That would be my answer. It's a great question, Lori, but that would be what in Johan's no-hitter.
You know what happens.
Well, I know what happened in every big
but
game.
If you didn't know what happened and you're watching it, now you know what happened.
The no-hitter is actually a boring game.
Yes.
So when you rewatch other games, there's all the excitement, and I love a good no-hitter.
Yeah, there's some drama coming. If it's being replayed, it's because something dramatic happened at some point in the game. But if you're watching a no-hitter,
I get that.
It's kind of like,
No, I totally get how the no-hitter would be more boring, but let's say a Super Bowl III. Have you ever seen Super Bowl III?
No.
Have you ever seen Super Bowl III?
I've tried in bits and pieces. Very boring game.
Okay, that was not a good example then. Okay. Have you ever watched the famous Red Sox-Reds Game 6 of the World Series in 1975 game, the Carlton Fisk game?
Do not know what you would refer to.
It's considered one of the great. You know what? Screw that. Have you ever watched Game 6 of the '86 World Series? That's the Billy Buckner.
Well, highlights of it.
Have you ever watched the game?
Not the full game.
Don't you think, even though you know the very end, that would be exciting to watch?
Because you're waiting for something dramatic to happen.
Right, but you're also finding out how we got there.
All right, but
it's like a prequel.
But there's a dramatic moment. It's like watching, I don't know, Superman over and over again. Whatever the name the epic and action movie that you want to talk about. Like, you know what happens because you've seen it 6 times.
Right.
But once you get to that moment, it's like, oh, this is such a cool moment.
But you also want to see how you got to the moment.
But I don't know, Evan. I just think there's certain moments of sports. I think this applies to TV shows. Have you ever watched Breaking Bad?
No.
Okay.
I tried the first episode of bored me.
I would just say this. Breaking Bad is regarded as one of the great TV shows of all time. But
you know why it bored you?
Why?
Because Bryan Cranston is not the guy that he becomes.
I think that's true. There's a slow build.
You got to see how he turns into who he turns into.
But here's where I'm going. There are great shows like Seinfeld and The Sopranos where you could put them on in any episode, rewatch, and the rewatchability's through the roof. You try to rewatch Breaking Bad, the show sucks on a rewatch.
Right.
Because the show's based on all the cliffhangers. It's like one big moment.
Gotcha.
Once you know they're coming, it's tough. A no-hitter is like a show with a great
Forget that
cliffhanger.
I've moved on from the no-hitter because I understand your point. Like, I've accepted that you're right. I could see why that's boring. I'm talking about great games in the history of sports that you haven't watched, so you don't know every detail of. Like, you wouldn't find, how did we get there? Like, oh, I know Carlton Fisk hit the home run. Oh, I know that the Mets beat the Astros in 1,000,000 innings in '86. Oh, I know the ball went through Bill Buckner's legs. I know that. How'd we get there?
You know what?
You wouldn't find that interesting?
I got the game I'm going to do.
Go.
What?
The
Super Bowl 42?
No, the Music City Miracle. How did we get there? Does anybody remember?
Very good. You're right. That's a great example.
We remember the play. It's NFL history is a playoff game. How the hell did we get there before that play?
Dude, the thing I did, you've
Sure,
probably
to your
already
point.
done this. I don't know if you've done this, but you're a Giant, so you should. I was very young when the Giants beat the Bills in the Super Bowl. I was very young. I don't remember it. I know how it ended. We all know how it ended. I went back and watched that game about 4 years ago, and it was like new to me. It was like,
because you've never seen it.
But
I've never seen it. I know it happened, but I've never watched it.
And I bet you if you watch it, especially the brilliant defensive game plan of Bill Belichick, I think you'd be entertained. There'd be a lot of things from that game like, holy crap, I didn't know that happened.
Right.
I didn't know that happened. That's what it is. The no-hitter, and Lori brings it up, and you bring it up, Sean, I'll give that to you. I get it, because you know there's no hits, right? So you know that line drive is going to be caught. Like, I give you that. But every other great game, it's how did we get there? And it's awesome.
What a drama-filled moment there, Evan. You really laid it out.
Have you
for us.
watched Giants Bills?
Yes, a couple times.
Okay. Did you not find it awesome to watch?
Of course I did.
So then that proves my point.
Of course I did.
I just had to find the game that resonated with you. Super Bowl III was boring. It didn't resonate with you. Fine. The baseball games I mentioned, you weren't interested in. I gave you a Giants Super Bowl that you were too young for. You rewatch it, and you're like, yeah, that's awesome. Yeah. Even though I know the last play. I know how it ends. Doesn't matter. It's still great.
Yeah, I think the last 5 minutes have told us all three of us have never simultaneously agreed on a subject yet argued for 5 minutes.
What did he say?
We all just agreed for 5 minutes.
Did
but
we?
argued as we
Sounds
agreed.
like you're arguing with me. That's what I
We're
heard.
arguing about agreeing.
All right. Let's go to Dominic in Maine. Hey, Dominic.
Hello. So nice to meet you all. First of all, it's awesome. Thanks for the opportunity. I'm a huge fan of Tiki and a huge fan of Sean. I wanted to know from all three of you, actually, because I'm a Giants fan. I've never watched any other New York sports. I want to watch baseball. I want to know which team I should start watching.
Oh, boy. I think the only person qualified to answer that is Tiki, because I'm biased to the Mets. Sean's biased to the Yankees.
Biased.
Yeah, but you're a Yankee fan, but you're also more honest. Which team's more interesting this year? Which team's more interesting this year? You can answer it.
Well, the Yankees are going to win.
So they're boring.
Not boring, but you know what you can expect every day.
94 wins.
Yes.
May or may not win the division. We'll see. But 94 wins. They'll frustrate
If you like drama.
Yeah.
And that's also from the fan base. Then watch the Mets.
Yeah.
Because there are going to be a lot of highs and lows.
Here's the way to phrase it.
Emotional highs and lows. And maybe even in-game highs and lows.
Would you guys admit, barring something unforeseen, the Yankees winning less than 90 games would be considered a major surprise?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Major surprise.
Definitely.
The Yankees are like a lock to be in that 90 to 96 win area, right? The Mets,
almost yearly.
Every year. If I told you the Mets won 79 games or the Mets won 102 games,
right,
you could say, I could see either.
Right. I'm not surprised by either. That's so true.
So the extreme factor with the Mets.
Yeah, it just gets hard. Like, it's different if you're just watching to watch, but if you're trying to become a fan, you want to watch the Yankees.
Because they're more...
You're going to feel satisfied more often.
Okay. That's a fair answer.
Yeah. That's how I look at it.
That's a fair answer. What I ask for from the Mets, who open in 2 days, I want the season to not cause this crazy agita of ups and downs. And so what I mean by that is over the last 2 years, the Mets have had 4 seasons in 2.
Right. It makes it hard to be a fan.
Well, it also just makes it confusing. Because in 2024, they sucked until they didn't, and they're in the NLCS. In 2025, they're the best team in baseball until they're not, and they miss the playoffs to the lousy Reds. Like, can you just pick one side in your schizophrenia?
Oh, don't forget 43 in 2022. They won 100 games.
Yeah, but they were just awesome in 2022.
Right.
It was a straight, and 2023 they straight up sucked. Like it was. This is the season.
Yeah.
2021 was not the case because they were really good, then they sucked. But whatever. The last 2 years have been polar opposites of each other, and they've been extreme. And it would be nice to just have, okay, they're good, and we're watching them every day, as opposed to they're awesome, then they're terrible, or they're terrible and then they're awesome. Because that does a lot of damage to our stomachs and to our hearts.
Back problems, too.
Yeah, it probably does add to back problems.
I mean, we could argue whether this is glass breaking or not, but we do now officially know Luis Gil is not going to begin the season in the Yankee bullpen. He will begin down in the minor leagues.
Buy an extra roster spot, get an extra bullpen arm. When do they expect him to make his first start?
That has not been reported.
Because they can really screw around with all these off days. And that's the thing. Like, keep this in mind, because I don't know if Yankee fans are even paying too much attention to it yet, but they have a ridiculous amount of off days to begin their season, including Sunday. They don't even play. They play Wednesday, they play Friday, they play Saturday, then they're off Sunday. Then they play Monday, they play Tuesday, they play Wednesday, and they're off Thursday. It's a very weird schedule, and they can mess around with their rotation. Like, they don't really need a firm rotation. In fact, the first time they play...
Yeah, they're using a 4-man rotation for the first 13 days because of all those off days you're talking about.
You know what's crazy?
2 weeks of the first season.
They don't need a fifth starter until the weekend of April 11th because of all the off days that they have.
What if Garrett Cole and Carlos Rodon were healthy to start the year?
Ryan Weathers wouldn't be in the rotation.
And who else would not be?
Who else would not
Will
be?
Warren?
You're trying to say Will Warren.
He's starting opening day.
Well, he's starting the home opener.
Yeah.
That's not opening day. It's the home opener.
It just shows you.
What does it show
Sacred
you?
enough for a guy that shouldn't even be here.
Will Warren's going to make the most starts for the Yankees this season.
I'm kind of hyping him. I think I'm going to get a jersey. I'm pumped up for Will Warren.
You're going to get a jersey?
Yeah.
But you're not going to spend the money on an actual jersey.
Nah, I won't do that. $25 outside the stadium? Get me on River Avenue. I'm there.
They're going to sell it?
Will Warren? Yeah, you go to that store right on the corner underneath the train. Of course, they sell all the players.
They go in Will Warren jersey?
Yeah, I'm getting a Will Warren jersey this year.
Wow.
Let's make a Will Warren Cy Young bet while we're
He's out of options after this year. So this is the last year you can do this.
Yeah, this is the last year you can manipulate this.
Right.
A Will Warren Cy Young bet?
Why not? What are the odds?
I mean, I did make a Clay Holmes Cy Young bet last year.
You've made worse.
I made a Ben Simmons MVP bet.
You've made worse.
I certainly did. The problem with these MVP bets is you got to go to New Jersey. Like, they don't let you bet on awards in New York. So I got to find time to get the jersey, and then I would consider it.
Doesn't really make sense.
I know, it's stupid.
And you got to gas up before you go there because you don't want somebody else pumping your gas up.
Nah, clearly not. Though the gas prices are lower in New Jersey, so sometimes there's a trade-off.
Right.
But then you got to tip them. It's a whole thing.
I don't think you do, because every time I've asked about that, people are like, you're not supposed to tip.
No, you don't tip.
They just get us suckers.
Speaking of tipping, did you hear George Brett's idea?
No.
It's the most random.
By the way, who pays for gas and cash?
Nobody.
Nobody, but you still throw them a single on the way out.
Come on.
See, this is a non-New Jersey
Then he's got to do something with it.
You buy a pack of gum.
But Sean's opinion is a non-New Jersey thing, because I used to think the same thing. Like, we have to tip them. George Brett, legendary baseball player, former Kansas City Royal, put out on social media that we should, if we're flying, tip TSA workers.
Well, I mean, they're not getting paid right now, so you probably should.
And I agree. So my wife and kids are going away.
So
and
am
I even look. That's why we're going to an Islanders game potentially on Saturday. So I said to her, "You should tip." George Brett said it, and her concern, it's a valid concern, is who am I tipping? There's like five.
There's like 10 that you come into contact
with. Like, who am I giving it to?
Right.
So I don't know what to do, but I agree with the idea. It's a great sentiment by George Brett to tip the TSA workers. So someone try that in the next few days. Let us know how it goes, and then just report back.
Not be able to take it.
Why not?
Because you could be bribing them.
Yeah, getting that water bottle
through with a straight razor or something.
Yeah, that's a fair point. And I do not want to end up in federal prison right now. I'm not dealing with that. But if I get in trouble, I could always call my friend Sid Rosenberg. He'll bail me out. He knows big people in big places. You know what I mean? If you know what I mean. Carton Show's next. We'll talk to you tomorrow at 10 a.m.
This is an Odyssey Sports Minute.
Cue up, go Cubs go. The Cubs and PCA are reported